don't move like we move.
I understand, but come on, you be talking all that shit. There's no way that you be talking all that shit and you get on this app and you cry that somebody held you hostage. I would have think you would have kicked the bitch windshield out if they driving you anywhere that you don't want to be. How you end up in the same place with somebody saying that they gave you a towel? First of all, you too grown to be going anywhere, taking a shower at anybody motherfucking house and needing a towel. You don't walk with your towel and your washcloth in your own soap.
Hey, so I got a question, y'all. My question is, what caused her to have to shower at therapist's house? Was she spending the night, or what was the
I think she spent the night.
They was bumping them.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because what caused one grown woman to have to shower at another grown woman's house if it's only for the day? What kind of activities was they engaged in?
Yeah, they was scrubbing umbrella pads together.
And see, I hadn't told that therapist that's not gonna get her a child.
Listen,
I already told her that you can't keep working them two together.
And then
she think it's gonna get some friction.
It was too many emotions involved. On top of that, it was just like, oh, you making me, you making me feel away. You making me, I have the trauma respond. That sound like some eligibility shit. That like y'all both. Well, I know they both part of the eligibility community, but I'm just saying that sound like lovers. That sound like a lovers quarrel. That don't sound like I went with this girl that I met on TikTok and we was hanging out and she was on some weird shit. That sound like lovers.
Because can I give my biased opinion and then I get a real?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to say this. On my biased opinion, I don't like neither one of them. As long as both of them upset, it's a good day for me. That's on my petty, on my I don't like, because I don't care for neither one of them. So if they having a bad day, that's what I'm talking about. On the flip side, I do, when I'm being logical, I do have some questions. Like, what was them women? Okay, they got together. Now, granted, I've already said Rose tries to befriend everybody and anybody. She did it, I think, intentionally to aggravate Trina. She originally looked up with therapists, would try to get cool with her to have her flip on and get to asking Trina questions that Trina wouldn't answer for nobody else. Now that Trina and therapists probably are not that cool, okay, well, therapists, I don't know what they whole agenda is, so I could be making this up. But I would like to know, was there any kind of cat bumpings going on there? And what was the reason for the shower? Because I keep hearing people say snatch taken. Then I tell I'm over here confused if I need to be asking Liam Neeson some questions. Then y'all then flipped it and said that is something going on with some shower, and I'm just questioning why. Because see, when I leave the house, I shower at home, then I go to my people's house. So I'm trying to figure out, what was there an overnight exposure or something? What kind of activities were done that a person needed to actually shower? Because even if I'm just spending the night and going home in the morning, then I'm gonna just keep my bitch. I'm just gonna go to sleep in my clothes. I wake up in the morning and shower in the comfort of my home. So I'm trying to figure out what caused some premature showering.
So I think she spent the night going on vacation this weekend. They had a vacation planned this weekend, so I think she spent the night.
First of all, okay, so
and it's that first link up.
I don't have an issue with therapists. I like
what? No, they hung out with them when she did her makeup.
Yeah, therapists don't bother me. So therapists don't bother me or whatever. I don't like the other one, but therapists don't bother me, right? But you know what it honestly sounds like? It sounds like that they may have went out, they may have had a good time, and they may have had a even better time once they got home. But y'all know how it be once you catch that nut, you don't like that person no more.
Yep.
What the hell?
It be like that. It be once you get $2, you got a husband, so don't worry about it. But
I know what you mean.
Yeah, once you sometimes like that's just like you may go back and sleep with your ex or something like that, right? And you may think you like them just for that night. But once you catch that one, you like, ugh, what the fuck was I doing? You get what I'm saying? So she waking up trying to scrub that shit up off her. That's what it was. Because ain't no way you couldn't wait until you got home to take a shower. And on top of that,
she wasn't going home.
But But if you gonna trick with a bitch, you do it right. First of all, that therapist, she got a little bit of money, right? She be throwing gifts and cash shopping and giving a Trina. You think you taking me back to your house, bitch? If you don't put me in a hotel, if you trying to do any motherfucking thing, let's just start there. So you had no business even being in position to be at nobody's house without no towels, and especially so you say, because I'm not saying that was true about therapists, because I have no issue with therapists. I like therapists. But I'm not, to be getting towels that you feel like got dog hair on it. It's not making sense.
Surviving Owlism will be coming to the network soon. The newest episode is called That Therapist.
What is
On top of
wrong with
that,
this? You know what? I'm dropping both of y'all out the
Rose
podcast.
had don't drop me yet. Rose
Okay.
had ties to Nature Boy and fucking TKO Capone. How the fuck let me tell you something. That's why she got ran off of Bigo. Petty Bro did expose it. That's why Rose left off Bigo, right? So she came to TikTok with a whole different personality. Now, if y'all don't know who Nature Boy is, y'all go on YouTube and y'all search up Nature Boy. Nature Boy did the most disgusting, degrading fucking things to women. And she came to TikTok with a whole nother fucking personality.
Wait, she know him?
After you done,
I never heard of
she
him.
was a part of that shit.
Cause he in jail now, ain't he?
Huh?
Hold on, correct me if I'm wrong.
He got life. He got life.
Yeah,
he just got life in prison. Yes.
And the little light skinned lady said she broke away with her baby.
Yes.
Okay.
That's him.
Okay.
Cult leader. Yes.
And she run with him.
Yes. That's why she got ran off Bigo. Remember when he got exposed? She got ran off Bigo. And came to TikTok with a whole different personality.
So people have been beefing with Nature Boy woman. Was she a main or one of the side pieces?
I don't know what she was, but I know after that she started messing with TKO. You know who TKO is? The man who wear the color contacts, the poly. She was in a poly relationship with TKO. Y'all just go to YouTube, the shit on there. Just put in Rose and TKO Capone.
In real life, I've heard the name, but I'm trying to think. Wait, cause see, you giving me good insight this morning. I'm glad I woke up early. Hold on, Dom. And that's why I can sleep with a pen.
It's a page. I can't think of the page because we was all talking last night. But it's a page on here that done posted it. That posted it.
Hold on, is he on TikTok as well? Because I want to say I've seen that name before.
TKO Capone, yes, he's on TikTok. He always on live. He wear them big fake chains. He just had a light-skinned girl just had a baby from him. But he be on Bigo a lot too. Bigo is his thing. Goddamn. So okay. He driving a microwave?
So I was connected to TKO Capone. You say Nature Boy who got life, and that's why she was ran off of there. Hold on.
So when he get locked up, why he get life?
Because he had sexually assaulted so many women. He was abusing them women. He was kidnapping them women and taking them to his house. And he had formed a whole cult where he was their god. He was disgusting.
I see little Michelle down there with her white woman powers talking about Grace. She said she was in an abusive relationship. She was young. Grace. Ain't no damn Grace, little Michelle. Ain't no Grace. I don't like the woman. You know I hit below the belt. This ain't new to you. I'm taking notes. TKO Capone, Nature Boy.
Okay, so hold on. Let me say something to Michelle. First of all, the reason that I'm not going to give Grace, right? So after she went through that, right, he dated someone else. And the girl came on Bigo and told her story. Do you know that Miss Rose victim blamed the girl for dating him and clowned her for dating him after she had just went through the similar situation with him? Grace my ass. Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound. That saved the rich like me. Get the fuck on.
What the hell?
Okay, wait, Dom. Don't stop. Don't let Michelle stop you. The hell, Michelle, quiet. We trying to get business occurred. So in a open poly relationship with TKO, led by Brother Nature, towel dried by on courtesy of the dog. And what else is going on? But okay, now who was that by?
said no. These were her words. She said that
Kidnap
therapist
her.
kidnapped her. She
She
said therapist
refused to
kidnapped
drive her
her.
back.
Okay, hold on, $2.
Yeah.
Just to give you a little context, let me also let you know who you dealing with, right? Nature Boy used to say that it was okay. He said not that it was okay, but he was, ejaculating his stuff inside of the bed with his kids. That's just how low he was.
What?
What? Oh,
That's who
hell
Nature Boy
no.
was. That's who Miss Girl was involved with. Let's
He was
for
sick.
context.
Wow. I'm just writing
Oh
this
no,
down
he
because
was
I'm gonna
sick.
have to
He
go
was
do me some
mentally
research
off.
tonight. This is crazy.
He used to say it was okay for him to sleep in a bed naked with his son, with his stuff out in front of his son. That's how comfortable he was. So he built this cult with gathered all these young people, right, and made them get into relationships with each other. Like, even though they didn't like each other and stuff like that, he had a group of men and a group of women, and the women had to sleep with the men by force based off of him. And some of them was trying to escape, but the main girl ended up escaping, and everybody was basically blaming her. But she told her story how he manipulated her and had her hostage and things like that. But back to Trip, yeah, she said that therapist. Okay, that page right there, Trip, that say your mama should have swallowed you.
Oh,
That's
that's
who got all the clips right there.
I'm about to accept. I just followed them. Soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna accept them because I need to go see this information. Listen, as Miss Nitra would say, this is good to me.
So
crazy.
yeah, that's who she was. What's her name? But it's a video of her on TKO on that page or whatever too, and he mentioned Nature Boy, or whatever to her. But fast forward into last night, so that therapist went live. I don't know if y'all saw it, and she was really upset. She was like, this is a really really heavy jacket that's being placed on me.
But what was the jacket? That she had a dirty towel, or that
No,
you
that she
didn't take
held
the
the
girl
girl
back home?
hostage. That
Well,
she
if
held
I'm
her
telling
hostage.
you, if I ask you to take me back home and you driving me in the opposite direction, you holding me hostage.
Again, that therapist is like 120 pounds. $2. If you could read online, you could read in person. If you could, because all that shit I talk on here, I can show y'all a video right now, me getting down with my neighbors. Do you hear me? Bitch, because I don't play. Because I don't play. So ain't no way because it's not like she showed any that she was scared of therapists online or anything like that. So
Right.
how the fuck you get in the car with her and you just be scared? That don't make sense.
So she took her home, y'all, after she asked her 6 times to take her home. She said, according to Rose, because none of us was there, so we really don't know what happened. She said she asked the girl about 6 times, and then she had to literally start yelling at her for her to turn the car around.
So let me
her
ask
back
this.
home.
When therapists, okay, so were they just supposed to be hanging out for the day? Because then you got people in the comments saying,
No, so they were going on a 4-day trip to somewhere in Florida. So I guess Rose drove to Alabama, probably stayed the night. They got up that morning, went and met some of her friends, and they were all driving down to Florida.
And when did Rose ask to go home?
Okay, so in the car on the way to meet the friends, she said she didn't want to be direct and talk to her about the towel. So she asked her 3 questions. Like, how do you wash your dog stuff? Do you sanitize your washing machine? And I forgot the other question. So the therapist said yes to all of those questions. She said, well, the reason why I'm asking is because the towel that you gave me is stunk and it had a lot of dog hair on it. So she said that the therapist was like, oh my God, I'm dirty. You probably called all your friends and told them I'm dirty. I'm so sorry. You all know the therapist extra.
But that's moving a little weird though, $2. You gotta admit, if somebody come to your house and the towels is dirty, bitch, don't get to inquiring about how I wash my dog. I want you to say, bitch, hold on now. This got a little fur on it now. What you think I am?
Right. That's what I would have
the
said.
type of friends I
you
need.
gotta remember she young.
Bitch, why you give me this little furry shitty towel? I know you playing. I know you lying.
That's
I'm
what
not
I would have
understanding
said.
how.
But I mean,
So she left the house with her
know.
again. Now, what sense do that make, $2?
So they were going. So she was cool with her because she said she wasn't making a big deal about it. She just addressed it because she was irritated at this point because she had to dry off with a bounty sheet. So she was a little irritated. So they talked about it in the car. So she said that when they got to the meetup spot, that the therapist like barely got the car in park, ran to one of her friends and was talking about, left Rose in the car and was talking about Rose to the friend. And she didn't know Rose could hear her. And she was like, oh my gosh, she think I'm dirty or whatever. I gave her back. So the friend is now like, oh, she mad at you because you a dog mom. So now the friend mad at Rose. So Rose like, I'm really feeling uncomfortable because you painting this narrative about me that ain't true. So the girl get back in the car because the friend made the therapist a blunt. So the therapist is like, well, can I smoke? So Rose don't smoke. She was like, well, yeah, that's cool. Let me just roll down my window. So she said the therapist started going off again. Well, I won't do it if you're uncomfortable. I can't do nothing right. You got a dirty towel. I can't smoke. I can't do nothing. She said she started spazzing out again. So Rose asked her, look, I'm uncomfortable. Can you please take me back to my car?
Okay, $2. Let me say this, because I'm seeing a few mistakes go down here.
Hey, Fab.
I'm not understanding why. Okay, so Rose drives from wherever she's at to Alabama. She gets there and she finds, after they've partied some or whatever, she needs a shower. She receives dirty towel. But again, then after receiving and drying off with dirty towel, to start addressing it, what does she start? She waits until they leave the spot where she's at. So she's in Alabama with her car, or however she got there, plane, bus, whatever. She's landed in Alabama. She then, instead of addressing it right then and there, girl, this towel dirty. She keeps her mouth shut, decides to be indirect on the ride now to other place. And then therapist does therapist and flips out and switches things up. And now you made the therapist and went and told her friend. I think both of them immature and both of them probably weird. You don't do no damn 4-day vacation with no nigga you don't know. You don't go to somebody's house and then complain afterward. You're gonna wait till y'all get in the car after and then get to asking the whole questions about her dog. No, that ain't important, because even if she do use sanitizer, you need to know why she gave your ass a dirty towel. Now, what what is the? You need to know now why you was given a dirty towel. It don't matter how she dressed.
So you think she gave it to her intentionally?
I don't know. Let me put it this way. I don't think therapist is a mean person at all. I think that bitch is very off, though. I don't think she's mean at all, because look at all the things that she's done for Trina. But I also think Rose got cool with her to try and spite Trina, find out where the money was, and to disrespect Trina and stop one of Trina's biggest gifters. Now you got the problem. You done took your happy-go-lucky ass out there, and she probably was thinking she was going to pimp on that lady and get a couple dollars because she seen the way that Trina worked that lady. And she had another thing coming, because see, Trina was getting that money, never had to go near the therapist. You think you going to get a little bit more and go near. Now she got your ass drying off with dirty Rufus. Okay? And then you scared to say something. Trina ain't scared to speak on nothing. But now you scared to say something. You're riding in the car with her to another state. And therapist probably is a little immature. Probably got out there and told her friends. Was that right? No. And I don't like Rose, but no, that was not right. It wasn't right at all.
Rose said she was uncomfortable because she didn't know how to approach the situation. So she called her mom to get advice.
She should have called her mom to come and get her. But that's
she called her mom. She called her friends. She said she
but now wait
a minute.
Huh? You wouldn't have ended the trip for a towel, though. So that's what I'm saying. So Rose didn't think it was that big of a deal. However, she wanted to address it, but she was still going to go on the trip.
I mean,
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
It could have been an honest mistake. To me personally, it's one or two things.
I think it was an honest mistake, yeah.
To me, it sounds like one or two things. Either old girl lives like that on the regular. Maybe she got dog hair on her towel. And so to her, it's not a big deal. Like, somebody's house stink, and because they live in it, they don't really notice it. But other motherfuckers coming in and be like, it's stinking here. So maybe it's something that she lives like on the regular, so she didn't know. On the flip side, y'all have to remember, people be thinking that therapist don't feel or that she don't remember. Niggas talked a little reckless to her. You were not the friendliest to her when asking her to go get information on Trina. And she may be returning some favors. Get that bitch a dirty towel. She know, bitch, you in her state and you're not from there. But I think also with old girl being a little, I'm not going to say the word PU and finish it out, but with her being a little cat and not wanting to come out and say, bitch, dirty towel, what's up? You got to speak on things, especially when you starting a relationship with somebody y'all supposed to be building from the beginning. You better speak on it and let them know when they doing some shit that's out of line. Hold on, bitch. You use dirty towel, not me. Now, if that's okay with you, you use this. But this shit here, dirty. I don't do this. But like I said, I don't like neither one of them. So sometimes when I hear bad stuff happening to them, I get overly excited and lose sight of what's going on in the real world. But
But it's more. That story is
So
not adding
I
up.
think I think for Rose, so it went from the towel. So at this point, she's not concerned about the dirty towel. I think she's more bothered by the fact that you painting this narrative about me to your friends that I got to spend 4 days with, and you being real extra right now,
But what
making yourself
narrative
the
did she paint
victim,
by telling her friends?
but
If
I'm the
anything,
victim.
but if anything, she
Well,
embarrassing
why you?
herself, right?
Well, why you? Apparently not, because the girl's reaction was, "Oh, so she mad at you because you a dog mom." So whatever she said to that girl, it kind of made her look good in order for that girl to respond that way. And then why are you talking to her anyway? This is a private conversation. Why are you hopping out the car before you barely park it to run and talk to your friends? You could have kept it with just us. They didn't need to know what issues we had going on,
because mentally,
especially if we're going on a trip and you know that that's going to cause tension. Because
because
they your friends. They don't know me. They're going to take your side automatically.
because therapist immature. And I can almost guess therapist is probably in her late 30s, early 40s. But you can look at her and tell she immature. And that's probably exactly why she did it. She thought Rose had already exposed her probably online. So she's like, let
Right.
me go tell my friends who are here. They'll at least give me some support. At that point, I don't know why she didn't take the girl home
But
either.
it's again, Rose. Listen, Rose do the same thing other motherfuckers do on this app. They be surfing on this app trying to get the closest with the people because I don't see why. And I don't have an issue with therapists or whatever. But come on, you can kind of, out of all of the shit that done transpired online, you pick and choose your battles, right? On top of that, that's the same thing. Like and again, like I said, it's always a victim. I'm tired of hearing stories about her. She's the victim in every story. You not the victim in every single story that happens. Somebody always did something to you. That's just not that's not right. That don't make any sense. And on top of that, that's like the same thing with the lady Lala, right? Remember Lala was over there on Bigo and she had Lala explaining her story and this, that, and the third and blah, 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 and made it like, oh, it was okay. And when people would come in her comments and they would talk shit to Lala, she would say, oh, don't do that. Y'all gonna get kicked out of my room. Don't say that. Don't disrespect her. Now, guess what? Her and Lala don't even speak no more. In every fucking comment section that they bashing Rose, Lala in trolling the fuck out of Rose.
Good.
So now it's the same thing with therapists. It was the same thing with Trina. You got cool with Trina and then y'all fell out. So it's the same shit with everybody starting from the beginning with Diamond, which is the platform that you originally came from. You not the fucking victim in every story. It's like at this point, it's all of them can't be wrong.
Yeah,
And you
there's a
right.
pattern.
Everybody ain't did nothing to you.
There's a pattern. But unfortunately, sounds like that's what they get because I don't care for either one of them. This sounds like a good time to me. Sounds like both of them got a little bit of irritation and aggravation. Cause how you go with getting makeup done by somebody one time, now y'all BFFs to the point. I don't hang with my real friends 4 nights straight. So y'all done went out together. Y'all are gonna get enough of hanging with these TikTokians together, calling y'all self friends. Now y'all done went out. Somebody done got some somebody done got some dirty towel. Somebody done thought they done been disrespected. I am so a little curious. Why then get in the car though? If you didn't like the dirty towel, why not say something there? Why get in the car and then start asking her indirect questions? Do you use antibacterial soap? How many times do you wash the dog? Bitch, don't none of that cut.
You have to remember that's Rose saying that she asked those questions, true. That's where you know she dramatic. You know it's the theatrics. Like, come on now.
You know what? I almost forgot who I was talking about because she
That's
lies
her
a lot
telling her
too.
own story. You gotta forget. First of all, she was
Yeah,
pausing for like 5 minutes in between the story. We like just spit the shit out, just say it. But y'all have to remember,
she
therapist got a
lies.
side and Rose got a side, and then
That's what I say. Yeah, nobody was there.
yeah,
We
and
don't.
therapist was online all day yesterday, and she never. The thing is that this is why I say that Rose be looking for the clout because therapist never said Rose's name, right? She was asking hypothetically, just imagine you have a friend, da 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 da. And if a bitch don't say my name, especially for something like that, because at the end of the day, the story is really stupid, if you be honest, because you was a grown adult, 26-year-old, you got no business going nowhere without no fucking your hygiene stuff or whatever like that. So you really making a fool of yourself by going and outing yourself. Therapist never said your name. Rose went on a sub-only live and started telling a story. So people came back to therapist comments and was like, oh, this whole time you've been talking about Rose. It's Rose she's talking about. Now everybody know it was Rose. Therapist never mentioned her name. Rose outed herself by getting on the sub-only live, and somebody was over there listening and came over to therapist live and said it was Rose she was talking about.
So let me ask you this, Dime, and I think you said it, and I think you heard me say it too. And $2, you ain't gonna say it because you like her, but I'm gonna say this: does this not remind y'all of somebody of her brother who did a sub only live to turn up on other individuals? I'm telling y'all, it's uncanny. The sibling relationships, both of them, when they want to talk that trash about somebody, sub only, and they try to go to a quiet page. My next thing is, now you didn't did that to that woman. Now she want to call her mom. You 26. When people said you was immature, oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Now you want to call home to mommy because you're dealing with a bitch mommy's age that it took you to the crib. Where was you supposed to be staying? Was you supposed to be in a hotel or something? And I really don't want to ask her because I know she lies bad. I even though I don't like either one of them, therapists far more honest than Rose. So I just wait to hear what therapist got to say because I'm not gonna believe Al no way.
Right. So Supremely Petty said, when have Rose ever not expressed herself? That was the thing. That's why I couldn't understand what
But
she
it's
was talking
different
about.
though. Okay, so she said she don't like confrontation last night. She said she don't like confrontation.
You don't like confrontation.
That's what she said. I'm only telling y'all what she said.
Oh, so she
So
be talking shit and she a pussy. So she a pussy.
She probably didn't want to come off like, girl, it's time dirty because she didn't know how the therapist was gonna react.
So hold on. Your mama should have swallowed. You said she subscribed to the page under a fake name just so that she could listen. She paid $5.99 to listen.
Good morning,
Wait, who paid
everybody.
$5.99 to listen?
Go back to that. Your mama should have swallowed your comment.
They subscribe to therapist off a fake page. Oh,
Good morning, everybody. But I'm not gonna be up here long.
good morning. How you doing?
Since when? I'm gonna say it again. Since when has Rose not spoken her mind and not said what the hell? Because we all know she's in a lot of confrontations, but she'll jump in. You mean to tell me it's only for TikTok? Is that what she's saying? She's not confrontational off the app? Because I remember, quite frankly, with somebody on this panel, I ain't gonna say no names, Trip, that she got confrontational with. Like, she gets confrontational on the app all the time. So how is it that you're not confrontational when that person see you in person?
I was gonna question as well. With the how did you date Nature Boy? How was you involved with the other man in Poly? But you're non-confrontational. It's starting to give me maybe she really is non-confrontational and she just bucks up big on the app. After all, like $2 said, maybe at 26 you can be disrespected by somebody older and may not say nothing. But disrespecting you taking me somewhere I wasn't supposed to go got me asking. When y'all say she felt like she was being napped, my thing is, how? Were they not supposed to be going to therapist's house? Did she have a hotel room? Because how was she being napped if they were supposed to be together for 4 days? I'm confused. Where did she get napped and taken?
Because she said
So
apparently
when
she
she
got
refused to take her back, right? So when she refused to take her back
after the
home,
towel.
now you're holding me against my will. So they were driving to Florida
Okay.
apparently, and she like, take me back home. I want to get to my car, and the therapist basically was like, no, I spent a lot of money on this trip, and she kept driving to the direction of
Okay,
Florida.
do you know where they were going? Where were they going?
No, I don't know. I didn't hear none of that.
All right, I'm getting ready to go because it's a lot more to the story that neither one of them is telling right now because it don't make sense. But okay.
So in the middle of the trip, Rose wanted to turn around in the middle of the trip. So when therapists refused, first of all,
So
bitch,
no, so she
I
wanted to take her back before they left. So they went to meet the friends somewhere because all of them was going together. So wherever they went to go meet the friends, and therapist started talking about her to the friends. That's when she asked her before they got on the road, "Can you take me back?" They got it. She got back in the car and started driving, and then she asked her, "Can you take me back?"
So
And
let's
then she
let's
said, "No, I spent all this money. No." And she
so let's look
said
at
she
this.
kept
She was
asking
mad.
her.
$2. She was mad before she got in the car, and she still got in the car.
So no, she was never mad. She said she was never mad, but she was just irritated about the situation. She was still gonna go on the trip because at the end of the day, it was just a dog tile. So she was still going on the trip. She just wanted to address the situation with her.
okay, and then on top of that, hold on a second. Okay, so this is where I'm getting lost at as well, right? So it was a trip that was planned before Rose left her home. So
Right.
why did Rose not have a towel and a rag? You mean to tell me that y'all?
So
Because I
she
don't use
said
her.
she got a rag. She said she packed a rag. She did say that. She said she did bring her own rag, and she said she usually brings her own linen. But she figured because she seen, um, inside of her house that she seemed pretty clean. So she was just like, okay, I'm bringing my rag, but I'm gonna leave my towel at home.
Hold on, KP. Hold on, KP Virgo 81. I'm confused. You said Rose have to come and dramatize her story. This is what I'm saying. How y'all be flip flopping, right? Because when I was on Stevie Live last week, and me and Rose was into it, you was dropping white hearts in the comments, telling me to shut up, to stop talking about Rose. But then you saying, you telling Trip to come back to the comments because you know she gonna come and dramatize her story and this, that, and the third. But wasn't you the same one that was defending her last week when I was saying the same thing about her being a liar and being very dramatic for no reason?
Dime, maybe she saw the light since last week.
I'm confused because I could have sworn that was her. I remember that. I don't forget names. I'm very good with
So
names.
maybe she
I
sees
remember
the
she
light.
was She was dropping white hearts in the comments nonstop and telling me to shut up because when I was going at it with Rose.
Maybe she seen the light since last week. I
Please.
mean, I'm gonna just say this: it's not adding up for me. Maybe I overthink stuff, but if I'm agitated, I'm not getting to somebody else, the person that agitated me's car. That's just me. I'm gonna drive my own vehicle anyway, because when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I don't want to be stuck nowhere. But on the
Right.
other hand, if I'm that therapist, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'd have put ass out on the side of the road. All right, figure it
Well,
out.
so
I'm
that's my
gone.
thing. I don't know. I would have took her back because I wouldn't have wanted you on the trip with me if you felt uncomfortable because you would have messed my trip up.
I
So
wouldn't have
that's why
took
I
her
don't
back.
understand why the therapist wouldn't have took her back.
I'd have took her to a bus station and said, figure it out. Because if you didn't already drove hours, now I gotta drive backwards and come back. No, I'd have took her to the nearest bus station and
So
say,
no,
figure
she
it
didn't
out.
already drive hours. She didn't already drive hours. They were still in Alabama
Okay,
when
well,
she asked her to take her back. They wasn't
even
that
still,
far.
she'd have been on the side of the road or at the nearest bus station. I wouldn't have drove out my way to further delay my trip that I'm trying to have. That's just me. Cause
And
you
not only
asked
that,
me,
you a grown ass woman. You got nowhere going nowhere without no money. Cause I don't give a fuck where you put me out at, baby. I'm gonna get a ride. Whether I got an Uber or whatever. You got no business even going into no situation where you have to tell somebody, oh, take me back home. Hell no. Let me out right here and I'll figure it out. Cause I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to be here. You not
Right, but
talking
see,
about me
y'all
with your
missing it.
friends.
If she refusing to pull over and let you out, how the hell you gonna get out? You're gonna have to crash the
it's called,
car, which is what I would have done.
I would have
But
had
everybody ain't
my
willing to
phone.
crash the car.
I'd have been on the phone calling them people like either I'm gonna crash this car or y'all can come get me. Either way, y'all
Right,
coming.
that's what I would have did. I would have called the police and told them
I'd have
it was
had
about to be
to.
an
If you're not
accident.
gonna stop the
Yeah,
car, then I'm not gonna jump out the car
right.
and
But
start myself
she
up.
said
But
that the girl kept saying no, and she just consistently
I'm
was
telling
driving
you,
the other
I really
direction.
feel like it's more to this story. Um, and they don't want to say what the more is, but it's more to it because it's still not adding up. Because why would you ask? That's
Right.
like
I said that
I'm a
earlier,
friend.
Candy.
I'm a friend to somebody. But I'm gonna ask them, is this over? What? That don't make sense either. A friend, y'all got a
So that's
friendship.
what the therapist said. Yeah, the therapist asked her, "Is this it, or is it over, or something like that?"
Is what over?
Their friendship, I guess.
Hmm. Okay, it's more to it.
Which is why I said they seemed like they had a time one night together, and somebody woke up and realized, hey, this is not really what I want to do. This is not really what I'm into. That wasn't just no friendship for y'all to just be going through that and having all them emotions and all that type of stuff involved. Somebody done laid with somebody.
That's what it sounds like to me too. But
The
I don't
night
know.
away.
I mean, it's gonna come out either way because somebody gonna get mad and somebody gonna put it out there.
Morning.
Really, $2?
Sweet Swenson.
Not this.
So T, you know I got questions, and I put in the comments, and you didn't answer.
But
So do
see, yeah,
women
because
forget all
I'm
common
gardening. I ain't reading
sense?
these comments. I'm gardening
Come
at the
on,
moment.
what do women forget all common sense when dealing with other women? Because the same rules apply when you're dealing with men and dealing with women. I don't understand. I'm confused.
What question did you ask?
This like for me, I drive my own self because I know I get agitated quickly and I be ready to go. That's just me. But one thing I'm not going to do, and one thing that I was taught very early, you don't go nowhere without money to get back home because it's not
She
nobody.
probably did have money to get back home. But
Common
how can you
sense.
get back home if she not gonna pull the car over? See, y'all acting like
No, I'm
she
just
had a.
no,
So if I'm in the car
no, I get what
and
you're
the
saying,
car is
Tiala, but I'm just
moving,
saying that's just me. I'm not gonna go nowhere where I don't. And if it a red light, I'm out. But if they on the highway, like you said, I'd just call them people and be like, she won't let me out this car. She won't stop this car so I can get out. I'm getting ready to crash it, so y'all need to come on. But it's a lot more to it than everybody knows. And even if that was the case, who brought it to the app?
therapist brought it to the app. Therapist brought it to the app.
Ended up responding.
Rose
But come on,
put her
$2,
name
come
on it.
right.
Right.
So
And the other common sense part is somebody you don't know you going on a 4-day trip with.
right, and then
You,
on
you
top of
know each
that,
other that
But
well.
see, we
If it was
don't
a
know. But
man,
we don't
there
know
was
their
no way that's gonna be
relationship. We don't.
happening.
okay, but
But we
$2,
don't know
right?
their
Let's okay.
relationship.
Accepting all of that, pretending all of that is true. We're gonna pretend that is true, right? Again, Rose is 2 times, 3 times bigger than therapists. There's no way that therapist had you hostage inside of the car because you can't say, oh, I didn't want to call the police or the highway people or whatever, like highway patrol, to make it a big deal and
I'm gonna
things
sing
like
this
that,
loud.
right?
God dang it.
Because the same damage that, oh, because she have a career. I don't want to mess up her career, so I didn't want to take it that far. Because the same damage that you would have done if you would have called them is the same damage that you're doing by coming on this app and telling people that this girl had you hostage. Because this is what she do part of her business, right? So it looks bad for business on that part, the same way it would have looked if you would have called the police and say, hey, I'm in a car with somebody that I met on TikTok. I'm asking them to take me home and they're refusing to take me home. So she had multiple ways to get out of that situation. It was given. I'm gonna sit around this person.
But
I'm gonna see how they are, because now I can say this bitch is nasty and dirty because she gave me a dog towel, and I'm gonna have something to go back to the app and a story to tell. Period.
I get what you're saying. But does that still take away the fact that she was held against her will? So let's say I did crash the car because I was held against my will. So at the end of the day, she was still held against her will, regardless if you would have fought back or what. She was still held against her will. If she asked the girl to take her back, regardless of the size you are compared to the size she is, she was still held against her will. Or
Nobody was held against their will. I don't care what anybody says. There's no way.
so if I
There's no
tell
way
you
you're
to
gonna say
take me
that you're
back
held
and
against your
you
will
still
if you're going,
driving,
man. You,
that's
if
not
I'm
being
still
held against my
driving,
will.
the moment the car stops, you're able to get out. It wasn't padlocked
And
from
not
the
on the
from the
freeway.
outside where you couldn't
Not on the
unlock the
free. Who
doors.
getting out the car on the
Okay.
freeway?
So her time
Man,
would have been to leave $2 was guess what? When she
soon
said
as
Well,
that car parked,
I
soon as
right,
that car
but
parked, she
when
could
listen,
have
therapist
left.
when
y'all.
therapist went to talk
I
to her
get what
friend,
y'all saying.
$2.
I get what y'all saying. No, okay. So listen. So y'all got it. Y'all not thinking in regards to they friends. So okay. So you went and told your friends about me. So as a friend, I'm now asking you to drive me back home because I am confident that my friend is going to take me back because she knows I'm uncomfortable. I'm not looking at you as an op at this moment, having worse intentions for me. I'm looking at you as a friend that's going to respect my wishes to take me back home. So you're now driving the vehicle, and I'm asking you as a friend because I know you take my feelings into consideration to take me back. Now, when she starts saying no, now your ass is a op. When I keep asking you 3 and 4 times, you kidding me at this
Here,
point.
she hasn't known
So
her for 6 months.
regardless if she could
She's
have
an op from the
escaped,
start.
now no, because we don't know the relationship. Go every day and feel as in the sense of Aries, okay, and feel we best of friends.
I don't care.
So we can't say
It's just like
because
I
we don't know.
said.
That's you.
Just because
But
it's a
you
woman,
talking
does it
from
change?
a 40
Just
something year old man though. You got to put
just
yourself. Rose
because
is
it's
only
two
26.
women, does it change common sense? If the other party was a
Rose is
man,
only
would
26.
would you would you be looking at this situation different, saying that, oh hell no, why would you go on a 4 day trip with somebody you don't know? Oh hell no, why would you be going back to his place and taking a shower? Oh hell no, you didn't have any of your own shit, like you didn't drive your own car? Oh hell no. So because it's another woman, you now forget all common sense. You forget about all ways of protecting yourself. You just throw all of the knowledge you've had and gained and throw it all out the window because you're with another woman.
I mean, those questions you got to ask Rose. I'm just specifically talking about the point where I do feel she was kidnapped and held against her will. Because once I tell you to let
Man,
me out this car and you still driving, regardless of what I
that's
could
what
have
she's saying
done,
for the app.
you still holding me against my will.
So did they continue the 4 day trip?
No, she turned around after Rose started yelling at her. She got scared probably and turned the car around, took her back home to get her car, went live. Rose went back home, and I don't know where therapist at. She might have went on a trip, and then
Well, two
that's
dollar.
when that therapist went live.
Okay, $2. I feel like multiple things could be right. Two things can be right at the same time, and I understand exactly what you're saying, but the principle still remains the same. The fact still remains the same. When you said when therapist got out of that car and she was ran out of the car and was talking to her friends about you, and you didn't know that she hurt. I mean, she didn't know that you hurt her. That was your moment to step out of the car. Because me personally, I would have said, "What y'all bitches out here talking about? Y'all discussing me?" Yeah, you gave me a dog towel, and that's what I said. And matter of fact, bitch, take me home. I want to go home. Matter of fact, I'm finna go home since you want to gossip about your friends with me. That was a time to get out of the car because she was still in the car. Therapist was outside of the car, but she heard the conversation. Why you didn't nip it in the bud right there? You wait till y'all start driving.
Uber.
I
Yeah,
At
you
did.
that
wait
point,
till
Uber.
I'm thinking because she thought she was a real friend, that she was confident that you respecting my feelings and you gonna take me back.
It's more to it. I'm trying to tell you. Ain't no way. Because like Dom just said, She had an opportunity to get out the car. And we all know Rose. I have never seen Rose bite her tongue on this app, not once. She speaks her mind. So you mean to tell me that what I'm gathering is you speaking your mind is just for the app. You don't do that shit in real life. Because if I'm uncomfortable, I'd have said that shit. I'm uncomfortable. Take me back. Well, I wouldn't. I don't go nowhere without my car. But I'm just saying, like you sat there and didn't say nothing until you get in the car till she start driving again.
So basically, she a troll. So she don't really stand on business in real life. Cause all that shit that she be talking, girl, you talking about you not confrontational. What you gonna do if somebody get up with you off this app for real? Cause you in Atlanta. It's easy to bump into anybody. And now all that shit you talk, all these arguments that you done started on this internet, you gonna say you not confrontational when somebody get on your ass? Cause me, I'm the type of bitch that I book a makeup appointment with you just to come see about you for real. With all that shit that you be talking.
But here's the thing, honey. Like as much as she say whatever she feel on his ass all the time. Like she go with anybody and everybody when she feel like it. You mean to tell me I can't? I like that's what I can't wrap my brain around. How was it that you was in this lady's face? And one, you called
Y'all
her
keep.
mother. Two, you ain't say not a nothing. You didn't. You I didn't. I'm not confrontational. Since when?
Miss
I'm just
1000, y'all keep saying take me back, but she should have crashed the car. I'm saying after I asked you to take me back so many times, I would have called 911 and told them there has been an accident. That's what I would have done. Okay. My blood is type A positive. Make sure you got something when you come. That's what I did. After I done asked you 5 or 6 times to take me back. Okay. I can't tell y'all how 26-year-old would have responded because I don't know. I'm
That's
old
true.
now.
But
Y'all
it's
gotta
it's it
remember Rose
is
is young.
it is. It's a lot of holes in the story that's not making no sense. I'm gonna go with what I said from the beginning. I said it seemed like they had a good time with each other for a night because she woke up there obviously because she was getting ready to take a bath. So it seems to me as if they had a good night with each other, and then somebody woke up and was like, "Ugh, like what the fuck did I do?" You know, I like what did I do? And the beef it was up from there. So not everything, because I really don't want to be here, but you done gave me a little one too, so I can't really just come out and say that. So yeah, let me go find something else to complain about to spin this narrative now that I want to go home. After we done had maybe relations, and then you done probably spent a little money on me, and I'm not interested anymore. That's what it sounded like. It was too many emotions. It was too many words that were used that was not friendly type of, you know, it wasn't friendly. It wasn't even to me TikTok talk because they talk a little different on this app. Everything is semantics and accountability and all that other bullshit. It was some lovers quarrel shit.
only time will tell because somebody,
Cousin,
one of them gonna get mad and somebody gonna tell it.
you think so?
Yeah, because they gonna. That's what normally happens. I mean, well, I'm gonna say this. That's what normally happens. Somebody gonna get mad and somebody gonna tell it.
I agree. Because it's gonna come to the point where they gonna keep both telling their side of the story. And somebody gonna say, okay, well, since you want to keep making it seem like I held you hostage, let's tell what really happened. And it's gonna go on from there.
Yeah, Maya. I guess we just gotta wait and see y'all.
No,
maybe more
goddess.
info.
No, she don't live there. So she went to GA to get her. So that's, see what I'm saying? Cause who, bitch, if you, first of all, you can catch a flight. You can catch a flight here. Take that. You can catch a flight from where you at. If we plan on going on a trip or meeting together, because I heard they was supposed to be getting on the plane anyway. So why Rose couldn't catch a flight from where she was, and therapists catch a flight from where she was, and they just meet each other? Why they had to go to each other's house and spend a night and do all that other extra stuff?
Food for thought.
And flights from Atlanta to Florida ain't that don't cost that much. They real cheap. A direct flight. But
No. Like I said, I don't know the intricate details of the situation. Because I didn't come in when she first started talking about the trip. Was anybody there when she first started talking about the trip?
no.
Because I think Alabama is only 2 hours. Wherever she stay, therapist is 2 hours from Atlanta.
And that's how long the flight is from Atlanta to I think from Atlanta to Florida. It's 2 hours. If that.
Man, that depends on where you going in Florida. What's up,
Well, they was
Al?
going to somebody said Destin. That's like right there. That's like northern Florida. I'm in Miami and it don't take the flight. It's
Oh,
probably less than
Destin.
2 hours. Yeah. It's probably less, probably not even a full 2 hours for real from Georgia. No, hot boy, they was flying. They just met up together to fly together, which is how all of this stuff happened.
Well, we'll wait and see.
Right. I don't know. So because I didn't go into the therapist live yesterday, so I don't know what. But they did say, I think Sharpie got up on the panel and checked her and said, why she trying to make herself out to be the victim? Um, so I don't know. It must have been whatever she was saying in her story must have didn't sound right. Because somebody did get up on the panel
She checked therapist.
to help her appreciate.
I don't feel like
Huh?
neither
Yeah,
one
she
of
checked
them.
therapist.
Neither one of
She
them are
checked
not
therapist.
victim. These were two grown women making decisions, and this is what they got out of it. I don't feel like neither one of them are victims because it's really nothing to be, a victim about, except Rose felt like, she was a hostage for a certain period of time. It's really nothing for them to be a victim about. But again, as a grown as adult woman, you have to still move accordingly. You knew you know what you're doing. Know who you're going with. You don't know therapist from a can of paint. So you should have had your ducks in a row. Anyway.
Why the comments
Good
off?
morning. Right. That's what I'm up here for.
Like,
Y'all
what
I
the
know
don't
I
know.
live
hell?
I
down.
ain't been looking at my phone. Turn
How
them back
you
Y'all know
know
on.
I
you
live
got
Turn them back on.
downstairs.
the
Who did
shit?
that? Thank you.
Yeah, her ducks should have been in a row. And then again, like I said, if that therapist would have never put a name on it, I would have never addressed her. I would have let her been over there telling the story by herself and letting people eat her up, according to Rose, if she was wrong, and that would have been that. But you can't hold it because you thrive off drama. So you had to go open up your big mouth and let everybody know that she was talking about you. So now, according to your history for these past couple of weeks, ain't nobody finna agree with you with that shit. You done got caught lying on a man 2 times, more than 2 times. Ain't nobody finna agree with you with that shit. Cause it's like now you just constantly the victim, victim, victim. You should have left the shit at what it was, and I would have just made the sound decision to say, you know what? I done met you. I don't like who you are as a person, and that would have been that. But going and outing yourself, that's what she went wrong at. Cause Rose, you got a history of bullshit.
Okay, I'm gonna say the mods are saying if y'all don't tap the screen, they're gonna turn the comments off. So y'all might want to start tapping down there so that y'all can comment. I didn't say it. How mod said it. Girl, ain't nobody asked you to laugh.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh no, y'all done woke up Sergeant Candy.
Well, I did want to talk about the story a little bit too, but advise or admonish everybody to please tap. Please tap. We got over 200 people in here. Let's get to at least 40, 50K right quick. Good morning. Good morning. So, listen, I listened in, and here's a couple of realities, okay? And let's just be realistic. If you heard somebody telling a story about you without calling your name, but you knew the story and you felt like they were twisting the truth, not being completely honest about things, how many of you all are just going to sit back and continue to let the story be told? Let's just be honest here.
Well, that's how Washington exposed himself when T Time was reading that
Right,
letter. And he ended
right,
up coming forth saying it's me or whatever.
right. So if you feel like you need to defend yourself because you know that the story isn't true, even though nobody knows it's you, I think something within you is not going to allow you to just sit there and not make some corrections or tell your side at least. Okay. Would I have done it? Would I have, we all different people. Number one. Number two, is it impossible to meet up with people for the first time that you don't know and have all of these protocols in place? Okay, well, call me crazy because I did it, but I didn't feel like I was in danger. Or I didn't feel like, oh my goodness, I
Yeah.
need to have a rental car. Okay? In reality, everybody does not do that when you come across a set of people that you feel comfortable with. Okay? Now, would I have felt uncomfortable if I'm saying, hey, you know what? I don't like this situation. Take me back. I don't want to continue on with the evening. And you keep driving because now you want to talk to me to work it out because you feel like, okay, maybe we should just talk. This can be worked out. I've already made plans, and I keep telling you, you know what? I don't want to go no more. Take me back. And I didn't have to say that to you 6 times. Now, I may have fought. Others may have choose to use their outside voice. These scenarios are not impossible. So, people saying just fight on the freeway and pull the car over on the freeway. I mean, if I'm driving with a person that I deemed a friend, I don't think I need to do all of that. I wouldn't have thought I needed to do all of that. Now I'm feeling strange because I didn't said 6 times, take me back, and you acting like you don't hear me and you want to keep going on a trip because you said you paid for it already. Eh, that would be problematic. I don't know the full story. I just know the
Right.
parts that I sat in and heard or listened to. And from my understanding, Rose did contact one of her friends and sent her location because she thought at some point this is just strange. So that's just my 2 cents. But y'all, please tap the screen. Please, please, please power tap a little
Yeah, no,
bit
that's
more
what I said.
now. Come on.
I understand because from my point of view, it seemed like she was giving the therapist like respect as a friend. I trust that you're gonna take me back because I view you as my friend. So I'm telling you to take me back home. So if you consider yourself my friend, I'm trusting that you would do that. I don't think that she thought this girl was gonna drive off into the sunset with I don't think that she thought the girl was gonna drive off into the sunset with her. I thought that she was like, okay, she gonna respect my wishes and take me back. If she would have known that the girl was gonna drive off into the sunset, I'm sure Rose would have
See,
got out the
$2.
car when
So
they
you
went and met
thinking
up with the friends.
you talking about driving off to the sunset? So you thinking the same thing we thinking? Stop playing. Driving off to the sunset. I ain't driving off to the sunset with nobody I ain't interested in on that level.
But from what I gather, she wanted to talk about the situation. She wanted to try to work it out. She felt like, you know what, it's just this just takes a conversation. It's just a misunderstanding. I think by that point, Rose was like, I'm done. You know, I'm
Right.
done. You
She
not.
was trying to force her
I
to
just
talk.
don't want to. Right. She's trying to force her to talk. Like, you know, let's talk. Let's work this out. I think we just need to have a conversation,
But
as
y'all,
per
but
Rose.
have y'all not seen that therapist do the same thing on this app? Like when people were calling her into boxes about the stuff with Trina, and that therapist do the same thing on this app. She get in the box and she thoroughly explains what she mean, why she's doing what she's doing, and she's always trying to get understanding to the point where people get frustrated and be like, "Girl, you know what? That's on you. You stupid. If you want to give your money, this, that, and the third." So I can imagine that she probably did the same thing to Rose in person.
Right.
But
So,
Rose
True, but
noticed already.
I would have not expected her to go tell your friend though. So for me, if I'm going on a trip, I'm not gonna intentionally make it uncomfortable. Me telling my friend about what just went down is gonna make the trip uncomfortable.
Can I give
Cause
a
they ain't your friends, and they're gonna be looking at me crazy, and I'm gonna be the outsider. Like she could have held that to herself. She shouldn't have went talking at all. Just kept it in the car. You ain't have to go tell nobody. So that's when Rose was like, nope, I'm done. She got to take me back. So it's one thing to give me a dog tile, but now you trying to paint me out to look a certain type of way. I'm uncomfortable. No, just take me back home.
Can I give a quick perspective, real quick? Just because I'm not feeling well, I'm not even gonna lie. I shouldn't even be up here, but it was just about the part of her possibly meeting up with her at the house before going on the trip. Now, a lot of people say, you know, I wouldn't go out with somebody that I don't know. I wouldn't go out of town with somebody I don't know. I feel like that's the exact reason why they linked at the house first. Because why would I go on a trip and go to another place that I'm unfamiliar with somebody I don't know when I have an opportunity to get to know them in their place by themselves before I go out, so I feel more comfortable when I'm actually on the trip with them. That's the one thing I just really didn't notice, because it was like everybody was like, and I saw people in the comments saying that too, like, oh, they linked up, they must have done something. I don't really feel like they must have done something that they linked up first. I feel like they linked up first because it's like I'm going on a trip out of, to another place with this person. So in order for me to feel more
Right, that's what I
comfortable,
say. So
let
they
me get
already
to hang out with
hung
them
out before.
before.
Yeah, they already
They
hung
already
out
hung
before
out
But
though.
before.
had they hung out in a
Yeah.
presence like overnight? You know what I'm saying? Like, have they been like overnight with each other before? Because it's different, but
But
from
We
going
what
on a
gonna
don't
trip
make the
know.
to going on a
difference?
trip.
That I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
if they were gonna hang out overnight, I'd rather y'all do that on a trip, because guess what? If we at a hotel, I can, if I do get upset or feel a way about something, I can get me another hotel room, by myself. I don't have to deal with that. So going to spend a night to someone's house, they hung out already before. So that's not really making no sense. And we're not only saying that, they must have done something because she, stayed over at the house. It was because the words that were being used also when Rose was telling the story.
No, I understand that. That's why I was just asking the question of, because I didn't realize if it was the amount of time they spent together or the depth of the relationship. Because like I said, if Rose didn't feel comfortable because of like how long they've been around each other, I could see, her going over there, okay, let me go see what she really like. You feel what I'm saying? Like at nighttime, because we can all act a certain way during the day. You know what I'm saying? Before I go on a trip with her. But if it's something different based off word, and I can understand that. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't based off time, because I wouldn't go out of town with somebody I don't know either at all. Especially if I never like had an overnight with you, like things like that. It's like it started making me wonder, like, well, if anybody can act any kind of way in the day because you have to impress anybody, but at night that's when people really show their true colors. So that's why I didn't know if that was a problem. But I really also, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm always honest in every situation. I do feel like it's an awkward situation because of the fact that there is plenty of time, from what I'm hearing, where you could have gotten out of the situation or just chose to make a decision like, I'm not going to go at all. However, I also look at therapists like you kind of have a mindset to be like a little bit more calm in situations where shit is not going your way. You get what I'm saying? Like, If you're the one that's planning the trip, you're the one that's got the money. Like I agree with the $2. Like you can just get the fuck out of my car. I'm not getting ready to have you on my trip, and you get ready to waste money I spent anyway. So I feel like it's a 50-50 situation. But I appreciate you having me up $2. I'm going back to the comments again because I'm still healing. I just got out the
Maddie.
hospital.
So they had hung out. They had went out to a nightclub. I'm pretty sure before this. They have been around each other. So I get what you're saying, but that it doesn't fit this case because they have been around each other prior to this incident.
See, I was unaware it got that deep with, like I said, the night outings. Like I said, I know they had talked about like her business and they had like linked up, I think, for lunch or something like that. I didn't know if they had actually hung out. You feel what I'm saying? Overnight. That's why I had asked that.
I think they had already hung out. So that's why it's like, but it's a lot of holes in the story, either way you look at it. So, like I said, time will tell because somebody gonna get mad enough and they gonna tell everything. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I know for me, the story seems pretty simple. I don't see holes based on the side of the story that I heard. Now maybe I needed to hear the other side as well, but based on
Yeah,
the
because
way that
I've
it was
only heard
laid
one
out to
side,
me,
but
right, based on it the way it was laid out from what I heard, yes, they knew each other previously, had met each other previously, obviously felt comfortable enough, to make arrangements that, okay, I'll go to your house, stay there, we'll, drive down together. Situation with the towel occurred, you know, Rose was trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to let her know? Probably seeing maybe how delicate therapist is or whatever the case might be. How am I going to tell her, okay, this is the situation that I experienced. Okay. They talk about it. Therapist clearly feels, oh my goodness, now you're going to think this way about me. Let me get ahead of this. Okay. Let me talk to some people about this or whatever. She's feeling her kind of way. Rose saying, according to her, it's no big deal. Okay, just want to make you aware that this is what happened. They pull up to the location where they're about to hang out with friends. Therapist runs out to the car, leaves her, does not even introduce her to these said people, and she can hear her telling these people about their conversation. Rose don't know these people. I would feel the kind of way too. Why are you discussing what we talked about in the car, our situation, to these strange people? And you didn't even introduce me, which tells me you're in your feelings. Okay? She comes back to the car, lights up. Rose, like, listen, I don't smoke, but you can do that if you choose to. Therapist who's already in her feelings is like, you know what, never mind. I don't want to make you feel more uncomfortable, blah, blah, blah. Now it's a whole other situation again. They take off driving. Rose's like, listen, take me, before they leave, I believe she asked her to take her to her car because now she's feeling uncomfortable.
no, I think they
I just
left
don't want to go
already.
through for. They had left already. Okay, you know what? I don't want to go
Yeah,
anymore.
they left
Just
already.
take me back to the car. Therapist is saying, listen, I already paid for this trip. It's already booked. Da, 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 da. I don't care. Take me back to the car. Third time, she's letting her know I'm uncomfortable in the situation. You already talked our business. You didn't introduce me to these people. You're smoking in front of me. Okay, I've had enough. Take me back to my car, please. According to her, therapist just zones out. Don't listen to her no more. Okay, now I got to get loud because you're not listening to me. I want to go back to my car. Well, maybe we could work this out. Let's talk about this. I think it's just a misunderstanding. I don't want to talk about this no more. Take me to my car. To me, without adding on about what could have, would have possibly happened before this or at the house, I'm not going to add all that stuff. I don't know. Okay, but to me, it seems pretty laid out from what I heard from one end. Now, if anybody heard the other end, y'all can fill in whatever's missing.
Also,
For
Rose
me,
knows that
for
therapists
me,
smoke
once
as
I asked
well,
you to take
so
me
she
back,
out.
you say again.
Rose also knows that therapists smoke, so I wouldn't have expected anything different. And now $2, you was about to say for you once you said take me back, you would have expected a person to take you back. But come on, if I done drove this many miles
No,
and
no,
not,
no, no. I'm saying you are now the villain. I don't care what transpired before that. once, even if it was my fault before that, once I asked you to take me back and you continue to drive me in the opposite direction, you are now the villain and I am the victim because you are holding me against my will. I don't care what transpired prior to that.
Okay, and that
The
that
fact that
that
she
that
refused
sound
to take her back, that alone, you guilty on that alone.
okay. So now $2. If you driving, which if you going from Georgia to Miami, right? And halfway through the trip, your friend getting her feelings about whatever it was. Because Rose saying that she's upset because she heard therapists talking about her. But again, we can't 100% confirm that because therapists didn't, verify that. But you halfway there, you halfway on the trip or whatever, and you and your friend getting her feelings about whatever it is for whatever reason. Are you going to
So
turn around completely
no,
around after you halfway?
I would say, look, I'm not gonna take you back, but I'm gonna pull over to the next rest stop and I'm gonna drop you off at that rest stop. Because I see you already contacted your friend and gave her your location. I'm gonna leave you right here and I'm gonna go on my trip. But I'm not gonna keep her in a car against her will. I'm gonna let her out.
And I'm just saying, she going again, like somebody said, she going with the kidnap story, but you was calling urgent cares about it, to figure out HB business. Why you ain't think to dial 911? Somebody's kidnapping you, call 911. Why you didn't call 911? Because your ass wasn't being kidnapped.
I
I don't
don't
know, but
think
she
that
phoned a
she,
friend.
right. She found her friend, sent her location. I don't think she viewed herself as being kidnapped in the criminal sense of the word. I think she used or coined
She
that
was held
term
against her will.
because
I
you're
said
holding me
kidnapped.
against my will. I think she said that too, because she's pretty much like, listen, at this point, you want to talk about this situation and straighten it out. I'm telling you, I'm going to go back to my car, and at this point, you pretty much kidnapping me. You won't let me go.
But let's
Right.
say, for example, she never
So I
take
don't
the
think
car
she meant it in a
around. Now
in a
you
real
really
like criminal sense.
well, no, it is because what if Rose would have never got loud at her? Loud at her, you would have literally
That's true.
drove me all the way to this destination against my will.
That's true.
So you are holding me against my will. You are kidnapping me because if she would have never got loud, she would be in a whole nother state against her will.
She'd been at the airport, which was where they was going, right?
No, they said that they were driving to Florida.
Mm,
When she heard them, because apparently she said that she was upset that she was being talked about. When she heard them talking about her, she should have asked to go home then. I don't give a damn. You should have asked to been taken home then. Hey, I heard y'all bitches talking about me. Yeah, let me up out this car. Take me home. That was that. All that waiting and getting upset and letting the situation escalate, it was unnecessary for you to come. And then again, if therapists would have just said, hey, I'm not taking you home, I'm taking you here, then she would have really got on live crying, making a big
She
deal.
dropped me off in the middle of
Right, she
nowhere.
dropped me off in the middle of nowhere. So therapists would have lost the situation either way.
Sounds like
I
that's what
get that, but
happened.
see, if I would have asked Candy, look, I'm uncomfortable. I would expect Candy to take me back because of the relationship that we built. I thought Candy would have respected me enough to take me back. So I do understand how she stayed in the car because I think that she just held therapist to a standard that she respects me enough that she's definitely gonna take me back home. She like who would think that somebody gonna say no, I ain't taking you back and driving you the opposite direction? Nobody would think that.
The direction, exactly. I
Hey,
would not
so
have thought that if I was driving with
Nobody
T.
would
I
think
would not
that.
have thought that.
I just want to give a little
Yeah.
insight on how men think and when we are in our feelings. And I think even just women as well. When you're in your feelings and you're pissed off, yeah, you know what? You don't want to go no more? Cool. When we get here, you can get on a plane, you can get on a bus, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm not turning the fuck around. I'm going to continue to where we're going, and then you can get the fuck out and go where you want to go. That's crazy.
Man, no, I'm not keeping nobody in my car that don't want to be kept in my car because just like my crazy butt, I would have crashed that goddamn car. So I'm not. If you telling me to let you out and take you back home, I'm not about to keep you in my car. I know what you gonna do. I'm gonna
I'm
pull
too
over and
far
take you
into my
somewhere.
destination. If I'm too far into the
I don't care. You
destination,
getting out this car?
if and I'm talking like you're talking okay, 15 minutes from leaving, okay, cool, I'll turn around. But if I'm already an hour, maybe even 2 hours, nah, I'm not
But
turning
no,
around.
she
We're gonna
wasn't that
continue.
far. She
Get your
wasn't that
ass in the
far in
back
this
But
seat,
she,
shit.
but she
whatever.
was, but
Shit,
she,
she should have just pulled over and
She
let her
was
out
not
then.
that
It wasn't too
far.
far for
it
her
wasn't
mom or
that.
her friends to come pick her up. I would have just let
Exactly.
her ass out on the
Exactly.
curb.
And she
She didn't do
didn't.
that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She should have let
Now,
her out, but
eventually
she
she
didn't. She
did.
kept driving.
Eventually, I guess
Eventually, she turned
after
around and she got
looking at the
further
situation, she's
down the
like, you know
trip.
what? Yeah, let me go ahead and take her back.
So
So
they
she took her
weren't
back.
that so they weren't that far and she
When
did
she
turn
first
around.
started
So
asking her,
that means the exaggeration of it was 6 times. Take me back, take me back, take me back. All that, like, yeah, okay. She may have said take me back 6 times, and that may have not even been 1 mile. So if a person's in
no,
their
because she
feelings
said
and
it
they're
was
thinking
periods of
I didn't
no
already
time where
spent
they
this
wasn't
money, we
talking.
could work it out, and then it's not even a mile down the road, you turn around and take them back. I mean, come on, somebody's exaggerating things to be way worse than what they are, held against their will. Yeah, okay, freaking 5 minutes for me to turn around and take you back. Come on.
Think it was consistently back to back, like take me back, take me back,
You
take me
know,
back.
I
There was conversation in there at some
right. It
point. You,
wasn't
you get what I'm
consistently like
saying?
that. Yeah.
I
And she
Right.
don't
said that
know.
at some
I
point,
think
she said at some point, she said that she can't have a conversation until she talked to her therapist or something like that. The therapist responded. So it was a period of
I
time that
think one
lapsed
person
between her
I think
asking.
one person tells a story a lot better than another, and I think one person has a history of being so vocal that they couldn't just get out of the situation. They couldn't even, like, I don't even understand why not get out the car once the car was stopped and say, I'm done. I'm going
Okay,
home.
okay,
Because at
here's
But
that
here's the
point,
how
there
do
thing with
was
you
me.
do
nothing
that?
else
See,
to
y'all
talk
keep
about.
saying that.
No,
Y'all
it's for
keep saying
real.
that. How do she get out the car? Y'all keep saying get out. How do I get out the car?
Be-
If I'm
Hold
on
because
on,
the
the
Hold on,
car
freeway,
stopped.
hold
if
on.
The
I'm
car
pause.
on the
stopped.
freeway,
But
no. If I'm on the freeway
mm-mm.
and I'm telling you, hey, I'm now uncomfortable. Can you take me back? I'm not about to get out no car. The car ain't
Can
stopped.
can I just say this one thing? For
Mhm.
people that was
How
at
she
work,
supposed to get out?
for the people that was at work and stuff. So listen, this is what I'm gathering from what done happened. Cause I was at work and I had to be on my P's and Q's because they was looking for the AirPods and shit at work. So I had to be on my P's and Q's. So what I'm gathering is that child, listen. Therapist and Rose was supposed to be planning a trip and went on a trip. Therapist done paid for the whole trip. Then Rose wanted to watch her monkey at therapist's
You know
house
what,
and said,
Tasha? You about to get sent back to the comment.
wait, hold on. I'm just trying to see if I got it right. Therapist, she wants to watch her monkey at therapist's house, and then she say therapist goings on wasn't so right up in her house. And then they got up in the car and they go to the thing, and then Rose is hijacked. Is I'm right?
You are leaving out some vital parts of the story.
Wait, that was just some like the dog can shit. I don't know. Like I'm trying to figure it out. I was at work, $2. I was trying to keep my job and I couldn't have my AirPods and shit in it.
Okay, I'll tell it from the beginning.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead
From
and
what I
drop because
know,
I ain't
this
got
is
no
my
dog in the fight.
interpretation.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you this: when I went in therapist lab this morning, when I went on my last little break
Oh,
at
okay.
work, you
I
all
was
know.
finna say, Tasha, make it make your way downstairs with us, okay? Because we lost here in the comments too, but we trying to put
Hey,
pieces
P,
together.
shut the fuck up,
Don't you
bitch.
bring your ass up here
I
trying to
love you
interrupt.
too. I I love you too,
I'm gonna
sis.
Let's go.
start
Okay,
over.
I was just
So
trying to figure out where
everybody
we was at. Okay, I'm gonna go
that's
back down to the
arriving
comments.
late.
Hey, P, you take your ass down there too.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
All right, here we go. All right, I'm back.
Y'all hold
I'm
each other
going back.
hand.
I'm gonna
Y'all
follow my
don't jump
sister.
down there.
Okay,
Don't jump
back.
down there.
Yeah,
Okay.
crazy. Hey, Kia. No, I
So
didn't go live last night
there
before you
was
got
a trip planned. Okay. There was a trip planned, a weekend getaway. I don't know. Rose made her way to that therapist's house. Okay, now it's time for her to clean up. What transpired before it's time for her to clean up, I don't know, nor do I care. So it's time for her to clean up. She in the shower. When she get out the shower, she started drying off, and she noticed that the towel she's drying off with has dog hair and it smells like dog. So she has to rinse back off. She gets back out, and now she has to dry off with the Downy quicker picker upper, and she has to air dry. So she's
Where
spinning
the
in
hell she
circles.
find a Downy bounce sheet at?
What you? The paper towel, man.
So she dried
Downy
off with the paper towel.
quicker. Yes. So she
Yes,
said she air dried and dried off with the paper towel. So she's spinning in circles trying to air dry. So she's very distraught. Her allergies is going off because she's allergic to whatever the dog is. So she's sneezing and she's frustrated. So she contacts her mama. Now, let me finish the story. Then, because I got to get this
So
out.
she didn't
She
know she had
contacts her
dogs
mama.
before she
You
went over
know
there
what?
taking a shower.
John,
Jason,
Jason,
let me finish
you
this
don't
story.
expect somebody.
Mute
Anyway,
up. Let me finish. So she contacts her mama because she don't know how to address the lady about the dog towel. So she says she turns on the gospel music to help her calm down. So her mom tells her be direct. So Rose's like, I'm non-confrontational. She didn't want to be direct because she didn't know how that would come off. So anyway, she's all dried off. They get dressed. They go into the car to drive to meet the friends to start the trip to the destination. So in the car, she proceeds to ask therapist 3 different questions. I knew that. Ooh, you know what? One of the questions
still
was,
mute.
how do you wash your dog belongings? How do you wash your dog belongings? Do you sanitize your washing machine? And I cannot think of the 3rd question. Anyway, the therapist basically answers, she passes all of the questions. So she said, okay, well, the reason why I'm asking you this is because the towel that you gave me, it stunk and had a lot of dog hair on it. So we all know the therapist. She exaggerates. Oh my God, I'm dirty. You probably told all your friends about me. X, Y, and Z. She goes on this whole tangent, whatever. So they arrive at the location where the friends are. Before the car gets in park, the therapist jumps out and proceeds to tell the friend about the private conversation that they had in the car.
So the car was
She did
rolling.
not
Okay,
know.
keep going.
Who, you know what? You can drop. So, so she didn't know that Rose hears her. So she hears the friend say, "Oh, so she mad you a dog mom." So whatever the therapist said to the friend, now this narrative is being painted. A negative picture is being painted about Rose. So now Rose is mad that her coochie and her booty is just not getting dry. She was sneezing for 5 hours.
Y'all, please do not take that part of the
You
story
know
with
what?
y'all.
Drop everybody.
She always making up her own shit. Kels, the rules was
Man,
nobody
oh
cannot
man, oh
interrupt.
man.
Nobody, okay,
Let
nobody
me
can't interrupt the
finish.
story. We gotta let $2
I
finish.
know. They about to start getting dropped. So she frustrated, y'all. And it's Alabama, so she probably hot. Okay. So the therapist gets back in the car and she got her little smoky smoke with her. So she's like, can I smoke? So Rose is like, I don't mind you smoking, but let me just roll down the window, which is what I would have said because I'm not a smoker. So the therapist goes off again. Oh, well, since you would be uncomfortable, I won't smoke. So she goes on a whole nother tangent. They proceed to drive off. Rose says, "Hey, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. Can you just take me back to my car?" No, I spent a whole lot of money on this trip. I'm not taking you back. But I'm a little uncomfortable. Can you please just take me back? It's not about the towel no more. It's just I'm just not I'm uncomfortable. Can you just take me back? Can we just talk about this? I feel like we could work this out and talk this out. Can we just talk? So Rose says she gets quiet because the girl obviously ain't taking her back. So the therapist proceeds to, be all extra or whatever. I forget what Rose said to her. Rose said something about, well, I got to talk to my therapist about it on Monday. Rose said, she asked her again to take her back. The girl's still driving in another direction. It was quiet. Then the therapist says, can I ask you a question? Rose says, I guess yes. She says, well, is this over? She said when she asked, is this over? That's when she spazzed out on the girl, got loud with her, and the girl take her back home. Now, how much time allotted between the first take me back and the sixth take me back? I'm not for sure. So the girl ended up taking her back to her house. When she gets to the house, Rose gets out the car. She said that therapist immediately goes live to talk about the situation. Okay, now y'all can talk. Oh no, wait. So when the girl kept
Oh
saying
my
no, she's
God.
not gonna take her back. When the girl kept saying no, she's not gonna take her back, she contacted a friend and her mom and told her what the situation was, and she dropped her location. Okay, now y'all can ask
Yeah,
two
because the
cents.
friend was like, I'm gonna come get you. Okay,
Right.
so this
Wait, hold on.
uh,
Tails,
go
I
ahead.
got one
Because
question.
look at the comments. The
Right.
comments saying is do they go together? Exactly comment. So I'm on that side of
Okay.
the fence with y'all.
Calm down. Let
Something,
me
listen,
go.
y'all. Hold
Let me
on.
go down.
Something transpired before the towel situation.
Okay,
It
wait, Taz,
had
let me
to.
tell y'all my story. You and Tasha, let me tell y'all what my theory was,
Oh,
right?
hell nah. Here we
I'm
go
just
with
a
another
little
big
Oh,
fat
wait a
synopsis.
minute, wait a minute. Don't report. Stop reporting, y'all. Oh, they said I got a
Important.
consuming.
That's
I
Tasha's
got a
old
consuming.
vaping ass.
Yeah, I got a consuming substance thing, so they removed you.
Okay, so let me tell y'all my quick side, right? I said, you know how I be, right? Say for instance, you sleep, you slide with your ex or something like that. Everything be all good until you get that little, till you reach the end, right? And then you be like, you be disgusted, right? Like you like, damn, what did I do? Like what was I doing? So I feel like they had a good time. They hung out, had a good time, had an even better time that night, and something happened, but then somebody woke up and realized, like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't like this person. What did I do? And the tension started from there.
I don't want to put
Listen,
out the narrative that they were dating. None of us know that. I don't want to put that narrative out there.
well, we
I
gonna let them
mean,
put it out in the
because
comments.
right, and I'm seeing that in the comments. So okay,
Now
we
y'all
don't
know,
know that, and that's not
the
fair.
cousin
Because
said,
Well,
because
I know therapists be leading with her pockets, so she paid for the whole trip.
that's
Mm-hmm.
tricking off. She tricking off. But
but
we know
okay,
this about therapists, though. Like we know
mm-hmm.
this about therapists. Therapists does leave with her
She's
money.
free-handed.
So
Right.
here's the thing, though. What is confrontational about
You
saying
can't come back up, Tasha. Is not allowing me to let you up. It keeps
you gotta wait five
dropping
minutes,
you.
Tasha, or like 10 minutes or something?
Yeah.
But what's confrontational? If y'all are friends, right? Even if y'all getting to know each other, hell, even if it was housekeeping, if you get a dirty towel or a towel that has dog hair on it, and you're a dog mom as well, so how is it that asking for someone saying yelling from the shower, hey girl, or even hey babe, the shower you gave the towel, can you pass me another towel? You ain't even got to go through all the logistics of what happened with the towel, because what's she gonna say? Well, it's a towel in there, why you can't use that one? Now that would have pissed me off. But for me to be like, even if I'm already in the shower and I'm like, hey, the towel you gave me is dirty, even if she said that I need another one, What's confrontational about that? So something had to have already been confrontational prior to a towel being asked for you to have to call your mom and you're not confrontational, which I get all that. I met Rose in person. She different from her
Nah,
energy.
she is.
Yeah, her energy is different from how she is here versus how she is in person. She's definitely more subdued, more calm,
She
and things
said that
like
as
that.
well.
She
She
is,
is.
and I can say that for sure. So I can get the fact that you may not want to be confrontational, but my question is, even being in the presence of therapists, she's a little whiny and she's also defensive. We know that. But what would be confrontational about asking for a towel? It had to have been something that transpired before that because it doesn't make sense.
Well, Kels,
The
that makes
world will never
perfectly
know.
sense what you said.
I already told y'all what transpired. They was rubbing umbrella pads together all night. Oh my
Dime
God,
the
Dime!
door.
What the
The
fuck?
Dime.
door.
Dime is.
The door. You on
Well,
timeout.
I do believe that Dime is correct, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. No one else's opinion on the panel. I believe, in my opinion, that that is correct. And that therapist has made it known and leads with their pockets and wants to do just that.
Dime, what the hell?
I'm telling y'all, listen,
Dime,
that's what,
what the
listen.
fuck,
I'm
Dime?
telling, okay. Somebody gonna tell it. Somebody gonna keep spray, gonna keep telling the story one by one, and somebody gonna get upset and say, okay, well, since you want to say that, let's tell what's really happened. That therapist is, I'm not gonna say she's like, I don't want to say she desperate or like not that. That's not the word, but that's what she's into. You get what I'm saying? She wants to meet a girl and do what she do, and I'm gonna be honest. Rose don't have too many high standards herself. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be honest.
What?
Her standards are not that high either. So, it happens.
Y'all are
Come on.
deviating from the story.
You
Do
waking
not
up,
add,
taking a
do
shower,
not
like,
add or take away.
okay, and you waking up and you taking a shower, and it was very important for you to take a shower. Them Brillo pads, they was a little, gritty from the night before. Let me just say that.
Oh my god.
Dime, you
Miss
got one
Dime.
more.
Miss Candy,
I'm
okay.
gonna send you to the corner.
Dime,
Thank,
We
I
gonna
really
thanks for the
don't.
gifts.
I think it's
I'm
evil
gonna
as fuck
rotate you,
to.
babe.
I think it's evil as fuck to rotate. I mean, to report somebody. But Dime, you are tempting me. Like, what is the word combination this morning? I just don't understand. Like Brillo pads, though. I don't like adding or subtracting to the stories. I like
Hardcore facts.
well, not just that, but if you don't know, like eliminating all the other possibilities and then kind of reducing it down that way, so then there might be like three options. Like, okay, that makes sense. Like, there might be three of those options. I just don't like. I don't know.
The towel situation just seems like the last straw. Well, maybe
Right.
not the last straw. The last straw was you not turning around and taking me back where the fuck I told you
Okay,
to.
but AP, and then on top of that, the reason I'm saying that, all jokes aside, because I be joking too, but the reason that I'm saying that is because of the words that were being used. Like, if you would have heard this story for yourself, it wasn't just like a friendly, like, me and you meet on TikTok, we go out of town, we have a
Mhm.
bad experience, and I come on here and I tell my side of the story because you told your side. It was
Yeah.
giving some deep, hard down emotions, like, oh, I was triggered. And oh, I felt like I was being held hostage. Oh, she's a manipulator, and da da da. Like, come on, who's talking like that about another woman? As much as Rose be going off, that's what I would have expected, even though she was telling the story. If she was really upset, the emotions was it was different. It was different. And we, us as women, we have that sixth sense of
Yeah. So
intuition.
when did this happen? Because did I fall asleep too soon?
Yesterday.
So, because
Yesterday, it
listen,
happened yesterday.
nothing was really. I saw like a lot of people live. I didn't see shit going on though. Like,
So therapist was in a sub only live at first.
So
She was in a
Rose,
sub only live, and she was
yeah,
Yeah, Rose. I mean, therapist was in a sub only live. She came on and she was talking about a situation in general. Nobody knew what the fuck she was talking about. Okay, nobody. So people were thinking
But
that
Rose.
maybe it had something to do with a previous situation with the people that's supposed to be having her baby for her. So people were giving their commentary in the comments or whatever, kind of like bashing her in a way. So then when it came, she did another sub only live, and when it came out that it wasn't that type of situation, it literally was about a towel and this, that, and the third. It didn't sound so bad at that point. So then people were like, "Oh, you're not wrong for this, you're not wrong for that." But then I guess because the story wasn't being told in the way that it was supposed to be, that's
Entirely.
when Rose went
Right.
live and she started telling her side, but people were able to, she still wasn't saying no names, and people were able to like put two and two together because of, the
But
support for
Kels,
the both of them. You got people.
how did she know that the story wasn't told if the live was only sub only?
Because
She probably
she's a
subbed.
sub.
She probably subbed.
She's
Yeah.
a sub, and you can,
Maybe,
when Rose was talking, you can hear therapist live playing in the background.
but Rose
Oh, okay.
she
Okay.
subbed from a fake page. That's what she did. That's how.
Okay. Okay. Got you. Okay.
Yeah,
All
she
right.
subbed from a fake page.
But I'm just trying to
So if I have a
understand,
dog and you
okay?
have a dog, if I have a dog at home and you have a dog at home and you hand me a towel, actually, if I sit on your sofa, I might get dog hair on me. It's a possibility. Dogs roam around.
You don't
Dogs
expect to dry.
shed.
You do not expect to dry on
No,
I'm
yeah,
not,
I
heavy
don't
look,
fluid
expect
I'm
hair
it to
not
now,
dry off
making,
no
Jason. Come on.
towel.
I'm not saying
No.
that a towel full of dog hair is acceptable. But what I am going to
Smelling
say
like a
is
dog.
maybe there's an exaggeration about this towel full of dog hair because nobody is going to wash a towel and put it in a cabinet if it's full of dog hair.
But
Right.
I
that's why
call
I said
bullshit.
I think this is what I picture in my mind, that she put the towels on the couch, the dog jumped on them, rolled around on them, and she didn't know that and just proceeded to fold them up.
That's what she
I
said.
think I think they were clean
That's what she
towels, and
said.
the dog, and she probably didn't see the dog on the towels because my
I
dog like
Because she
warm,
was
his
doing
blanket's
laundry.
warm.
I
But
would have
Right.
on
still.
top
I
of
don't
that,
know.
didn't you say Rose didn't address the situation immediately? She waited until
No.
they got into the car to start asking questions. That was a red
Yes.
flag right there. Because
But
again, like Kel said, she could have yelled from the bathroom, "Hey, this." Because if I know you have a dog, I'm expecting, it can happen. It's a 50-50 chance of a dog have being there. But
I don't.
go
But I
ahead.
don't know about y'all. I would have. If I'm handed a towel, I usually inspect whatever's I'm about to put on me. And that's just me. I don't know. You like flip the towel out.
I mean,
Another
I just
fact.
don't feel
That's another
like
fact.
I just would have
that's
did
why
that.
it's given to me that something transpired before that, and she was so uncomfortable that she didn't want to say something else. Like, let me not address something else. Then I would have just been
Well,
like,
yeah, because her
hey,
mom said, "Let her know your standards" or something. What her mom tell her? Let her know she needs to be aware of your standards or something like that.
Her standards.
That's what
some
Rose was saying.
standards. It's
I
a
think
fucking
that's what
towel.
the message said.
Hold on,
I
$2
think that's what the message
standards. The
said.
girl
Your
got a
mom
damn
needs to
head, the
know.
headboard that Gina Head got stuck in on the episode of Martin, and that's
Hey,
damn relevant.
Dime, I'm not doing
Standards.
this with you. Listen.
But let me
Something
address.
about that. Ain't that's what she said, Candy? Something like my her standards or something. I
I
think
don't
that's what the message
recall.
said.
I don't recall. But
She showed her mama text.
I
Yeah,
do
she
remember
showed her
hearing
mama
her
text
use
message.
that word about her standards,
Yeah,
right?
I
But
think
I
her
don't
mama
recall
said that she needs to
verbatim.
be
But
aware of your
but
standards.
but let me address something real quick because I was thinking. Okay, have y'all never met somebody who's been really hard up for a friendship? Like they don't really have friends or don't make friends easily, whatever the case might be. They really want to be your friend, and so that's what it's that's how I'm approaching this. I can't sit and say that there was some other type of relationship going on between them other than someone wanted to be a friend, saw that, you know what, the situation has gotten out of hand. I want us to preserve our friendship. Can't we work this out? That's how I'm looking
Yeah,
at it. Because I don't want to put it out there, make it seem like, okay, they were dating and
Yeah, that's what
the
I'm
date
saying.
went
And
wrong. And,
yeah,
just somebody who really wanted to be her friend, really wanted to maintain a friendship and sees that it's going south.
the
I
relationship
agree because
part
she
is what's
values the friendship.
yeah,
She actually looks at Rose for advice, and she talks to her mom as well.
yeah,
So
the relationship part is throwing me off because I'm like, where is that coming from? Is it because that we
probably
know?
because they both like girls. Maybe
Yeah,
that's why
like that's
people
what
are
I'm
saying
saying.
that.
Right.
If we didn't know that, would that be into play? Would that be in consideration?
Right. So I don't like to
Right.
add to a
Based
situation
Yeah,
off
if
of
you
that's
the
why
don't
I
know
don't
words,
it.
like
If
to
you
add.
asking
Right.
me that question based off of the words that were being used, hell yeah. Because
Oh, okay. So
everybody
it's how it
who
was told then.
yeah,
Okay.
everybody who's in the comments don't know that both of them like girls. Because I
Thank
didn't
you,
really even
Tim.
know that about therapists. I never heard her story about her trying to conceive a baby and all of that. My first time hearing that was when Trip said something on Bella Live. I didn't even know all that about therapists. So it doesn't have anything to do with it. It was how the story was being told and the words that were being used.
Okay,
If it would have
gotcha.
been anybody else, I would have said the same thing. I would have said,
Okay.
okay, something else happened between them. That sounds like some lovers.
Okay, so it was how the story was told. Okay, I guess I gotta hear how the story was told because yeah, that part's throwing me off. Um,
Can y'all
that's
tap the screen, gift the host, gift the panel? Thank you.
$2
damn, it's a lot
presents
of people in here.
$2 presents What the Spit every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Cash prize giveaway. Contestants. I just want to be the person that spits out. I can't tell jokes. But if somebody want to make me laugh, I all day. I'm there.
And there's 350 people in here. Come on now. Let's tap, tap, tap. Everybody's not tapping.
I just,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Just
I
for me, why not let her out the car? Like, okay, if you didn't want to drive back and take her home, you could have just let her out. Because she shared her location with a friend, so obviously
Or at least
someone was gonna pick her
But
up.
she did drive her home. I think
Eventually.
I would
the
at
No,
I
she
think
only
the
drove her home
exaggeration,
but I
because
would have
Rose
pulled
got
over.
man, I
loud with
think the
her.
exaggeration of how far from the first let me out, take me home, whatever, is exaggerated.
She
Right.
Because
only
you,
took her
I would
home because Rose got loud.
But
I
what
would
was
have
she
been
driving
cool
90
man,
miles per
I
hour
don't
that Rose
know.
couldn't get out of the car?
If
Like,
Rose,
come on.
if
She
I'm
wasn't
driving.
Like,
speeding.
Hold on. If I'm
if
I'm
driving
Rose
just
would have
thinking,
never got
if I'm
loud,
driving
she would be
somebody
in Florida right now.
if I'm driving somebody and they don't feel comfortable, I would at least, if I feel like we've driven too far from the original destination, I would have at least pulled over and discussed how can we then get you back to the
Back,
original
right?
destination. I would at least just talked about it and pulled over and talked about it. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I would, like that's kind of weird to just keep driving. I would have pulled over Kels, what do you feel like we can do in this situation? Cause honestly, like the gas that we just spent getting this far, what do you feel like? Like, can we just call an Uber you back? Like, I would have had a conversation at least, pulled over.
so they hadn't even driven that far. That's the
But
thing,
we
they
don't know
hadn't
that,
even driven
Jason.
that far.
We don't know that. She said time had
What?
passed.
So how much time? See, that's
We
why I
don't know
say
how
I
far
think
they
there's an
went. We don't know.
exaggeration of how far,
Right. And
because she
somebody in the
did turn
comments
around and
said,
drive her back.
right. Somebody in the comments said Rose, which I'm sure never said let me out. She said take me back. That's a difference. Because, bitch, if you want to get out, you could get out right here, but turn around and take you back. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
It don't matter if it was take me back, let me out. The girl is telling
It,
you she don't want to be with you.
yeah,
Yeah, and you would have
It's the
had to throw
same
your temper
message.
tantrum in an Uber. You would
if
have had to throw your temper tantrum in an Uber because
Exactly. It's the same
depending on how
message.
far the fuck
She
I
letting you know
got,
she
ain't
don't
no
want to be
way
with
in
you.
hell.
if
Yeah, ain't no way in hell I'm taking you back, but you about to get the fuck out
but
because I'm
yeah,
Right.
if Rose didn't have the money, right? Somebody just asked it. What if Rose didn't have the money? That's still a part of the
So
conversation. I
her
would have
friend
still
was gonna
pulled
come
over.
get her.
Oh, her friend.
Her
Okay,
friend,
so
so she
still,
shared her location. Right. So she shared her location with her friend, and her friend was gonna come and get her.
yeah. Okay.
But all of this is according to Rose, and we have known Rose to
Well,
be a
she showed the messages. No,
There's the
she
liar.
showed the
messages.
messages. Hold on. She showed the messages between her mama and between the friend when she told the friend that she keeping her against her will, whatever. And the friend said, "That's weird. Where you at? Show me share your location." Rose shared her the location.
Yeah, because as a friend, even if I can't come get you, I would have just been like, I'll pay for the Uber to get you back then or something. You know, as a friend, if I'm the friend that she reached out to, like, I'm here, this is my location. I don't know what to do. I didn't
I
plan for this. I would have just been like, all right, I got you. Let me just see what I could do about getting you an Uber back then or something if I can't come get you myself.
I think when Rose started yelling, because she said she don't yell, but when she started yelling, she said, I think that scared the therapist. And that's when she turned that car around and was like, this girl probably gonna kill me. Let me take her back.
Something is off.
Kels is not. Kels is not playing
I'm
like.
telling you
To me,
because nah,
to me,
something
the
is
only
off. I'm
thing,
sorry. It's just the
Oh
math
wait,
is
here go
just not
Rose. Here go
to
Rose.
me. Like
Here go Rose. I think that's when the girl.
Good
That
morning,
I don't know.
everyone. Hi.
Hey,
I
morning,
heard you guys trying to create your own story. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me directly? Good morning.
good morning. I was trying to relate
well,
what
one
I
of the
heard.
questions. Well,
Wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna
hold on.
tell you
First
what
of all,
they were
wait. Can we
saying.
start? Can
One
we
of the
start like?
questions was, "Did y'all bang?"
Wait, wait,
That's
wait.
they want to
wait
know.
a
Hold on.
minute.
No.
Wait. Rose, first of all, are you okay?
What?
That's. Can we start with that? Hold
No,
on. Can we,
y'all don't give a fuck if I'm okay or not. Y'all niggas creating your own story. Come
She
on,
was
ask the
I
question.
kidnapped.
didn't create no
Hold
damn
on,
She
story.
said she's
y'all.
not
Not that's
okay.
y'all. That's not y'all.
Y'all
Rose,
ain't do
I got the
nothing.
story right. First off,
That was just
I
me
got the story
PTSD.
right. Okay, I'm a good. I deliver stories accurately. Okay. Now I might have got the brand of paper towel. I might have got the brand of paper towel wrong because I said
I
Bounty,
hate you
the
so
quicker
much.
picker upper.
Rose,
I
first
hate
of
you
all,
so
I
much.
just stepped in.
I would have wanted to
Stepped
use
in here.
Bounty.
I
I
hate
didn't.
you
But
I
I
didn't
so
know.
got the
much.
story right.
First of all, I'm gonna say I didn't know none of y'all was live last night, like late last night. I went to bed too damn early. I woke up this morning and shit. People was talking about shit. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I ain't create no narrative because I'm still getting.
Okay,
Yeah, I ain't
I'm
create no
Rose,
gonna
narrative.
ask you.
Yeah, it
Okay,
ain't no
so
y'all.
what
They want
question?
to
She know who's
know.
I'm okay, y'all. I'm
They
okay. I
want
am
to
home.
know.
I am safe.
Yeah, because when it
Did
comes to a
something
matter of you getting fucked,
happen
people win.
prior to the dog towel? Did something happen prior
No,
to the dog towel to where you were
no,
uncomfortable to tell her about the dog towel?
no. Me and her never did anything sexual. We never did anything intimate. We are friends.
not even that. No. Because that's not even what
No,
I
not
was saying.
sexual. She just
What
saying
I
anything,
said
period.
was,
I'm making
yeah.
sure. I'm making sure that I'm saying that because niggas is creating their own narrative
We
already.
wasn't, and
They
that's what I'm saying, Rose. We was not trying
right.
to, you know what I'm saying, even create that narrative. We didn't want that added in. That was, I said, that was what was throwing me off. I said, where's the relationship coming from?
What? Said who said it? I said it. What?
Oh, I
I
didn't
said
know.
it. I said they was
Oh no,
representing our past together. I motherfucking said
I
it.
wasn't talking about
Ain't
you, Todd.
oh okay.
Oh,
Ain't no we wasn't trying to nothing. I said it.
oh shit. Well, there you go, Rose. I'm gonna mute.
I knew it was getting ready to happen. But my
Okay,
question,
so
imagine.
my
Anyway, come
question
on, y'all.
prior to that was there something that transpired? And I'm not talking about sexual, intimate, nothing like that. But was there something that happened on your end when you got there or between the time that you were there and taking a shower that made you uncomfortable and not want to address anything with her? Because in my eyes, to me, I know you don't like confrontation, but in my eyes, to me, it seems like that was like, okay, oh my God, now this towel is dirty. How am I going to tell this girl that this towel is dirty? How am I going to ask for another towel? Because with me, if I'm in the shower or if I see that a towel is dirty, or even if I dried off with it and I had dog hair on me, I would have been like, girl, can you please bring me another towel? You know
So,
what I'm saying?
I didn't come that morning. I had came that night.
Okay.
So I was there the night before,
I told
and
him
no,
that. I don't know why they don't be listening to me. I said that.
and no, not the night before. Nothing happened the night before. Now, have we had conversations? Yes. Has certain things transpired in conversations that would make me more cautious to how I approach certain things? Yes.
Okay.
Has she said certain things that has made me uncomfortable before and I addressed? Yes.
Okay. All
Um
right. Okay. Got you. Okay.
so I have since then learned that my friend is a little on the sensitive side. Okay. So I can't approach things as directly as I would like to because I know how my friend will react if I come at it in a certain way. So I was extremely uncomfortable about how to handle it, right? I know that she was going to be defensive. I didn't want her to feel uncomfortable. I didn't want her to feel like embarrassed and feel like she fucked up or whatever the case may be. She take shit on like that. It could be some little shit. It could be some little shit, and she'll be like, I fucked up, goddamn, oh man. And she'll get to beating herself up, like in 4K. She'll beat herself up for no reason, and it don't be that deep. She even admitted to it yesterday that she was beating herself up. She will beat herself up.
Okay, so she was aware of her sensitivity. That's valid.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
get it.
So then I think at that moment, I
Okay.
would have, it wouldn't have been, okay, the towel is dirty. I would have just been like, oh, I put it on the floor as a step mat. Hand me another towel so I could dry off.
Yeah, it couldn't do that because there was stuff on the floor already for to pick up or to catch water. Like
Oh hell no!
it was a very like difficult situation for me. That's just for me.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. We two different people, but that's
There
why
was
it
already
makes.
stuff on the floor for to catch water and stuff like that. So it was difficult for me.
All I was
So
like,
so I think people are more consumed with so you dried your whole body off with paper towel? No, y'all. I was air drying. Like while I was in there, the
I
door was
thought y'all was
closed.
just spinning in circles.
I'm screaming. I was in there and I was like brushing my teeth, washing my face, like, doing like my routine as I'm like kind of like drying off. Yes, there was bath rugs and shit on the ground already.
now I did say that I would have pulled over had you said we driving in a car together and you was like, hey, I'm not comfortable with this. I want to go back home or whatever. I would have pulled over and at least had a conversation with you how to get you back if I felt like we drove far. Like I
So
would.
we had already driven about an hour in like so we were before we even got an hour into us driving toward the opposite direction from her house. I had said at least 3 different times, take me back to the crib when we were close to the crib. I didn't just wait a whole hour later and be like, you know
Right.
what? Take me home. I didn't do that. That's weird. That's weird ass behavior.
So
I said it when we were at
Jason,
least
that's your
5-10 minutes away.
Okay, so Jason was
and
right.
that's
Okay.
what I said when I told the story. You know what? I'm gonna need y'all to start listening when I
Yeah,
tell
she was.
stories.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Rose and Tease the Fit, she did accurately when she was telling the story. She did say that. So
I did. I don't know why, but see, you see.
Yeah.
So okay, so
Always believe their ass.
the questions were, 'cause they ain't asked me these questions now, but I'm gonna ask what they was asking. Okay, so when she got
Yeah.
out the car and was talking to the friend, and you
Mm-hmm.
heard the friend's response about the
Mm-hmm.
dog mom, they want to know why you didn't get out the car then. Why did you stay and then proceed to ask her to
No,
take you back?
immediately after she had that conversation with her friend, she got in the car and I said, take me home. It
Right, so they
wasn't
want to
it
know
wasn't a
why you
wait.
didn't get out the car. Why you didn't get out the car.
Get
So
out
when
the
you
car
heard her
and
talking to
say
the
what?
friend,
So y'all want
so
me to
when
get
you
out the
heard
car and
her,
say what?
I'm staying
Get
here.
out the
That's
car
what they
and take your
saying.
ass home. Get out the car and go home. If you felt offended,
Right,
which is
so
the
that's what
reason you
they
got
saying.
upset, why you ain't go home? Why you
So
drove with somebody then said that they were holding you hostage when you were about 3 times bigger than her?
what does
Oh,
my size have to do with
but
anything?
Because if
but
somebody's
Don,
holding you hostage and it was that
Don.
serious, the way you made it so dramatic that it was against
I
your
didn't
will,
I
you
didn't say
ain't
she was
strong
holding
enough to
me.
put a bitch in a headlock to say, let me
Okay,
up
I'm
out this
dropping.
car.
I'm dropping. Bye, y'all. All right, okay.
Hold on, wait, who said
I
that?
didn't I
No, that
didn't
was
say
just me.
okay.
This too
Oh,
going
okay.
left. It's going left.
Okay.
It's going left.
Yeah, I don't
It
mm-mm.
is. Let her tell her
You,
story,
the shit
please.
that you
All
be
right.
talking on
All right,
here. I
$2.
mean,
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, damn. Let her finish telling, because
Nah,
she
it's
can't
cool because
answer
I
and
think
you talking
I
over the
don't
answer.
I don't understand why everybody assumes that because of someone's size that means that you're supposed to be beating someone up or fighting someone or you now become a bully because you're 2 times bigger than someone from your opinion. Y'all don't know the size of that woman. Y'all don't know how tall she is. You don't know. That is weird behavior to assume that I'm supposed to lay my hands on somebody because you think that I'm 10 times bigger than this person. That's weird.
Okay. So, and now you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. I
And I
felt that
didn't.
you
And what's
trusted
crazy
that
is
she
I
would take
never
you back.
said. And here's what's wild though, right? In the story, I never said that she was just holding me hostage. I said I had
No,
to
you
say
didn't.
to her, "You're trying to hold me hostage," for her to then turn back and take me back home. We were driving. From when I told her, "Take me home," we were driving. We were not far from her home. So I do not understand what the narrative that y'all trying to spin when we were close to her home when I asked her to take me
Well,
home.
that's why I was saying either way, when I ask you to take me home and you don't, you proceed to drive in the other direction, you wrong. You wrong. Because now you holding me against my will. I'm saying you
Exactly.
kidnapped me. You
Yeah,
holding me
so
against
y'all
my
y'all
hostage.
don't yeah, don't put y'all own opinion on it, because then you have people thinking that I said I'm running around saying that niggas is trying to hold me hostage and kidnap me, and I didn't say that.
Well, no, yeah, no. See, I told them that. I told them this is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I didn't say that.
Well, you answer my question.
I just want to say this, and listen, I came up here to kiki and haha, and obviously it's not a kiki haha situation anymore. It doesn't matter anybody's size, um, no matter what anybody does. Um, by y'all saying that Rose is loud and boisterous on here, um, that might not be her personality in person. And what you're doing is that if this I'm gonna just drop because child, listen,
I'm
I
saying,
ain't in.
how are
Before
there?
anybody
I'm just
speaks,
drop.
oh,
I'm gonna just
Okay,
drop.
go ahead.
okay,
Go ahead.
there's 560 people in here, and we are under 30K. Can we shut the comments off, or can they get to tapping?
So
Is this ridiculous?
I'm gonna
So
ask two
Trip
people
want to
who have
ask
met
you
me
a
in
question.
person.
You know that lady is
No,
not turning them comments off.
no. So $2 and Kels, y'all have met me in person. Do I give off confrontational? Like I like to
No,
argue and
I
shit like
told
that?
them that. I
No,
told
you
them that.
don't. You are different. Yeah, you
You
are
are
different.
different
You
in
don't give out
person.
confrontation at all.
I am very calm in person, y'all. I don't like to yell. I don't like confrontation. I don't like to do none of that shit in person. I don't like to argue. I really don't. And I think that y'all take a persona on social media, the boisterousness or the me being outgoing, and y'all define that as the person. Like, I'm introverted in person. I'm introverted on in person, which means that the social butterfly, I'm not a social butterfly in person. So now it's gonna be a problem that I'm an introvert in person. Like I can't fucking win. $2.
You can't win for losing on the
So Trip,
Don't have
They finna
personas
say
on
did
TikTok.
she
this
ask
finna
you a
validate them
question?
saying that I'm fake now. Like imagine. Now I'm finna be a
Did
fake
she
ass
ask you a
performative
question?
ass
Trip said she had
bitch.
a
I can't
question.
win. I can't
Do
win.
you mind if she asked you a question?
Why? Why?
You know what, $2? I'll just say it to you then, because it's a clarifying question. Cause see, I hadn't heard it in full, so I went and listened to 411, which is that therapist side, and she basically stated that Rose said she showered. She said she didn't tell her right then and there that it was a dirty towel, and that she later mentioned it. Well, she later asked her indirect questions like, "Do you wash your dog stuff with your stuff? Do you sanitize your machine afterwards?" Instead of just saying that she received a bad towel. Now, I actually wasn't going to say nothing negative about Rose. I was going to question it had she told therapists right then and there, or if she told therapists later, based off of the responses I heard therapists giving, would it have made a difference?
I think the therapist still would have reacted the same because she's very dramatic.
From what I heard
So
her
I
say,
think whether she told her at home or on the road, I think she would have still made a big deal about it just because of how she is naturally.
Rose,
that's
can I ask Rose a question real quick? Rose, now in person, if somebody came at your neck, right? You would give them that smoke
If
if
they
it
were
came down
disrespecting me, of course.
to
She was never disrespectful. She was hurt. She was embarrassed. Her anxiety was through the roof. I'm watching her hand shake like she's frantic. Like I'm seeing her reaction of me just telling her that the towel was dirty. I waited because I didn't know how to say it to her. So I decided that I was going to ask questions before assuming or making an ass out of myself. I was like, let me just ask some questions and see like if this could be the reason. And the reason for why I asked those questions is because I have a dog. I have a dog. So I'm like, anything could have happened. She said that she was washing clothes and washing stuff that day or that night. So I'm just like giving her an out. That's what I was doing. So the me asking the questions was giving her an out. Like, oh, you probably, you was moving quick, I was on the way and you might have slipped up. You know what I'm saying? Like a little accident. It wasn't that deep. I had also expressed to her that had she had just been like, my bad, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to. That won't happen again. We wouldn't have been here. She wouldn't have went live. It wouldn't have been none of that. But she decided to run with it. Like she decided to be triggered and defend herself and get the gaslight in me and get to turn it into something that it wasn't. And that's something that she even admitted in her own live. Before she told the full story, she was telling how she fucked up and how she was wrong and so on and so forth.
So
I
to,
was triggered at the fact that she even hit the live button to begin with when we was friends outside the fucking app. Why the fuck would you go live? That's weird behavior.
I did hear her trying to get advice from someone about a situation and about herself. She was asking this person to basically help her without giving the full story. So I did catch that part.
she
And that was way
definitely
before
did
you
not,
went live.
and neither did
Yeah,
she say your name. Nobody knew who she was talking about.
I have to be honest with y'all. If you hear somebody like spinning a whole different narrative about what the fuck transpired and saying that it's all about a paper towel or all about a towel, and you know for a fact that a person did a whole lot more shit and the towel is the least of the problem, that's gonna bother you. It doesn't matter if a person says your name or not. When you know the story and somebody decides to go live, that's almost like a person trying to silence you again. Because people gonna say, well, she never called your name. Why are you saying something? She never said your name. Why did you feel the need to go to speak your mind? No, you don't get to decide that you want to go live and tell your story because you claim that you want people to hold you accountable when you already was held accountable by the person that you had the confrontation with. Why would you go live? And then when you go live, the people are telling you that you're wrong and you stay live all day until somebody is on your side. You wait until somebody chooses your side. And even then, somebody else comes in the room and they tell you, nah, you was wrong, shorty. Like, you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have handled like that. Well, I said I was wrong. I'm being accountable for my actions. So why are you live? And then the people are telling her, well, is this person on social media? Because she ain't saying no names yet. Well, I don't know if the person is live or not. I don't know if the person follows me or not. But if they are, I hope that they would understand that I'm not trying to make them feel away. I'm just trying to get advice for me. Mind you, you a whole therapist. You have a therapist. These are strangers on the app. Why are you looking for validation in people who are not a part of the situation? And you won't even tell them the full story so they can actually help you. You're giving pieces, partial. That's not help. You're looking for validation in people. You want somebody to sympathize with you because you wronged someone that you fucked with.
The pot calling the kettle
Real
black.
quick, hold on. I like y'all concerned about why I said I dropped earlier is because they was talking about her size. I didn't want to be a part of that conversation. So now that the conversation is directed in a different direction, I wanted to come back up because I don't like the narrative that if somebody is a certain way online and then they're different offline, that means that they're a fake person. That's why I came back up here. I mean, because y'all feel like y'all need explanation on every fucking thing. Like, I just wasn't about to be a part of this her size conversation. Like, stop. But all I'm saying is it doesn't mean,
now I think I got this part wrong. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, no, it doesn't mean that they're, you know what I'm saying, like two different people, right? Like she can very much express herself how she wants online, but then offline, it does not mean she don't still have it in her. She just handles things differently in person. I think that's what people need to understand. Like, it's just wild that y'all just think like, oh, well, where's that same energy? Like all the time, really? Like 24/7? I'm pretty sure she don't want to do that 24 fucking 7.
Yeah, I don't
So Rose,
understand.
how did she respond? I remember you saying something like she said, "I got to talk to my therapist about that on Monday." What was that about?
When we've had remember when I told y'all that we've had certain conversations that I have like addressed, certain conversations that has made me uncomfortable, or certain things that she has said, and some of the things have become pattern. I guess become a habitual thing. And so, like, she would say, okay, well, that's something I need to talk to my therapist about. Okay, I mean, if we had the conversation already, you say that you understand, you say that you say that you know what you need to do, whatever the case may be. How do you manage to do the same thing again within the same week? Like, at that point, I feel like you choosing to be disrespectful, or you're choosing to not change that act. Like, you choosing to not do it. And so, like,
It's for somebody that's
Can
been
I
that
ask this real quick, and then I'm gonna drop. And I know Rose probably ain't gonna
hold
answer.
on
So
one second, Trip. Hold on one second. But for somebody that's been that way, even if you turn around and apologize for something that you've done, you're not going to just change right then and there. You're gonna try to make changes, but it's not just gonna be an instant. Okay, let me. That's
right, I'm not
probably why.
expecting an instant change, Kels. However, if I say to you, for example, um, if me and you are having a disagreement, Kels, and I say, and I call you, I like to say bitch, and I've said to you, please don't call me no bitch, right? And you're like, okay. And the first couple times you hesitate, which means I know that you catching the fact that you saying it, right? You hesitate before you don't say it. You be like, but, and you stop yourself. And then you just get to a point where you're just like, you know what? And you say it, I'm gonna look at you crazy. That's the only way I can explain it to you. I'm gonna be like, okay, so you doing this shit on purpose because you've been catching yourself before. You've been stopping it. So now the fact that you blatantly just doing it, even though you've been catching yourself, okay, I'm gonna say something about it. I'm not hounding someone. I'm not acting like I'm someone's parent. I'm just addressing the fact that you have done something and you've done it more than once in the course of a series of time, and I don't like it. I'm allowed to say that. I'm allowed to acknowledge that they're doing something that I do not like. I'm not trying to be confrontational about it. However, I can speak to something that I do not like.
Gotcha.
Okay, so $2. I got a question. I'm not trying to be funny. Therapists originally started out with Trina. That's how people got to know her or whatever. And then at one point in time, they was trying to ask therapists to ask Trina where the money was, and therapists wouldn't do it. And I think it got to a lot of people. They was like, you know what? Therapist is giving all this money, and she don't know Trina personally. I wonder what she would give somebody who she got close to. Right. So my question is, I understand what's taking place with the towel. And surprisingly enough, I actually don't think that Rose is wrong for the towel situation. I don't know how you get offended that you passing out dirty towels. But I am questioning if that wasn't, I said it earlier, some form of intentional. Therapist was not treated the best on the app when she was rolling with Trina, and perhaps therapist has not forgotten that everybody that smile is not your friend. So is it a possibility that that nasty, dirty ass towel was given intentionally because somebody used to roll with Trina and try to get people to go up against Rose used to be trying to get therapists to ask Trina questions, and maybe Rose has forgotten that, but sister therapist has not.
I will
So
say
I
that,
don't think it was intentional because you about to spend 4 days with
Okay.
this girl. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
don't think
that I will answer straight
she
up.
would do that
No, it
intentionally.
wasn't intentional because she was extremely emotional about it. She was embarrassed in real time. Like, she was genuinely embarrassed that she had gave me a dirty towel. I do not believe that she would do something like that willfully. I don't believe that she did it willfully. I don't believe that it was purposeful because she wouldn't have reacted in this fashion had she had done the shit purposeful. She wouldn't have been looking for somebody to talk to or somebody to give her advice or whatever the case may be had she had done something like that on purpose. If I felt like it was willful, the response wouldn't have been the same. I wouldn't have been so patient. I wouldn't have been understanding. I wouldn't have been kind about the situation. I would have been more aggressive. It would have been a more egregious response. But I do not believe that she did it on purpose.
Well,
Okay,
that's
Give me one moment.
can I
So
say
she
something
had
Excuse,
to
her own
AP?
washcloth, y'all. She had her own washcloth.
real
Okay.
I
quick.
have my
And
own.
said
So
that
for
a
those of
towel
y'all
was
who are
there.
wondering, I usually bring my own towels and rags. I have my own washcloth, but because I had already stuffed my suitcase, I didn't bring my towel. My towels are thick. I got a big body, okay?
Excuse me.
So
Excuse me.
I
One. I'm so sorry, Rose. One moment. The comments are about to go off until we get to 50K. The gift goal is not even halfway, and there's 700 people in here. So we just need y'all to just, participate a little bit more, please. Thank you.
Yeah, so I usually bring my own towels. I think that may be like a Caribbean thing. I usually bring my own towels. I do. However, I had already packed for 4 days. My little suitcase was a little stuffy. So I had just had my rags. I bring my own soap, all of that shit. All my own stuff.
Okay, that's not a Caribbean thing. That's a woman thing. And to
Okay.
AP,
Like,
um,
what the
I
fuck?
I wanted to say AP. So I wasn't when referencing her size. It wasn't about she's bigger than therapists, so she should be bullying therapists or telling therapists what to do. What she should not be afraid to express her feelings. That's not what I was saying. I was bringing that up and addressing the fact that when she felt disrespected or felt like she was almost being held hostage, as she said, at that moment, it's like, okay, yeah, you're my friend, but if I feel like you're going against whatever it is that I'm feeling, because obviously she was upset about the situation, there's no way that I'm going to let someone have, control over a situation that I know that I can take control over if I feel as if, somebody's putting me in a situation that I don't want to be in. Nobody's going to drive me nowhere that I don't want to be, especially after I heard you gossiping with your friends about me and I felt disrespected. I no longer want to be a part of this trip, and there's no way you're going to continue to drive me somewhere where I don't want to be. That's why I was saying that, AP.
Well, yeah, I think, I mean, I understand, but I think that even in that, I think what Rose is saying, like, just even because
Guys,
of that fact doesn't mean that she would have it in her to do anything, right? Necessarily because of the size difference. That's all I'm saying. I didn't want to be TikTok. I didn't want to be like, part of that discussion. I didn't know where that was going to go. It's going to turn. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't, that's why I was just like, let me skip out on this part.
So I don't think that people are realizing that this is a friend. Like we're talking about a friend. Like, how do y'all handle y'all friends? Are y'all not patient with your friends? If you know what kind of, if you know your friends, personality, you don't just treat everybody the exact same. Every friend doesn't get the same response depending on how they are. So
Right.
some friends you can be more direct. Some friends you can, you know what I'm saying, like you can joke about it, like, bitch, not you gave me your dirty ass towel hole. Let me get another one. I
Right.
have friends I can joke with like that. Like, bitch, I know you fucking lying. What you trying to say? You don't like me for real? Like, you can play with some friends like that. Some friends, they don't handle it well. So if I know that I have a friend who is more on the sensitive side, okay, I got to figure out how to have this conversation. So I had to navigate the conversation differently. I didn't wait 3, 4, 5 hours to tell her.
Well,
I
how
just
long
waited a
how
little
how
bit.
long y'all knew each other? Friends
Like I
or
said, I waited a good amount of time, not like 3, 4 hours, to address the fact that there had been a dirty towel given to me. Simple.
But y'all, friend is subjective, y'all. Come on. We don't, there's no cookie cutter,
Yes.
exact thing for a friend. Like, if you feel like that, that's how you feel. Just like you can't determine if somebody, starts loving a person. Like, if it's too soon for you, then it's too soon for you.
okay,
Regardless
well,
of
that's
what,
more so associate. But if she want to call her
but
friend,
that's
because
you.
if you really want to say friend is subjective, a friend is being honest. Bitch, you gave me a dirty ass towel. I'm not waiting 2 to 3 hours to tell you. If you really want to subject the friend word,
But
I'm
I didn't
confused.
wait 2 or 3 hours though. I didn't
But
wait two, three
Dime, but
hours.
hold on, but Dime,
Like what?
let's be honest though. Let's be honest though. That's your consideration. That's your rubric that you use, for a friend. If Rose just said, "Hey, I'm just trying to be sensitive around her sensitivity," then that's how she's executing that friendship with her. Like, that's just not what you would do. But then that's Rose would do something different. She would execute it different. It's just two different ways they would go about. Y'all would go about, treating that friend or dealing with that friend though. That's not to say you're wrong or Rose's even wrong, but like y'all would just handle it different. I don't understand.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you
yeah.
Because
for
Because
they,
even
sharing
from
because
my
I
that.
think
Thank
I
you.
think
Thank
people are
you.
trying to like pick me apart. They're trying to find the fault in me, and I
I mean, like,
respectfully, like I genuinely did not know how to address the situation without her feeling embarrassed and humiliated and everything in
right,
between.
And
She even
everybody,
said out of her mouth that I came to her respectfully and I had the conversation with her respectfully. Now, because I'm not giving her what she wants, because I'm not talking to her when she wants me to talk to her, because she wants me to just get over it, because it's not just about a towel, y'all. Y'all are hyper focused on the towel. It is not just
Y'all
about the
showing
towel.
out
It
today.
is
Right. I agree.
Thank you
because
for the
she
gift.
doesn't she I'm not responding the way she wants, she decided to hit the live button.
yeah,
It's
that's
not
why
just
I
about a
said that it
towel.
had to have been more. Something had to. There had to be a dynamic prior to even addressing the towel because everybody is different. Because if it would have been me, I wouldn't have even made a joke about it. I wouldn't even said, "Bitch, give me a towel." I would have been like, "Hey, can you pass me another towel?" And that just would have been that. And if the second towel she would have gave me was dirty, I would have been like, then it would have been addressed. So everybody does handle things different. Like the process of people's mind, the way they process shit is just different. So I get that, but at the end of the day, if you got issues with your fucking friend, don't hit the live button. That shit is
That's a
whack.
fact. That's a fucking fact. But that's what she
Also, this
did.
is my last question. So why when you said that when they asked you, why you didn't just put the towel on the floor and say that you used the towel on the floor, you was like there were other things that were on the floor that was already catching water, and then you turned around and say, yeah, it was rugs on the floor, because that's kind of like painting the narrative that something wasn't right at the house, and then coming back, doubling down and saying, oh, well, there was rugs on the floor, because everybody mostly have rugs on their floor, right, in the bathroom.
I still
T
put a towel
what?
down even with a rug on
T
my floor.
what?
Oh, I just realized
Yeah, I still put a towel down even with a rug on the floor. But I think is the reason why you said that, Dime, is because therapist was saying that she felt like her house was dirty, or it made her feel like
Right. That's
because
what. Yeah. That's
So
what.
do
I was
That's
y'all
what I'm
yeah, because
realize
I was
asking.
trying to
do y'all
figure out
have
where you went with that.
but
Yeah.
Kels,
That's
do
why
you
I'm
realize
asking.
that I never said those things about therapist? She said all of those things to me.
Yeah,
I
she said
never
that.
said those things. I never implied those things. She's the same one who told y'all I was beating myself up, guys. That someone asked her, "Did you do it to Rose?" Yes, I did. I was beating myself up. Yes, I did it to her. I shouldn't did it to her, which means that even though I brought the information to her, I said explicitly, "Hey, you gave me a towel that was dirty. It smelled like a dog. It had dog hair on it. Like I didn't know how to tell you because I don't want you to react. I'm just coming to you as a friend, and I'm because I respect you as to why I'm letting you know." Right? The first thing that comes out of her mouth, "Oh my God, you probably think I'm dirty. You probably think I don't clean. You probably think this. You probably think that I do that. Oh my God, I was supposed to have my housekeeper come and clean and this, that, and the third. And I should have came back home at on this day so that I had more time to clean up this, that, and the third." Like she was going off. And I didn't do anything or say anything to make her do all that.
She's
Well,
very
Rose,
self-conscious.
well,
Right.
Rose,
Yes,
let
Candy
me
girl.
ask you this. She didn't have any other towels in the bathroom. I don't know people
No,
who don't.
just that one.
She didn't
If
keep
there were other
towels in the
towels in the
bathroom.
bathroom, I would have just grabbed another one. It was only that one. It was
Well,
only
it
that
Some
one
kind
people
of
linen
towel.
seems
closet is
like,
not in their bathroom. Some people linen
oh,
closet ain't in their bathroom.
okay. It kind of seems like when you started asking the questions about how do you do this and how do you do that, it seemed like that could come off a little passive aggressive instead of just going straight to the point and say, "Hey, girl, it's got dog hair on this towel. Can I get another one?" I guess that's just how I am. I'm very direct about things.
but that's again, y'all are
I mean, but it's
y'all are
perspective.
yeah, Kels.
Nobody's saying that she have to react like that, but it's perspective.
Kels, like I think everybody's giving their own individuality on Rose, and it's like that's not her individuality though. Your individuality is not hers. Hers is not yours.
That's true. But
So
the
I'll
thing
say
But
this,
okay,
is,
so
right?
basically, so just
So
instead of saying that I need
so
another towel versus asking questions
I'll
how you
answer.
clean your house and stuff like that, that would
I
make a
didn't
person
ask about
more.
how someone cleaned their house. What the fuck are y'all where are y'all getting that from?
Well, whatever questions you ask. I
No,
mean,
y'all should be more y'all should know what the fuck the question was before y'all
no,
get to
we
trying to
shouldn't
dissect
know a
me.
motherfucking thing.
Y'all have to understand the damn
You
question. Y'all have to
whatever
understand
you
why I
asked
was
her, do
asking the
how she
question.
washed the
Y'all are just
towels
coming
and
at me.
whatever
Like,
else you asked
what the
her
fuck is
instead
that?
of just asking for another
Oh my
towel.
God. Like,
He
did
my
y'all
God
ask her all
too.
these motherfucking questions when she decided to go live and talk about me for fucking hours? No, y'all didn't ask a fuck thing, but y'all come in to try to dissect me when I ask questions based off who she is as a person, based off of how she handles things. Like I'm grateful for the fact that she even tried to make me comfortable, and so I'm confused as to how to handle and approach a situation when I know that the girl already got a whole lot of other shit going on. And on top of that, she's trying to be accommodating to me, and I done fucked around and got a dirty towel. I don't know how to express that to her without her taking offense.
Rose, I wouldn't even let it. Like, I wouldn't let the dissection of you.
Like niggas don't like. I'm trying to figure out what kind of friendship do they have. Like, well, how do y'all handle y'all friends? Like, do you know when your friend is more sensitive than others, or do you just handle all your people the same? And how
Well,
long do y'all
one,
friendships last?
I don't call everybody friend, and the friends that I do have, I could tell my friend, "Hey, girl, you got dog hair on this towel." I don't even have to do that. I could just ask for another towel. But we're not dissecting you. And then the other thing is, you telling us just fine how you feel.
But certain people you have
Why
to
do y'all
handle
think that I
in a
didn't tell
certain
her how
type
I
of
felt?
way, though. Certain people
Why
you
do
have
y'all
to handle
why
delicately.
so is this now a narrative of I didn't tell her how I felt, so I just decided to hit the live button? Is that what
It's
you're trying to
not.
push?
No, Rose. It's them assuming. That's all it is. And
What the fuck?
I don't think you need
AP,
to.
No,
nobody
I
is
listened to what she
assuming
said.
nothing.
She
The
said she asked her,
question that
"How do
was
you clean your towels? Do you disinfect
right,
your washing
exactly.
machine?"
Instead of just asking for another towel, I would feel more comfortable with my friend just saying, "Hey, can you give me another towel?" Or even if you would have made up something, "Hey, I wet this towel up by mistake. Can you give me another towel?" Versus asking me, "How do I wash my towels?" Because why the fuck is that important? I gave you a towel. You needed another one. You could have just asked for it. That's why I'm saying that. AP. Now, AP, I don't like the fact of that you switching up saying, "Oh, we just assuming," because Rose did say that. She said she asked her, "How does she watch her towel?" She did ask her that.
No, I asked.
I'm
So I
not.
asked 3 questions. I asked one question. I said, "Hey, do you I said, how do you go about washing your dog stuff?" That was the first question. And she was like, I wash them with detergent. I'm like, okay. So I realized, okay, I got to ask it in a different way. So I said, do you wash your dog stuff with your regular stuff sometimes? She was like, nah. I said, okay. I said, do you sanitize the washer after you like wash your dog stuff? She was like, yes. I said, okay. So the reason why I'm asking is because the towel that I received was full of dog hair and it smelled like a dog. And I said, I have a dog at home, and sometimes, the mistake can be made. I understand, but it smells like a dog. There's dog hair all in the towel. And I didn't know how to bring that to you. And so she was like, and that's when she was like, oh my God. And she was hysterical. And she was like, I'm embarrassed. I don't know what to do. Oh my God. That wasn't my intention. I should have went home on Monday so I could clean up better. And are you okay? Oh my God. I fucked up. I'm dirty. I'm this, I'm that. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't call you dirty. I'm not saying that you're dirty. I understand it's a mistake. I get it. I'm not saying those things. I just came to you to be respectful and let you know what happened.
If you
And
had
so she's
already
like,
been at her house and you guys were traveling to another place, another destination, why would it even be important to tell her about the towel with dog hair on it on your way to another place? Because you wouldn't even have to have that same worry because the dog wouldn't be there and there would be different towels.
so now I'm wrong for telling her that there was hair on the dog.
It's
I mean, that
probably
was
she's
hair on the
making
towel.
her
Wait,
aware
That's
of
the
it.
The
question.
fuck?
what?
She's
Y'all,
making her aware of it.
What?
this can't be
Right,
real.
she's making her aware of
This
the
can't be real.
situation.
It can't be real. So now
Now
I'm
that
wrong for
was a
telling her that there was
strange
hair on
question,
the towel.
ma'am.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
So I'm wrong for telling her that
What
there
was
was
the
hair on
purpose of
the
So
making
towel.
her aware then,
see,
but not
well,
earlier
Well,
when
she
you
had to use
needed
the
another
goddamn
towel?
towel. What are you talking about?
because
She gave her
If
the
you
she
needed
that
didn't
another
ask
towel.
it like
towel,
that.
Y'all,
why
the
not ask
issue
her
is
when you
not
needed
really
Yeah,
it?
Do
about
y'all
the
realize? Hold on,
issue
hold on, hold
is
on. Do
not
y'all
really
realize that?
about the
Do y'all
towel.
realize? Oh, thank you, Candy
She
Girl. I was gonna say,
just
do y'all
said
realize that she's
first.
making it about a towel and it's
She
not
just
about a
said it was the
towel?
only
Correct. It's
fucking
not
towel.
about
So
a
y'all should have
towel.
been moved on from there. Like, and
It's not
after she
about the
said that was the
towel.
only fucking towel, you should divert your attention to the other facts of the
I said that
conversation. Like,
earlier.
I don't know
It's
She
not
said
why.
it wasn't
about the
about the
I
towel.
towel.
know it's not Rose,
Y'all
but
are
I'm just
hyper
saying,
focused
like,
on a towel. The towel was the least of my concern at that point. It's not about the towel. I get y'all want to ask questions about the towel because y'all want to put y'all input and y'all opinion on what the fuck y'all would do. Okay, I get it. Everybody would have handled it differently. Understandable. But guess what? Rose didn't hit the live button and make her friend content. Rose didn't hit the live button and get the disrespecting and insinuating and adding shit and making something more about something else than what it really was about. Rose didn't do that thing to her friend. Rose didn't choose to make her friend content. Her friend decided to hit the live button and talk about her friend for hours at a time.
Well, did they
Hours.
know it was you until you went live and told them that it was?
So hold
Bless.
on. Now let me just say, somebody in the comments, I can't remember what page it was. I think it, whatever it is, it has a Hamza next to it, and it says something about seeing or whatever. When she first told the first scenario, nobody knew what the hell she was talking about. People were assuming that she was talking about a situation that happened prior to with the couple that's supposed to be having her baby. So that's what they were giving her advice on, and they wasn't really giving her advice. They were kind of tearing her down in the comments. So then she came back and did another live, which was a sub only live, and then that's when she started getting a little bit in more detail about the story, but she never said Rose's name. So then someone came up in the panel, and gave their input, and then they spotted the person who was tearing her down in the previous live, the same person with the Hamza, and was like, you need to apologize, da 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 da. So when, I guess because that person had just came in the room, so then they went back, they wrote in the comments, oh no, this isn't right, I'm about to go get Rose. So they wrote that shit in the comments. I saw it. So then I guess maybe they left and went back over there. I'm not really sure what happened because I was still on Therapist Live. I was actually half asleep. And that's when she was like, well, if she's live, then that's fine. She can be live and blah blah blah. She still never said your name. But then I don't know what happened after that because I went to sleep. Somebody did come over there and carry a bone.
And the fact of the matter is this, and I stated this earlier, if you heard somebody retelling or relaying a story, even if they weren't using your name, you know it's you, and you hear the story being mistold. Aren't you not going to speak up? Let's keep it real.
I don't know. I mean,
Miss Candy,
sometimes
not me, because it was
it
embarrassing
depends.
shit. Everybody would have knew I came on vacation without no towel, and then I got a towel that smelled like dog. I had to use the paper towel to dry off. Hell no,
You know
I
what,
wouldn't have said
Dime?
nothing. Hell
But
no,
you know what?
I
I'll
would have
say
never
this.
said
it's,
I'll say
nothing.
it's,
this.
listen,
I'm not
we would
okay.
speak up.
But Candy
I'm
girl,
sorry.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I think because it's me, people are looking for a reason to make me a problem, and that's okay. I get that. I'm not about to sit up here and feel like I'm being silenced. I'm not. If me and a person already had a conversation about what transpired and what we can do moving forward, we came to a resolution, and you decided that you hit the live button and get the talking in parables about the situation, and you've been talking about me all day, and people telling me, people in the comments trying to say I'm inserting myself. How, when it was about me? What the fuck are y'all on? It was literally about me. So you go live and you're speaking in parables and you're like, oh, I don't know if the person is live. I don't know if the person follows me on social media. I don't know if the person can see this. I just don't know. But it's about me right now. It's about me. Even though you're talking about me. And when you start the conversation, you're not asking people for advice. You're saying, well, I learned today that I just can't be perfect for other people. I learned today that I just can't be up to certain people's standards. What? Like, how do you gather that from everything that had transpired? And it's not just about a towel. So you decide that you want to hit the live button and get to talking. Why? For what reason? You go to strangers to find validation in other people. And then when you get the opinions of others, you then get the quoting Bible scriptures and shit talking about he who's without sin cast the first stone, but you hit the live button. You wanted people to judge you and look at you a certain type of way. You did that. I didn't go live on her. But you talk about it for hours and hours and hours because you wanted me to see it. That's what y'all failing to realize. Because I was not talking to her, because I was upset, I was not talking to her. So she chose to hit the live button to be heard.
And
Yeah.
she did say that. I didn't know who she was talking about, but the person that she was talking with, she did relay that whoever the person was did not want to talk with her.
I feel like
So
the
maybe
only
that
thing
was a
that
way for her
therapist
to get
did
across to
wrong,
you.
And
the
that
only
was wrong, Candy Girl. And she
I
don't
the only
agree.
understand that
thing
that is fucking wrong. So people are justifying her, justifying what she did by saying, "Oh, well, it's her live and it's her content." It wasn't content. This is not content. This is something that happened outside of social media. Y'all would not be okay with somebody that you claim to be your friend, associate, or everything in between decide to come on social media and make some shit about a dirty towel when it wasn't about no towel. Y'all wouldn't be okay if y'all friend decided to hit the live button on you.
Yeah,
Right.
she.
That's
I agree.
that's
She
my
should have never
question,
went
Rose.
live. She should have
Had
never
she
went
not went
live.
live, where would the relationship be right now?
Right.
I would be able to have a conversation with her with a clearer mind to come to a resolve. We would be able to have a conversation. However, she took that away from me when
Yeah.
she decided to hit the live button, and
Right.
people not understanding that.
No,
If she
I
had not went
understood
live, we
that.
would not be here.
Right.
Man, when she
No.
kidnapped me, she
So
took that away.
No,
The
because I understand
T.
that the people. No, stop saying that. $2. It's not funny.
heck?
It's not
because
funny because it's
before you
800
came in
people
here
in here, and they're gonna
earlier,
think that I said that.
Yeah, they
Stop
gonna
saying
run with
that.
that narrative
right?
T.
Before
Stop
you came
saying
in here
that.
earlier, I get what you're saying with where because I look at it as that therapist is very stubborn. So and she probably didn't take you serious when you was like, take me back, da da da. She was like, oh no, da 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 da. We still going out with us. Let's go, such and such, whatever, and kept
Yeah, she was
driving.
like, "Oh, I made the reservations. We gonna have fun.
And
Like
and
we gonna
and
have a good
because
time." And I'm
therapist has
like,
a
"But
very
I'm uncomfortable
dismissive,
now."
she has a very dismissive attitude, right? Like,
Yes.
oh yeah, like no, da da da, da, like willfully obtuse to certain situations. You get what I'm saying? And I until you said, hey, you're holding me against my will. That's when it kind of like clicked, like, oh, I'm fucking up.
Yes.
You
Literally.
get, yeah, I'm saying, or whatever.
Right.
And that's when the situation she turned around, however, so and now she's really embarrassed. Now the towel, now she embarrassed. Now she really feeling like, okay, I'm a villain, I'm the bad guy. Let me try to clean it up. Let me go live and see if I can get some people to understand my point of view without really giving out information, or whatever. And because she went live, that really heightened it up. Had she not went live, do you think you and her would have had a regular conversation down maybe a day or two later where it would have
Yes.
been a civil
Yes.
And let
Because
me
conversation?
just
So
because
is it the
tensions really do
live that
high.
really
But here's the
heightened it?
thing, right? When you strip someone, when you're attempting to strip someone of their own fucking right, you do things that you want to do. Like you go live, you decide that you want to speak about it, you go and tell people about it, you go against, you know what I'm saying? The privacy of the friendship that you have with somebody else, and you run and tell somebody that you and y'all had a disagreement of some sort. When you're stripping somebody of their right to say something, that's what people fucking do. So you decided that you wanted to go live and be heard. You knew that I'm on the app. You knew that I was going to hear it. It hadn't even been 2 hours yet after we had the conversation. I said, I just need some time to think. And she didn't like that. And she said that multiple times yesterday. She didn't like the fact that I said, I just need time to think. I need time. I need time because this is a lot. There's a lot to process. And I said to her, I said, yo, I'm not mad at you. I understand that your emotions was high and shit. I get that my emotions became high. And I know that it's a whole lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, that didn't have to go the way that it did. I had this conversation before I left.
So
Before I left
when she
from
went
her
live,
house.
though, Rose, so in previous situations, we've prevented people from being on live or stopping live. Do you think, as her friend, like, hey, you need to stop this right now? Could you have called her and interrupted the live to stop it, to say, hey, before you go too far, or
She already
before you
said
ruin
out
the
of her mouth
friendship?
that it wasn't about me. She claimed that it's about her and what she did and how she was wrong. So she claimed that the lie was about her speaking to how she was wrong and how she had wronged me. That's what she claimed the lie was about. However, when she got the answers that she needed, she kept going. And then at one point, she then tried to blame me. At one point, she tried to turn it on me. And her same comment people had to come up there and tell her, no, you wronged her. You were wrong. You were wrong for what you did. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, because I was drifting off. That's the shit she's saying in her life. I was drifting off from it. And yes, I did wrong her and this, that, and the third. Like doing a whole lot of shit on live for no reason. When you could have just ended the live and everybody in her live is telling her to end the live and she's choosing not to.
Yeah,
She
this
chose
sounds like a
not to.
friendship, a walk on eggs type of friendship, a walk on eggshells. Like, because how do you have a friend where you can't navigate through a simple conversation? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking about the
Well, some
towel.
friends are
There's some,
delicate though. Some
yes,
friends are delicate, and you have to
yep.
hold, treat them delicately.
But
You
right,
can't
but
you can't
and
say certain things to everybody. You gotta
Exactly.
tiptoe. You
So
have to
I'll
tiptoe
be
around them.
clear. I'll be clear, Kels, just to clear this up because I know that she was in her live. She never has to walk on eggshells with me. It's me walking on eggshells with
that's
her.
what I'm
Right.
saying.
It's
That's
me.
what
It's
I'm
me.
saying.
It's me like having to navigate. She can talk directly to me because I can handle it. I can't do the same for her.
Exactly. And you
So
can
I
clearly
gotta
see
pick and
that
choose
with
my
her on
words
here.
wisely. And mind you, I came to her respectfully. Shorty still hit the live button and was feeling away and caught herself being emotional. Mind you, saying that I didn't do nothing wrong to her. And that's what people are not hearing because a lot of people wasn't around. They didn't hear her saying multiple times, this person did not wrong me. This person did not do me wrong. This person did not hurt me. I hurt my own feelings because I was assuming. I hurt my own feelings because I put some shit on her that she didn't
Yes.
say. These are the
And I
words
Yeah.
that
heard
came
her
out of
tell the
I
her
heard
lady
her
mouth.
that
saying
was in the
that.
box. I heard her
I
say
heard her
that.
saying that.
So why these people sitting here trying to make you out to me to be this like terrible ass person? I did not wrong her. I did not hurt her feelings. I did not intentionally do anything to harm this woman at all. I came to her respectfully and told her that it was a situation. I did not wait 3-4 hours to let her know. I did not wait a long time. I told her, I confronted it, like I brought it to her, not in a confrontational manner, but she met me with confrontation. She was aggressive towards me. She was disrespectful towards me. She was defensive. She
Can
was
I ask a
gaslighting
question,
me.
Rose?
And I'm
I
and I'm
got a
not making
question.
this
I
up.
got a question to the
I'm
people
not
in the
making this
comments.
up. This is
How
literally shit she said out of her own mouth. I'm not
So let
even
me ask you a real question, and I don't want it to be sensitive or nothing like that, but at what point did you decide to let me try being friends with the therapist, knowing her history from your earlier lives? Because people think that you group with therapists because of Trina, but you and
no.
therapists knew
She
each
was
other
in my life
way,
before
way
she met
before
Trina. So for
Trina
those of
even
y'all
came
who
about.
because everybody want to know, therapist was in my lives before she met Trina. Before all that Trina shit, therapist was in my lives.
Right. I knew that.
Me and her was cool before all that Trina shit. When she decided that she wanted to hop on that Trina and do all type of weird shit with Trina and entertaining the bullshit and the lies, I cut her off. However, I was not bashing her. I was not doing none of that shit. I was still trying to be a friend to her. In fact, when she was the very first time me and her got into something, it was we was on a panel I asked her to come up because she was saying something about how niggas was doing Trina dirty or some shit like that. And I asked her to come up, and I'll never forget. It was um Trip got on her ass. That was the very first time Trip and her ever had an interaction. Trip got on her ass, and I was like, wait, 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 wait. No, 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 y'all don't do it because when Trip said something, 3, 4 other people decided to say something to her, and I'm like, we not gonna jump, we not gonna jump. I was playing it off like y'all chill, chill, chill. I told therapist drop to the comments like this ain't the type of live like it ain't gonna go the way you wanted to go. And she was like, no, 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 I got it, Rose. I got it, Rose. And I was like, no, don't do that. Like, chill. Then me and her got into it. And then she from that first time, um I was like, you know what, I said I can't be, close with you because of how you're handling this Trina situation, so I'm gonna just take a step back. But me and her was still cool even when friends with attitude and her, she had that damn interview. Me and her was not on the best of terms, but she was still a friend to me. So I was still defending her, even when me and her was not seeing eye to eye. I don't know if y'all remember that when I went live
Hmm.
and I was tearing fucking friends with attitude to fuck up because she did her wrong in that interview. Me and her was not at
Right.
the like we weren't seeing eye to eye, but she was still a friend to me. So I was still going hard for my friend. Like, nah, you're not gonna do her like that. That's some weird ass shit. And from there, like we had a conversation, and like we made amends. And so she started coming around, shit like that again. So it wasn't because, well, I didn't like Trina and I just wanted to hurt Trina's pockets as to why I became friends with that therapist. I was friends with her before then.
Well, I
Yeah.
needed. I wanted you to tell the people that,
Yeah,
but
all that context helps though,
it
because
does, and that's why that's because people in the comments and even before they were saying like, oh, it was a get back at Trina, or you using her for the money, and I'm like, no, they had a relationship prior to, or whatever. So has and I'm this is another question that a lot of people have been saying: has therapists ever made any advances at you before
I'm
or
not answering those
recently?
questions.
Okay,
That's
respectful. I
oh,
respect that.
okay.
I got a question for the comments. How many of y'all would want to know if y'all had dirty towels that y'all was giving away to y'all guests? Is that not something you would
Especially
want
if
to
you have
know?
a pet.
I
Wouldn't
would.
y'all want to? Exactly. So what do y'all
I would want to
mean?
know, but I don't want you questioning
Exactly.
me about how I do my laundry.
But if you got a friend that you got to tiptoe around and to get to Z,
yeah,
you may
Dime.
have to go. You may have to go through numerous of questions in order to arrive at Z.
But every
I can
friend,
see
you have a
that.
different communication style with all kind
Right.
of
So
friends.
that's probably how you gotta treat
But I
her.
want y'all to understand that therapists never had no problem with how I approach a situation. It wasn't until she went live and respectfully, people with the idea like Dime came to her and then put that shit in her head. I'm not gonna hold you. She never had a
People with
problem
the
with how I
idea, like,
approached
I
it.
ain't said shit to therapist, sweetheart. I
I'm
barely
not
listened
saying
to.
that you did, girl.
Oh,
Calm your ass
oh.
down. I said the
No, I ain't
idea,
gotta
the
calm a
mindset that you
motherfucking thing
had,
down.
Goofy.
You said it.
God
You
damn,
a
girl,
goofy
no, stop.
bitch.
You've been trying to
You a
come at me the
goofy.
whole
Oh
fucking
You a
Wait a
time.
minute.
grown
Wait a
Lord.
ass
minute.
motherfucking
Wait a
woman that
minute.
went
Hold
on a.
We
Around.
we we, we
Move
don't want to get the
around.
live shut down.
Please. Like,
Keep
move
it real,
around.
KLB.
hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Come on now. We
Like,
got
how did she
let's
take
keep
it
it
as me talking
respectful.
about her directly when I
Let's
said
keep it
the thought
respectful.
process? She ain't
You
the
should have
only
had this
person.
energy with that therapist,
She's not the
bitch.
only person. You're not my friend, ho. The fuck?
You should
Bitch,
have had that
I ain't
energy
gotta
with
have the same energy
therapist,
with a
bitch. That's why you
motherfucker when
got a
you're not
dirty
my
towel,
friend. You was
bitch.
a weird
That's
ass
why
bitch,
you
and
got a
in
dirty
real life, bitch,
towel.
I will give you
That's
what you
why
want
you
in real
got
Okay,
a
you
life.
dirty
guys.
towel.
In real
That's
life,
why
I
you
give
got
you
a
what you
dirty
want in
towel,
real life. I
bitch.
promise you. I will
You
give it
know
to
you
you in real
won't.
life.
No, you won't. No,
This
you
ain't no
won't.
TikTok
Okay,
shit where I
please,
mean
you
that.
guys.
I
Let's
mean
protect
that.
the live. Please send hearts and
Goofy.
roses, puffy hearts and roses.
The
Y'all,
fuck?
please
Bitch, you
tap
not
the
a motherfucking
screen.
friend to me. How the fuck is you mad? Cause what the fuck? I don't handle my friends
850
like how you
people in
handle
here.
yours, weirdo. Don't get beside yourself. Y'all
Thank
think because
y'all.
I'm being nice to my friend
Did she get
off the
reported? Where
app
she
that
go?
I won't address you, bitch. You got the right one.
Um,
You don't think that I'm just talking just to talk. Be fucking for real.
Come on, y'all. It shouldn't even have to result in this. Like, this.
How the fuck do she find a reason to try to come at me? Who are you, bitch? This ain't even your story.
Yeah, like at the
Be
end of
for
the day,
real.
this ain't even about no
This
particular.
ain't even about her.
Yeah, like come on now, y'all. It don't have to get to this point. Like we could just talk about it and then that be it. But
Just as sensitive as the bitch I'm talking about. Because how the fuck did you make it about you and I didn't make it about you? I said the same ideal, the same ideology that you have.
and another thing I want to address: why are y'all mad as fuck about people even making friends on this app when it's people in whole fucking relationships within the last 2 months that have made it official with motherfuckers on this app? I don't even understand that logical thinking. Like y'all don't got the same energy for other motherfuckers who's now in fucking relationships, but y'all to sit here and question a motherfucker for calling somebody a goddamn friend. Y'all need to be fucking for real, because y'all be doing that fake shit all the fucking time, commenting on the fact that, oh, why are you calling her a friend? Why you gotta do you have the same smoke for other motherfuckers that are in fucking whole life relationships? Like y'all don't have nothing to say to them, but y'all got everything in the fucking world to talk about a motherfucker who want to call somebody a goddamn friend. Y'all don't talk about, like, come on now. You talking about stand on fucking business. Y'all, the comment section, y'all motherfuckers don't stand on nothing. That's Rose, weird as fuck. if you still feel like the relationship is still salvageable, in my opinion, I wouldn't give nobody else no more information about the situation.
Would you trust somebody who decided to hit the live button on you and talk about you for
Well,
fucking
but
hours
you
after you told them that you needed time
but hear me out.
to
Hear me
just
out.
process what the fuck happened, and they didn't even give themselves time to process what the hell happened, and they got to create their own narrative, spinning their own shit, putting everybody else in their motherfucking head, other people ideas who don't know the full story, so that they
Y'all,
can
y'all gotta
have something
relax. Fuck all y'all telling me to
to
relax in the
fall back
goddamn
on.
comments. Fuck all y'all telling me Wait to a minute. relax in Wait the a minute.
Oh,
AP. goddamn comments. AP. Don't fucking
AP,
do that shit.
this is not
Hold on,
about
wait
you
a minute,
right
He
wait a
now.
minute,
expressing
wait a minute.
himself.
All
Wait a
right,
minute, AP.
activate.
wait. Let me address something real quick.
I'm not a
Because we're
mod on
trying
this
to actually
page.
discuss and
See,
partake in the conversation just like everybody
this
else.
is my
But bless
backup.
your heart, you're
It's
the
not
main.
about you right
Hold
now.
on,
You're
but
making
you're
it
the
about
main
you.
bitch saying it's not about me. But you
I
keep
get it,
adding
but
in the
she was
fucking
she was in the
I'm
conversation.
a
middle of
bitch. Your
expressing
mama a bitch.
herself, and you talking. You want to talk to the
And you can
comments.
shut the
It's a
fuck
time
up.
and a place for
You can
everything. When
shut
she
the
got
fuck
through
up.
talking, you
Not
could
you.
have
I'm not
addressed the
talking to you,
comments.
mess. I'm talking to Bless. I'm talking to y'all fucking hypocritical ass motherfuckers who want to say it's not about me, but you keep commenting and adding me in the fucking comments. And then you want to
I
bring
ain't
your
added
ass.
you one
Then
time.
you want to bring your ass back up here though and be a part of the conversation the way I'm trying to be a part of the fucking conversation. So either it's about me or it's about the conversation.
Now it's
And you
about you.
fucking
It's
sit here and
about
address
AP.
too, bitch.
Oh, it
You're
gotta
not
be
doing
about
shit.
AP.
You're not doing shit.
Oh
You're not
Lord, it's
controlling
about
shit. Shut the fuck
AP.
up.
Oh wow, people are just so mean to AP.
Shit,
It's always
shut
about
your bitch
her.
ass up. Ain't nobody doing. Come on now,
It's
shut
always
that
about
shit the
AP
fuck up.
Okay,
getting dressed
so
down by
one
all
moment,
kind of
please.
folks on the
Bless you.
app.
I'm
It's
about to
always
make an
about AP.
announcement. One moment. One moment. Please mute. Okay. There's 870 people in here. Let's get the taps up to 80K. Right quick. Please send roses and puffy hearts just to protect the live because there's a lot going on. Please. Where's Rose?
He didn't.
I hope she was being recorded.
Did she drop or did she get dropped?
No, she left.
Okay.
And no one's scared of y'all either. So I don't give a fuck. Y'all. It just
Who's y'all, AP?
it baffles me. Everybody else can be a part of the conversation, but y'all will go in on certain motherfuckers who trying to be a part of the conversation. Make it fucking make sense. Make it make sense. None of my situation. Y'all sitting here saying it's not about me, but all y'all in the fucking comments thinking that y'all trying to get me out the box by talking about silly shit that don't even got shit to do with the fucking conversation. Shut your dumb ass up. All of y'all fucking dumb as fuck.
Well, that'll do it.
Gosh,
What's up, Bless? What did you want to add to the conversation?
What I wanted to add was that if someone is your friend, I don't understand how a towel leads to them keeping you in the car against your will to the point where you can't talk about it and they got to go live talking about you. And then you don't want them talking about you going live, but then you go live talking about them. The whole thing seems passive aggressive and inefficient in friendships. So possibly at all, maybe it wasn't a friendship at all.
The story is not about the towel. The towel
Right.
situation is giving context. It's not about the towel and the friendship based on the towel.
It's
It's
about
not
the
about
stuff
You
that
that.
want
happened.
It's
It's
about
about
the
And
the
then
stuff
stuff
I
that
that
hey
said,
y'all,
happened.
good
It's a
morning.
yeah,
one
happened.
but
moment.
then I
Bless,
You have
just
said
to
the
listen.
understand
towel
it's
led
not
to you
It's
being in the
a
Hold
car held
towel.
against
on.
your
Who is
will.
this?
She not
Wait a
listening.
minute, Big.
I
Hold on,
said being in the
now.
car being held against your will.
There's
That
a
was the
lot of
next
stuff
step.
that transpired in between
Right.
that, ma'am.
In between
Must have
that.
missed it
Did
because
you
she
listen
gave
to the
us a
whole
lot of
story?
context.
I've been here since the beginning.
I
Okay.
don't
But
know.
then you know it's
So
not about the
the
towel.
part about her talking to her friend about her, that was uncalled
But
for.
Right.
Rose
And then
talked
when we
about
went
her mama to
live, it
her.
was I
Rose
asked
called
her.
her mom and told her about her.
Yeah, but her mama ain't on no 4-day trip with them. You telling somebody that I now have to spend 4 days with, so you're painting this negative narrative in their head, and I gotta sit and eat in their face, and they already looking at me in a negative light. There's a difference.
It's a big difference.
It's a
Can
big
I say
difference. I
something?
gotta go out of town with these girls, and you now got me out here looking like a fool, and you ain't even telling them the correct story.
And
So
they
how
don't
would you
even
have
know my
handled that,
name.
Bless?
I
They
wouldn't
never
go out
met
of
me
town with
before.
someone I couldn't tell that they had a dirty towel and give me another one.
Okay,
So I
can I
just came
just
back
quickly
up
say
to say,
something?
it's the only
It's not
towel.
about the towel. You guys are missing the like common theme of this. It's the fact that when you are going out of town with someone, you would hope that you'd be able to be open, honest with one another if something bothers you, right? Clearly, there's an issue here. She's not able to have a
okay, if it's not
conversation with
about the
someone
towel, why did the towel come up?
because that is literally the
Because
reason
that's
why the
the start
conversation
of it.
occurred.
That's the start of it.
Okay, so then
Right.
it's
Like,
about the
why are we
towel.
Oh
No,
my
because
God. Like
it went
y'all
from the
gotta do
tile.
y'all lack critical
It
thinking
the
skills?
tile
Like
right. The
No,
tile
you
is no
fucking
Now,
lack
longer.
critical
look,
thinking
I have
skills. Don't come up
evaluated
here having
and
a
critical
conversation and
thinking
fucking
skills.
insulting
So,
nobody.
you
critical thinking
cut
skills is
me
not the
off.
highest level of thinking. It's are you able to evaluate something after you've put it
Well,
together,
are
baby?
you?
So, don't
Well,
talk
are
And
about
she
you?
and she
critical thinking skills
Are
when
evaluated
you
we can
that
talk
her
able?
about
friend
evaluative skills.
she
Are you able to?
evaluated
Okay, hold
she
on.
evaluated her friend and that she could not just be direct with her friend based on how her friend reacts. She beats up herself. So
Yeah.
that is what she evaluated before the towel situation, ma'am.
What's
It's
up, being
bigger than
How you
the
doing?
towel.
What's her name?
Yes, they've
What's your
had
name?
previous conversation before. The previous things have happened within the friendship that have made her realize that, okay, I have to handle this in a different type of situation. And because Rose is so direct, she reached out to her mom like, okay, how can I handle this? They do this
Right.
all the time, like Mama Rose, that's what they call her. She's in the background. They always have conversations. So it's a lot of things are a lot deeper than what the surface is. So sometimes you can't just look at what's going on top.
On top of
Big
that,
ED, hold on. With Big
conversations that
ED, what's
people
up?
have with one another that go deep, there's chances that people have told one another their traumas or whatever the case may be. We don't know to the extent of their friendship, right? So clearly that's a situation where she's walking on eggshells, right? So just because we have disdain for somebody on this app don't mean that we can't just separate the way that we feel from the situation itself. The shit don't make no sense. Are y'all taking a bath with a dirty towel? Are y'all gonna open your mouth and tell the person the shit is dirty? Are you afraid that you can't tell the person the shit is dirty? Like, come on now. We gotta separate the two. Like, it's childish.
No, it's not childish. What's childish is putting yourself in a position where you have to be beholden to someone and their cleanliness standards. Me personally, I don't need to stay with anyone. I can get a hotel room on my own. I can bring my own
And I
stuff.
don't want to hear
Yet I
nothing
don't
from
have to
I
be
don't want to hear
beholden to
nothing
anyone
from
because it's a childish situation
I
to be
don't want to hear
beholden to
nothing from
someone.
fraud lady anyway talking about somebody lack critical thinking skills cuz
Bitch,
bitch
you
you
wake
was
up
a
in the
criminal
morning
and got
angry.
caught.
Go get
You
some
was a
dick, a
criminal and got
job,
caught. You talk
brush
about
your
critical
teeth,
thinking, bitch, you
wash
got
your
caught. You went to
coochie.
prison,
Like,
hoe.
stop
You want to
yelling on
talk
the
about
internet. You
critical
gotta be
thinking.
bigger and a
Critical
Wait,
thinking,
she
bitch. You
went to
should have thought
prison?
your motherfucking way
like,
out
bitch, wake
of
up
prison, bitch.
and
That's what
brush
you should
your
have thought
teeth
about. Talk
before
about
cussing
critical
out the
thinking skills.
people. You're
Actually,
so
bitch, I
miserable.
worked 16 hours last night. Matter of fact, ho. So
You're a
I been up.
miserable,
I been up. I
dirty
didn't wake up.
bitch.
You a
I
dirty
can hear
bitch.
it.
You a dirty
You
bitch.
dirty
You
ass
a
Dade
dirty
County hoe.
bitch. You a dirty
You're
bitch.
a
Woo,
dirty ass
Lord.
Dade County fucking hoe.
You a dirty
Dirty
bitch.
ass
Caps
I
and
don't want to
bitch.
roses,
hear nothing
please.
about
No
critical
Please
thinking
protect the
from
edges.
live.
fraud lady. I have
Caps
plenty of
and
Boogers
roses,
edges.
in your
please.
I
nose,
have
boogers in your
plenty
nose, in your
edges, bitch.
eyes,
I have
bitch.
plenty edges, bitch.
Toenails black,
Can y'all
Critical
argue in your quiet
thinking,
voice?
critical
go do
thinking, but
something
went
with
to jail. You
yourself.
want to talk about
You
somebody
lack
thinking
critical
skills? You should
thinking
have thought your
skills. Go
motherfucking
open
way out
a
of jail,
book.
you
Go open.
dumbass bitch.
Hold on, ma'am. We don't like no mess over here, but why did you go to jail?
Oh,
We just
hell
That's
nosy.
not what we're here
no.
to talk about. Y'all bitches always trying to move the
What? We don't like
goalposts.
no mess.
Die.
We just nosy.
I'm gonna let you know when we're in our
Edna,
30
don't answer.
people lives. Dude,
Edna,
I'm
Your
I'm
Edna,
here
ADD
every
is kicking
day.
We
in.
don't
Let's
like
stick
no
to the
mess. We
topic.
just
Edna,
nosy.
please
Like
don't.
why are we
Edna,
moving
don't
the
answer that.
goalposts?
Please
Y'all
don't
can talk
answer
shit
that.
about me all day, but I don't come on this app on this fucking panel yelling and screaming and talking shit about people I'll never know.
Edna, don't play. Please don't answer that.
I'm not going to answer it, AP,
All right.
even though like I'm not going to because it's corny.
Oh dang, it was worth a try. Y'all, she not gonna answer the question.
$2, you
Oh, what?
messy.
I can't.
Listen.
Hey, Thanos.
You was trying to clean
She
that
went to
mess,
jail for
girl.
fraud. She went to jail for doing fraud. That's
Bitch,
why
and
she
you
went to
gonna go to
jail.
jail for your anger problems if you don't get a fucking
You
therapist, you dirty
dumbass
hoe.
bitch. You
You gonna go
dumbass
to jail
hoe.
and get dragged, bitch.
You
You bitches
dumbass
ass
Can
bitch.
y'all hear
Roses,
bitches.
some
roses and
roses?
hearts,
Bitch.
please. Please.
You
Roses
Okay,
and
dumb
I
hearts.
just
bitch.
want to say,
Dang, Edna.
I used to beat
Calm
up bitches
down,
like you
y'all.
for their mouth.
You ain't gonna beat up a motherfucking thing. You probably used to beat
Cry
up
about it.
bitches,
my
but I know it wasn't
baby,
me. I know it
God.
wasn't a
Cry
bitch
about
like
it.
me.
Cry
Come on,
about
It
it.
y'all.
wasn't a bitch like
Uh,
me. It
okay,
damn sure wasn't a
Man,
bitch
Ray,
like
that
me.
you
laugh.
guys, okay. I really
I want
love
to
the
say,
exchange.
that the real victim in this story is Mr. Carter, because he probably done got a whole whipping. Because
Yeah, poor Mr.
the
Carter.
trip,
He
hold
got
on,
yelled at.
the trip is over. Y'all know that she be yelling at him. He probably got a whole whooping because the trip is ruined. So y'all pray for Mr. Carter, okay? That's who the victim is in this situation.
Mr. Carter is the dog for y'all who don't know.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. Okay.
Bitch, I know you rather
You
lick the
know,
inside of a city bus than
Bitch,
play
you
with me,
probably
hoe.
have dirty
You
towels
rather
because
shit in
all
your
all
it's
hands.
nasty
very
You
true,
mouths.
rather
Tanya.
shit
Why
in
y'all
your
talk
hands
in
and clap
dirty
than play with me,
towels?
fuck
You don't have
asshole.
with dirty
You
clothes
rather
because you're
shit
a
in your
dirty
hands and
bitch.
clap than play
You
with
don't
me,
have a problem
bitch.
with dirty towels because
You
you're a
rather
dirty
shit in your
hoe.
hands and
We
clap than
can
play with me,
smell
bitch.
you
I
from
don't
here.
have a problem
We
with
can
dirty towels,
smell
cause
you
guess
from
what?
here, little
I ain't going
duster.
to no
We
bitch
can
house without
smell
no
you from here,
towel.
you little
And I said
dust.
Commercial
that
break.
from the
You little
beginning. I'm
dusty.
not going
Commercial
to
Coming
no
break.
up
bitch
here
house
being
without no
angry and mad
towel,
at
you
people
dumb
for no
asshole.
reason. You're a
I ain't going to no
miserable bitch. You're
Well,
Comments are
how
about
old
to
she
go
miserable.
is?
off. We
Dirty.
need to get to at least 90K right now. Comments
I
about
What
to
kind
go
of
off.
microphone do
want to
you
know why my
have,
mic ain't
Dime?
just as good as Dime's. Cause what the fuck?
Exactly,
What you
Dime. What
got?
kind of
Let me
mic do
Like
know.
you
what?
Is it on
have?
Amazon? I
What
need
kind of
that
phone
shit.
is that?
Yeah, I need that shit.
That's
Cause
that
you
slim mic.
activated.
Only
She
only mic I
activated
know loud
real
like that
quick.
is
God
slim.
damn it.
Me too, E.
I'm
Bitch invest
saying.
in
Race
being a
Shatown
That's that
dog.
yesterday,
slim
not
mic.
And
Fuck,
I
tapping.
really only
bitch.
came back
Jesus.
up to say the only reason that
Oh,
I addressed
shut
Rose
up.
was
Oh,
cause
shut up.
Rose,
Nobody
you
cares.
shut your ass up, bitch. Go get
Nobody
them
cares.
black
Let me get
rings
up on the
around your eyes, then
microphone.
talk to me, hoe. Go clear up that hyperpigmentation, you bug lip bitch, before you come talking to me, fuck asshole. Now, like I said, bitch, I said something to Rose because Rose addressed me when she said my name. That's the reason that I said something to her. But her, as far as
Bitch,
telling
your
me what
house
she'll
is
do to
dirty.
me
That's why
and
you don't
realize,
care about a
you
dirty
wish
towel.
you don't
You're a
have a
dirty
house,
bitch.
bitch. You
That's
don't have a
why.
house. You
That's
don't have a
why.
house to begin with,
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
don't have
yeah,
a
yeah,
house to
bitch.
begin with,
Yeah, bitch. You're
bitch.
on
You
public
don't have
assistance
a house
housing,
to
ho.
begin with,
You're
bitch.
on
Oh
HUD,
my
bitch.
God.
I
You're
have
on
a
What type
HUD.
of
question.
What a
bird
good
don't
bitch.
fly? What
I have
kind
a
of
Um,
bird
question.
don't fly? A
You're
um,
jailbird, bitch.
on HUD.
A
You're
Do
on HUD.
hello.
I have
Okay.
y'all bugs have lips?
My ears was hurting. I had to drop both of
The-
y'all.
what
Good
is a
Okay.
God.
Taps and roses, please.
Jesus
This
Christ.
message brought to you by Bounty, the quicker picker
I could
upper.
not take
Please, you
it.
guys, please tap,
Wendy!
tap, tap. I'm just trying to break the ice. I'm just trying to make y'all laugh. I'm for real. We just need to bring it down a little bit, just bring it down a little bit.
Who
Just
cleaned the power? We need
roses,
some Dawn power wipes.
hearts, and
Bounty the quicker picker
y'all,
upper.
let's calm down. It's too early
Bum,
in the
bum, bum,
morning.
bum.
Okay, it's not even 9 o'clock where I live. So
Oh,
please tap, 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 and
Candy, you could be a
let's
UGC
enjoy
creator,
this.
girl.
Hey.
You see how you did that? That was
No, that's for real.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
You could
y'all.
be a
Thank y'all. Thank you.
UGC. You should think
Well,
about
girl,
that.
help me out
Candy,
with
let's
it,
talk
okay?
commercials. You know what I'm saying? Like, how well can you promote a barbecue
For
sauce? Yeah.
real.
Y'all
I
can
like how
come
you
back.
did
Our
that.
ears just needed a break for 2
I
seconds,
know
y'all. They
my
just
left
needed a
ear does
break.
not work right now. However,
Trip.
Trip, we'd like to hear from you.
What's going on,
Y'all,
bro?
Hey, listen, we don't mind y'all having the back and
Who
forths just so when
asked
you
am I
get
kissing,
loud.
girl? I ain't
yeah,
kissing
'cause we
no
don't like
ass.
no
What is
Um,
mess.
wrong with these
yeah,
people?
We just nosy.
TikTok hones
Okay,
in.
so what I was gonna say, y'all said y'all like to hear from me. I'm about to explain. Okay, so now what I say is earlier this morning when I heard it, I said, "Oh, this is good to me because I don't like neither one of them." But when I went on 411 page and listened to it, I said, "Hold on now, therapists got the nerve to be upset about a clean towel. Ain't nobody my friend. First off, me personally, I wouldn't have laughed about it. I would have told you directly, bitch, this got hair on it. What? Give me another towel. That's just me." But I don't pack no towel when I go to my friend's house. My people normally, you go over
Right.
somebody's house, they got a fresh clean towel, fresh clean washcloth laying
Mm-hmm.
out for you. They got the
Mm-hmm.
bed made. They got everything
Mm-hmm.
waiting for you to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't have no
Mm-hmm.
dirty friends.
Yep.
However, if I call you a friend and you turn around, if I call you a friend and I can't tell your ass, bitch, you didn't gave me a dirty towel, you are not my friend. I don't care if you're sensitive or not. You should be able to accommodate me as well. I'm out of town. I'm at your crib. Give me a clean towel or I'm taking my ass home. Now, I do not agree with the indirect questioning. Do you wash his clothes with your clothes? Do you use sanitizer? Even if she gave you all the right answers, that still ain't gonna explain why the hell you got a furry towel. So it was no point in asking all that. I feel like she should have said it first, straight from the jump while she was in that bathroom. Girl, and then some of y'all like, well, I throw down towels over my rugs. What the fuck do you have rugs for then? If you put
So they
towels
not
over your
soaking
rugs,
wet.
what do you but don't you dry off in the shower?
No, I don't dry off in the
See,
shower.
okay, well then we live
I
completely
do.
different. That don't make
I
sense
dry
to
off
Oh,
me.
I
in the
Yeah,
do.
we
shower in my
different
little
because I don't
TV
dry
Yeah.
area.
off in the shower.
That
I
don't make
get
I
out and
wasn't
I dry
talking to
off
you
outside of the
specifically, but you keep
shower.
addressing me and I'm not talking to you specifically. But fact of the matter is, I dry
Well,
off in the
we
shower.
all having a
I,
conversation,
that's
so
fine.
we're all
I'm
talking as
speaking though.
one.
I'm speaking though. You gonna keep over speaking me?
No, I
I
mean
cry
you can
off in the
talk,
shower.
but I'm just saying
But I'm
I
saying
can.
I'm speaking and I came up to speak. When you were talking, you
Well,
wouldn't
I
let me
was the
talk.
one
Remember you
who
said to
said that I
hold
had
on.
a
So
towel,
I'm
and I
trying to figure
addressed
out
you
why
in the
are you speaking
comments.
while I'm
So
talking?
clearly, you were
I'm
speaking
trying to
to
figure out
me.
why are
So
you
I
talking while I'm
addressed
talking.
you.
I wasn't talking to you though, bitch. You keep
Okay,
talking.
well,
Oh
bitch,
my
I'm talking to
Hello.
you. So what's the
god.
You are
problem?
the
I can
type of
talk too.
fool
I
that'll
don't know
put.
what the fuck
So
you think
once
this
again,
is.
you clearly are the type of bitch that puts a towel down over your rug.
And
What do
I
you have rugs
motherfucking do.
for,
I said that
clown?
shit. And
What you
next,
got rugs for,
and
you
next,
clown?
I
What
said
you
that
got
shit.
rugs for,
And
clown?
next, and next.
Yeah, bitch,
The
let me
fuck you
finish. Be
talking about
quiet.
and next? So
Be
keep
quiet
keep
so I can
pushing then,
finish. You'll
bitch.
hear what's
Cause I
next.
said what I do
You'll
at
hear
my
what's next,
motherfucking house,
bitch.
bitch. We ain't
Be
friends. So what
quiet and
goddamn
you'll hear
difference do it
what's
make what the
next.
fuck I do at
Be
my shit?
quiet
You
and
do
you'll
what
hear
you do
what's
at your
next.
shit.
Be
I do what the
quiet.
fuck I do at
And
my
listen, go
shit.
burn some
So
hair. Go
keep
burn
it the
some
fuck
hair.
pushing
Go burn
then.
some hair,
So
bitch,
keep
and
it the
I'll
fuck
finish.
pushing
Go
then. Cause I
burn
don't know
some
who the
hair
fuck you
and
think
I'll
you talking
finish.
to, hoe.
Go burn
I don't
some
know who
hair
you
and
think
I'll
you
Thank you,
finish.
talking to,
Sugar.
bitch.
Go burn some hair and I'll finish.
Okay,
Like
okay,
I
okay, okay.
said,
Wait a minute,
I
Lord.
was talking to the bitch.
Hold on.
I burn
Pause.
your
Okay, so
hair, bitch. I can wear my real shit. What can you do?
Well, why don't you go wear
What
your
can
real
you
face?
do?
Because you're not a cute bitch
hold
and you're
on,
a big one.
wait.
You're a
Cause
big one and you're
TikTok,
not a cute one.
You ain't no
hold on.
cute bitch, neither the garbage pail kid. What the fuck you
Garbage pail.
talking about?
Bitch, go lose some
Wait
weight.
a
Tighten up that
minute.
stomach, ass, legs, everything.
Wait a minute. I gotta drop y'all because y'all getting violated. Y'all getting violations. TikTok, I mean, what's up? Lord. Candy, you caught a stray. I think they meant to get Kels, but they violated you. Okay, so can we go off on each other one at a time? You can come back up. Candy, you got a violation, so I had to drop you.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm sitting up here in the corner. I'm not even
Kels.
saying nothing, and I'm getting this red thing on my screen. Hold
Yeah,
on.
that's because you too close. I think you're too close to Kels.
Thank you, $2 for letting me up. The woman started talking when she was talking. Remember, I said, "Can I say something?" She said, "I know. Let me finish this." So then, don't interrupt me while I'm talking. And what I said was, I do think that Rose was right for telling the woman. However, I would have told the woman immediately. It didn't sound like you could have told therapists at any point in time, and she would have been okay with the fact that she had dirty towels. But I stand on the fact that's not your friend if you can't tell her she got dirty towels. Now, I was in the comments making a statement. People was like, "Just throw the towel on the floor and tell her you need a new one." I said, when she said, "Well, there was rugs and stuff already on the floor," I said, somebody said, "Well, still throw a towel." I said, what would have been the purpose of throwing down a towel when there's already rugs on the floor? You would have had to tell the woman, "Give me another towel." Just be direct. Then they
Wait,
turn
Trip, you
around.
got a violation. Hold on, you got a violation. Give it a few minutes. It just popped up on the screen. Let me see if it
And
let me.
and I'd also like to add with everybody, I know for me, depending on who I'm talking to, I can't be direct with them. Sometimes I have to come around
Lord.
from have a conversation from a different direction, so maybe they would come to the conclusion themselves because of their sensitivity. That's just me being conscious of their sensitivity. Does everybody handle situations like that? No, some people are just direct. They do not care how you feel, and that's just them. My whole point is everybody has their own way of how they approach certain people in certain matters. And it's okay, there's nobody wrong
She in the
because they
queue.
don't do it
No.
your way.
You can come
I
back up, Trip. That TikTok. Hopefully they
Every
ain't get you.
relationship has different communication styles. You get what I'm saying? And some friends are more sensitive, some are a little bit more aggressive, and you just got to know how to talk to your people, whether it's indirect or direct, but people view things differently. Some people are just one way with their friends, at all their friends, and
And
that
I
could
get
be
what all y'all saying. And the fact is, I think Rose knows the therapist more than we do. So she knew that she couldn't just come out and directly say, "Girl, you gave me a hairy furry towel,"
right.
or else, because she is direct, she wouldn't have to contact her mom to get advice. So
Can I say
obviously,
something
she
when you're
knows something
done?
about the girl that we don't know.
And then if we act like the relationship is also being for years to come. You get what I'm saying? Or whatever. But like you said, she knows her better than we do. But it ain't like it's been a super huge. You still gotta all new relationships or new friendships, you walk on eggshells a little bit. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't just, oh girl, give me a towel. Oh girl, da 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 straight up and down with somebody you done known for, you know, uh 6 months to a year or however. So it's still kind of still fresh. It's
But
just,
why? It's a towel. I don't understand. It's a towel. I
I
don't.
mean, how they approach the towel situation is beyond the towel. It's
So if you
way
stayed at
beyond
a
that, though.
hotel and something wasn't right at the hotel, you don't address it, you scared? This is a person you in their house. It's a towel. I don't get it. It's not like you gave me a dirty your dishes was dirty and I was about to eat off a dirty plate. It's a towel. Hey, can you just pass me another towel? This towel not clean. Simple. And you get a towel and then we go about our day. This
I mean, you may say it's that simple, but you saw how she spazzed out in the car when she
I
told
don't
her
get
about the
it.
tile. You
I just
heard
maybe
her
grew up different. I don't know. I don't get
going
it.
further.
And I agree with you, Mike, because I just it's like, hey, just say I'm a sage, so I'm always direct regardless. But it let's call a spade a spade. When you know that people have different types of mental issues, you have to handle them with kid gloves sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know, I personally, I just wouldn't deal with people that I have to be like that with. It's just me. That's me. I just wouldn't because I'm not gonna alter who I am to accommodate like that. You get what I'm saying? Too much. But some people
I know
with
my
mental
background loud. Hold on.
situations, I got a background, loud background.
No, that's me. If y'all
Oh,
can hear
okay.
it.
But some people may have different mental situations and they know that and they tiptoe around it. I don't know.
Now, I'm a Sag too, but being direct doesn't mean I have to be harsh to tell you something. It doesn't
Correct.
even mean I have to be judgmental. It could just be I'm asking you for something else. But Rose had no problem cursing any of us out on this app this morning. So I can't see why, if somebody is her friend, she would have a problem telling them anything. Now, the other thing was there was an issue. Someone said something about Rose, therapist wanted to smoke, and she asked Rose if she mind if she smoked. Well, how you have a friend and you don't know that they smoke or what their habits are? Why would you go with somebody anywhere without knowing what type of habits they have? I don't make it
They don't live in
a
the same place. Like, how would she know?
she had to know when she spent the night. She had to smoke at some time because smokers that I
I don't
know
think she's a
Not
smoke
cigarette
most of the
necessarily.
time.
smoker.
Not
It's not a
necessarily.
cigarette, man.
It wasn't a cigarette.
Most definitely, that's one of the main reasons why I do not travel with other people. I travel on my own because I never know what they have. I wouldn't do that ever.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I do have a question, but Jason was up here before me. Jason, you want to go before me?
All right, now that we are not talking about very specifics and we are now just back to general friendship, relationship kind of situations, now I can actually speak on it. So I just question the fact that if you've had a friendship with somebody, yes, the question would be, how could you not know the person smokes weed? Because in my line of work, I can't be near it, I can't inhale it, I could be, I could lose my job for it.
She knows she
So
smoked. She
so
knows that
yes,
she
so
smoked.
she, so that couldn't be an issue. So then you also have things like going on a 4 day trip with somebody that you've never even did like a 1 day trip with. I question those things because it makes me wonder, why are you so quick to go on a trip with someone? Is it because they're paying? Those are things that I think of. Um, I think we just need to be cautious when we're making decisions that really have red flags involved. And there's many red flags to be going on a 4 day trip when you can't even just get along on a regular basis.
But on the matter of
I'm gonna
smoking,
have to
right? Whether
disagree.
she knew it or not, right? She rolled down her window.
Right.
She didn't ask her to put it out. Therapist said, "Hey, let me put this out. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable." I mean, so that's isn't that what
But
people
so,
do?
like I said, it just seems like there's a whole lot of things that led up to an explosion that they shouldn't even been going on a 4 day trip together. Like, you're trying to do something with someone that you really shouldn't even be doing it with, and it's like you're talking friendship, like you go and party with friends because you know you get along. You don't go and party with people that you know you don't really get along with or that there's issues with.
And I get that, but think about this though. Sometimes a trip can make a break. You know, that's sometimes that's when you really find you can be friends with somebody forever, and then you go on a trip,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when you really find out how people live, how they eat, breathe, and act and stuff, and that really determines
Exactly.
the future
Yeah.
of the friendship. Like, and you can been friends with this person 2 3 years, and then y'all finally go on a trip, and that is the ultimate test. I always say to test a friendship, go on a trip with them, go out of town with them,
Yeah, because I got friends that I'm not going out of town with no more. Like
ever.
that don't mean that I don't love them or I won't be friends with them, but I'm not going out of town with them. I can't spend more than a day overnight with them and shit like that. They might complain about how much stuff is. You know what I'm saying? It's friends for
Hmm.
everything. So she just learned. I think all of this might be just a learning lesson for the both of them, especially that therapist. She still has a lot of things that she needs to navigate through as a friend and as a person, how she handles things, because she's trying to be a mom. So it's a lot of things that come with being a friend, being a mom, being a person, just dealing with people, period. So she got a lot of we all got a lot of shit that we got to work on. But if she's gonna try to open herself up to so many other things out here, making friends outside of her own friends, because she has her own friends. It's not like she don't have friends. She does. But her and Rose made a connection for whatever reason. And that may just be a friendship that just didn't work out. And that's that on that. Because you can't be my friend and hit the live button. I'm sorry. Me and my friends don't handle each other like that. Even my friend that I'm not friends with no more. We've never hit the live button on each other. We don't throw subliminals online and shit like that. So they both just have, you just got to learn from it. Everything is a learning lesson. You live, you learn, you grow.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I was trying to read the room, and I do understand it is not about the towel. My question is, did Rose ask her for a towel, or did she just assume the one in the bathroom was already clean?
I think she assumed that the one in the bathroom was already clean until she got out of the shower and she dried off and she had dog hair all over her. So then she had to
Okay.
get back in the shower. When she got out, she air dried and used a paper towel to dry off the rest of the way.
Well, I
Okay.
thought she gave her the towel.
Well, she put the towel. She was doing laundry, and then from what I heard therapists say. I don't know if it
Gave
changed.
her the towel. Yeah, that's what they saying downstairs. That she handed her that towel.
That she put the towel in the bathroom. She was doing laundry, so she hold on, Demi. Hold on one second, y'all.
Y'all remember Mr. Carter, please. Okay.
Can't stand you. Can we get to 100K real quick? 2.1K more. Thank y'all. And help the host reach her gift goal.
Poor
Thank
Mr.
y'all.
Carter.
But
Oh,
I'm
I
with
got a
Rose.
new.
Hello,
I'm another girl
therapist.
that I take my own towels, and I don't care. I don't even care if I'm going to my sister's house. I take my own towels and my own washcloth.
Even to hotels,
Nothing against
girl.
my own family members. I take my own. That's just a woman thing because I like to wash my face and my ass with my own. That's just me. So
Yeah,
I
she said
agree.
that she did address that. She said that her towels wouldn't fit because her suitcase was already overstuffed. So she had her wash rags, but she didn't have her towels.
Y'all come back Tuesday. We got a game starting up called What the Spit. If y'all familiar with Wildin' Out, it is a money prize. The contestants, whoever spit their money out, their water out first is out. It'll be a 3 round game. You may get talked about, so do not be sensitive. It's all in good fun. Come back Tuesday at 6. You can go ahead, Jason.
I want my
Man,
cut.
the comments ain't shit. Shout out to the towel
Ooh
game.
wee. I'd be traumatized.
Oh shit. So just in all honesty, it's just
I'm nice to you.
amazing to me. And I guess because I've been married so long and that I vacation with my wife, and even just this past weekend, my parents, we all went to Vegas, and my aunt showed up, and we don't all eat the same kind of things, and it's just amazing that you want to go on vacation with someone for multiple days that you don't truly know. Like I don't get it. I don't it
But
I
just
mean,
makes
I
no
do it.
sense
I
to
get
me.
it.
Jason,
I get it, Jason. Because listen, you got all of these meet and greets coming up. They don't know each other, but they traveling to one central location. I just flew out of town to meet Candy and them for 3 days. I
But
get
you
it.
had your own room. You had your own room. Candy
Yeah,
had
but
her
Yeah,
own
you
room.
had
initially,
your own
You had your
room.
own
no, but
spaces. It just makes
initially we were going to get an Airbnb until we invited more people than we was initially going to do. So we were going to get an Airbnb.
and I guarantee you, yeah, you started to invite more people, and then it starts to click that you don't really know these people. You don't know how they live. You start to realize in the back of your head, your clean may not be their clean. The way you are may not completely click. So until you have like spent time with the person, you kind of just want to be cautious and
But that's
learn
how it is though
that
on
okay,
girl
you
trips.
could do it.
That's how it is. That's normal though on girl trips. I don't know what guys do, but it's normal. Hey, this my girlfriend. Oh, she coming? Okay, what up?
Guys get
And we
their
all
own
staying
damn
up the high.
rooms.
Well, not girls. Girls,
We don't.
girls stay together.
Yes, we
Girls
don't
stay
And that's
together.
just
all the
weird to
time.
me.
you're a guy,
Well,
It's
That's
Jason. You
just
not.
wouldn't
weird
It's
to
understand
not
it.
me.
though.
You're a
You wouldn't
guy.
understand it, right? That's normal. It's weird because you a guy. That's normal for girls to do that.
No, it's just weird to me because I don't even like to spend the night in strange places. So just staying at a hotel bothers me, but I know I have to do it. But I'd rather drive my ass back home because that's how I feel about it. I like my place. I don't like outside places. So it's just weird to me to want to share a space. Even with my dad, I don't want to share a space with him.
See, so Jason, you're
So
different.
you
So
don't
you
do
you right.
staycations. You don't do staycations and just book a hotel in the city. Man, I'll stay at a hotel in a minute.
I have a motorhome. I have a trailer. I bought these things because I don't want to stay in somebody else's space. I don't want to sleep on weird people's mattresses and shit like that. Like it's like, and that's why okay, when you go on these trips and you stay at these hotels, I don't understand wanting to stay with some person you don't really know.
Jason, people do it all the time, though. I mean,
Right.
you probably wouldn't understand it because you don't even want to stay in the same room with your dad. So you would not, you can't wrap your brain around it. But people do it all the time.
But you guys got to understand what he's saying.
No,
If
I
you,
don't.
if
I
you do
don't
it his
understand what he's
way,
saying.
then nobody's going to air out your dirty laundry.
What the fuck?
You know what? Drop
Uh,
Thomas
Somebody drop him.
lame.
Drop
His
his
lame.
ass.
His lame joke. Get that lame
Wait,
joke out of here, Thomas.
wait a minute. Let me address this. Pressed love is concerned what job I got in California where I can't even be around herb smoke. Well, it's the kind of job that does not see it as something legal to do and still has conservative values that does not allow their employees to smoke it. So if you're around it and you inhale it, it's the same as you smoking it.
Boo! Tomato, tomato. And she probably needed that little puff, honey, to calm her ass down. Because if she was doing all that damn shaking and shit because somebody said
Right.
the car was dirty.
Man, I ain't know all of that.
Yeah, but I told therapists that her ass be gaslighting. Me and
Cause
her
I,
had
if
that
you
conversation.
if you doing all that for a dirty towel, I wouldn't want to go on vacation with you. If you that spazzed out or from a towel, like I can't go on a vacation with you.
But see, it's not about the towel.
There's
So
no
that's
telling
why I
what's gonna
said
happen on a
put the
vacation.
put the towel aside, put that situation right there to the side. There was already issues. Why would you go on a 4-day trip
Rose
with
said it
someone that
wasn't
you have
issues
like
though,
had
Jason.
some issues with
But
that
that's
We
are
can't
like
why,
go. No,
making
we
you
can't go
walk
with
on
that.
eggshells?
We
Jason,
can't
you're
go with that because Rose said that there was no issues.
No, there
Oh no, no,
was.
that's not
Yes, it
true.
was. She answered my question.
What
Remember, that was
She
issues?
my.
said there was issues.
There were
What she
prior
say?
issues. Nothing happened that day or that night when she got there, but there were prior issues before that led her to believe that therapist was sensitive and there's certain that she had to approach her in a certain type of way. Remember, I asked that, and
No,
that's
I'm
the
not gonna listen.
yeah, your
My
ass.
bad. My
See,
bad.
so then therefore that
Yeah,
makes
she
me
did say that.
feel like why would you go on a trip with someone that you can't even
Well, they
you can't
probably worked it out.
express yourself to?
said
Nah.
that they did work it out. Mr. Carter is
Yeah,
in
they
the
worked it
comments.
out.
Mr. Carter, would you like to share your thoughts?
Mr. Carter, are you okay? Did she hurt you?
What?
Yeah, Jason. So just because they had a falling out, don't mean that they can't overcome it or they can never go on a trip together. Because we saw them kicking it
All
when she was
right,
getting her
see,
makeup
I'm
done.
gonna start throwing $2. I'm gonna start throwing some rocks now. So you going on the trip with Mama C and Nico?
I was.
Now,
I mean
But
Jason.
now.
here's the
I'm
thing.
talking about
No, but
now.
here's the
I'm
thing.
talking about now.
No,
I'm
no.
talking
Okay,
about like
let me answer. Let me answer. Here's the difference. Mama C and Nico has done 1,000 times worse than what the therapist has done. So I would never trip with them because they have shown their true characteristics, their character. They have
Now,
done way worse than what the therapists have done. Way
now,
worse.
now, though, but even after y'all have had previous spats, you were still gonna go out of town with them,
Right.
though.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was still gonna go with them.
Yeah, but now things have transpired that is like, oh hell no, I'm not going nowhere with y'all. So that's what I mean when you building friendships and shit like that. This is the process of getting to know people.
Exactly. You got to meet up at some point.
yeah, and have your own spot. That's my thing.
Oh
Her
my
I
having
don't
her
I
own
don't get
spot
it.
was not the issue, Jason.
that wasn't
That
it.
was not the
It
issue.
is. I'm
No,
not
it's
The
traveling.
not.
issue was
I'm
not
not gonna
about her having
travel.
her own spot. I
I'm
traveled
not gonna
and I
travel
drove.
in
Hold
a
on a minute.
car with
I
someone for
traveled.
hours though.
I traveled and drove in a car with $2. Was I stupid for that?
Did you?
Answer me
No,
that.
no, no, no. Did you
But what
travel for 2 hours in the car with her?
We
it
were in
does,
the car
but
for a
yeah,
I mean,
minute.
we were
it's
stuck
a
in
I mean,
whole
you
thing.
got in and
We were.
out the car. You got in and out the car, but you didn't just drive
It
two
doesn't
hours
matter. We were in the
straight
It
with the
don't
car.
person.
matter.
I didn't have my own car with me. I drove with
She
her.
wasn't in control. She wasn't in control.
Now,
And then
Candy,
what
you
if she
trusted $2
But
driving? Wait a minute.
that's what
Child,
I
let me
was
tell
gonna
you, that's for
say.
another. That's for another day.
What if she would have
but
had now Jason? What if she
and
would have got
now and
She
with
wasn't
that
in
said,
control.
but and with that said though, you drove in the car with her for 2 hours. But were you ever afraid that you could never express yourself with her and have to walk on eggshells and deviate from being able to communicate with her?
Nah, cause she
I'm on a
told me
call
my
right now.
driving. She told me my driving was crazy. She did
I
tell me
was
my
just
driving
getting
So
was
ready to
crazy.
so
say,
she
what if
was
it would have
able
been a
so she
She
didn't
situation?
have to
did.
walk on
Wait,
eggshells.
hold
She
on,
didn't have to
Jason.
walk on eggshells.
But listen, but what if she did though? What if she would have got in the car with her and then realized, oh my gosh, she got extreme road rage. I'm never getting in the car with this bitch ever again. But again, it's two different situations because that didn't happen. They know how to communicate with each other. She knows, you know, $2. You can say what you want to her. She think everything is goddamn funny anyway. So you have to be
I
like,
was
no,
about to
bitch.
say, because she going to laugh.
Yeah,
Right, Phil?
you
She
have
going
to
to
be
laugh.
like, no, bitch, I'm serious. Stop fucking laughing. It's not funny. I'm dead ass. And then she might be like, okay, well, shit, it was still funny to me, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't you know how that you can deal with $2? So that's not a comparison. She's Oh my God. Lord, let me turn on Mighty Movie. Hold on. Well, she don't want to watch Peppa Pig.
Demi
Okay.
is sick of your ish.
Okay, I got you, baby.
Men
Candace
and
still
women
need.
just operate differently. Men and women just operate differently.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But Candace still need to tell me how she got out the nerve to get in the car with $2. $2
She
is a
ain't
lit.
not.
Which,
No, y'all need to see how Tab drive. I
oh,
drive.
Well, we know
That's
Tab
one
don't
y'all need to
drive
watch
very
out
well.
for.
She done knocked her mirror off.
damn, Tad.
But
Oh
see,
my
in
God.
Atlanta, you gotta drive like that, or you be sitting in traffic for 39 hours.
Definitely.
She done knocked her mirror off, and Big Al's over there. I'm smiling. Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why did somebody name
Therapist.
his
I mean,
furry towel?
Fairy Tale. I just saw that shit. Y'all are petty.
Petty.
Mr.
Petty.
Towel, I'm fine. Just a little ashamed because I've been called dirty. What
I
the heck?
know the poor
Where
Mr.
is the
Carter didn't caught
therapist?
astray. The child didn't caught astray.
Better not be messing with Mr. Carter. Where is the therapist? She usually be in these streets by now. Who brought it
Honey,
to the internet? So
therapist didn't probably worry herself to sleep.
the therapist brought it to the internet, but she didn't put no name on it. So, Rose overheard her talking about the situation and she wasn't telling the story right. So she went live, put her name on it and told her side of the story. Rita Fixer. That's how that happened. For the record,
Also, I know
she never
everybody's
said
different.
that she was kidnapped. I said that she was kidnapped, and that's what I'm standing on. Because once I tell you to let me out this car, and you tell me no, and you obviously know that it's a serious conversation, and I'm not kiki and ha ha with you, and you continue to drive forward in the opposite direction of my vehicle that I told you to take me to, you kidnapped me and held me without exactly false imprisonment. So I don't
Who,
give a
Okay,
goddamn
who got
what word
kidnapped?
y'all
I
use.
missed that part
I'm
too.
using the word
Oh, come
kidnapping.
on,
God damn
y'all.
it!
Who got kidnapped?
I
Nobody
missed
got
that part.
kidnapped.
I missed that part. Where were they
Honestly,
driving to for
somebody
her to
did because she
say,
said it's.
let me
Using
out?
the term
They were
kidnap.
driving to
Rose never said
Florida.
that.
They were
Oh,
driving to
okay.
the beach. Yes.
Okay.
Rose told
Thanks,
her, "You're
Kels.
holding me against my will." That's what made the girl turn around. So why
Because
would
she
Rose
had
say
to let her know that I'm not playing. Y'all know when y'all having a conversation with therapists and her emotions are high, she keeps going and going and going and going. She's very passive aggressive. She's
But
defensive. Y'all see how her ass is on here.
she should
So
not have
she
but
had to
look,
tell that
literally was
girl
just
She is,
five
like,
she
so
is
times?
not
She should
passive
not have
aggressive.
had
I
to
know
tell her five
everybody's I
times.
know everybody's different and everything, but just because you get online and start talking about something, as long as you don't say my name or you actually make it to where people pinpoint it on me, I don't give a fuck what you say. Like
Right.
Now
you could
listen.
just say whatever. I just find it funny that people want to go defend something when their name wasn't even said. That's why I love Island Girl because she always say, "Put a name on it. Put a name on it." We
But
say
her
names
name
over
was
here.
mentioned
So
though.
who just
Somebody
made that
came in the
comment?
comments
Press.
and mentioned it in Therapist Live.
I
And they was
don't
like, oh,
care
let me
what
go
Rose
with Rose.
said. I don't care what Rose said. My
But that
interpretation
means,
is
but that
hold on,
means
wait a minute,
that.
hold on, wait a minute. I don't care what Rose said, press. My interpretation is that she was kidnapped and held against her will. If you know we just got into a discussion or a heated argument and I ain't playing with you and I tell you to get me out this motherfucking car and pull over, take me back home, your motherfucking ass kidnapped me and is holding me against my goddamn will. That
yeah,
is
no,
my
let me
interpretation and that is how I look at it.
yeah, let me the
I
fuck
just want
out.
to know how did a fucking dirty towel get so much fucking clout though? For real. Can somebody answer me that?
Thomas,
I'm for real. I'm serious.
Mm, mm, mm.
A dirty towel for real. You can't argue about something else besides the dirty motherfucking towel.
Oh, it's not the argument about the dirty towel. It's the fact that she has to walk on eggshells around her friend because she can't be direct with her.
Wait a minute, somebody got echo. Wait a minute. I gotta disconnect you.
That's blazing. Yeah, she can't be direct with her. It's not the towel. It's the fact that she can't be direct with her friend. She has to figure out a way how to navigate through a simple conversation because telling somebody that you need another towel is a simple conversation. So that's just wild to me.
Yeah, that is a simple conversation. Like, hey, let me get another towel.
That's it.
Wait
Put
a
the
minute.
other one on the
The
floor.
towel said that they ain't dirty. The towel said they not dirty now.
The towel said it. Damn. But
Mr.
did the
Carter,
towel smell its own ass? That's the real question.
I think Mr. Carter just wanted to get cozy on the towels that just came out the dryer.
That's what I was thinking.
Or maybe the towel didn't get fully dried, and that's why it smelled like a wet dog. I don't know.
That is very possible too.
Yep. She must have had too much stuff in the dryer. You know what I'm saying? The dryer just popped open.
I don't think she had one towel. Wait, is that what she said? She only had one towel? I think she only had one towel
In the
Available.
bathroom.
in the bathroom,
Yes.
not one towel, guys.
And keep in mind that Rose had already been in the shower. It's not like she saw the towel that was dirty and she didn't get in the shower yet. She had already dried
Well, I'ma
off.
just
We
So she
know,
already
go
used
ahead
the
and
dirty
say it.
towel?
I don't just get in the shower
we
without
know.
knowing the towel is clean.
You got to take a bath
My
first before you
towels.
get in the shower, Jason. We know, love. We know.
Nah, hell no. My wife freaking hang up the towels, and I still freaking smell them before I even touch them because I want to know for sure it's a clean towel. We play a lot of games in my house, so I don't trust nobody.
Okay, so
So if it's a freshly handed to
You
you
don't
towel
trust
and
your
it's
own
folded up,
wife?
That shit
if
crazy,
Man,
Chris.
we
hold on,
be
wait a minute.
playing
Let me
games
talk
on
to
each
y'all.
other and doing.
Hold on. Because I
Y'all be
wasn't even
playing
talking.
pranks.
Who said that? If she handed you a towel, you're gonna automatically think it's clean, guys. So she handed you a towel, you're gonna automatically think it's
Why?
clean. So you
Why
hop
would you
in the
automatically
shower. Hold
think
on.
that?
So you hop in the shower and you take in the shower. When you get out the shower, you grabbing that towel because you think it's clean. Because who the hell in their right mind would give you a dirty ass towel? That's why you would think it's clean.
but $2. Let's keep it a
I
buck,
don't
right?
smell no damn towel after I take it out the linen closet.
But I got a question. Now, in my house, I have an abundance of towels in all three bathrooms, right? An abundance of towels. Okay, like 10 towels in each bathroom, right? I got the good kind, the hair kind, the hand kind, the washcloth kind. I got all kind of towels, right?
Is
Who
it?
only has who only has one towel for their guests?
Her linen closet might have been out in the hallway where it's not reachable.
No, she got a point.
So
Now,
$2. She got a point.
now, okay,
no,
see,
because she might have
see,
had
two
more than
dollars. So
one towel.
She
you
was
just
No,
proved my
doing
point.
you did
laundry.
not
The
make a
lady
point.
lives.
Oh my
She
god.
was doing
Right,
laundry. The lady lives at
But
home by
We still
herself.
talking about.
right.
It's
I'm
not a
back
whole
now.
but that
house full of people.
She
She
lives
live
in
at
the
so
home
that
by
proves my
herself.
point
I
too,
have
though.
two. I have three linen closets full of towels, but it's always a bunch of Negroes in my house. She live at home by herself.
She
She
You know
didn't
was
what it
say
doing
that
is?
she only had
laundry.
one towel though.
My grandmother
She
lives
She
at
did.
home
never
by
said
herself, but she's got an ass load of towels.
Okay, well that's your grandmama, baby.
I
right.
Everybody
have a
different.
question.
Hold
You
on,
don't
but
have
she
an abundance
never
of towels.
said that she only had one towel. Where do y'all get that from? She never said she only had one towel.
She just had
People
one time.
always add into the story, though.
Right.
It's
She
so
never said
simple.
that.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Thank you for clarification. This is wild to me. This is just wild.
Well, I'm gonna add on to the story. Therapist didn't want to give Rose her Gucci towels. That's why she gave her that dirty towel.
Can I drop him?
Yeah, somebody drop him.
I'm gonna rotate you,
Um,
babe. I'm gonna rotate you, okay? I'm gonna rotate
What I get dropped for? I ain't even
I
did nothing.
dropped the
I
wrong
didn't drop
person.
you.
That's funny.
And you dropped the wrong person. Who's the person that y'all done dropped the wrong
That's
person?
not good.
you. I don't think Roland dropped the wrong person. Roland was doing the countdown, so
They dropped what's that person's name? God dang it. Come back.
My question is, when did they start making all
Microphone.
bathrooms the same? Just because you got a linen closet in your
Right.
bathroom,
I
every
don't have a linen
bathroom ain't the
closet in
damn
my
same.
bathroom. Well, no, one of them I do.
Mine is in my
But
hallway.
yeah.
So, and
I,
everybody
Well,
doesn't have a like
you
one of those
you
vanity
homeless now.
things where you can roll up the towels and put them in there. Everybody don't have their bathroom set up like that.
Bathroom has a linen closet in the bathroom, but the
yeah.
master bath does not. So I have to have a
They
whole shift robe in there to have towels and stuff for my,
get,
you know.
yeah, people have to get out of the idea that everybody's situation mirrors theirs, or the way that they would do things is how people should. Like everybody's situation is different. You got to look at it from the reality of the situation and the circumstances, not based on your situation and how you would have done things. I mean, it's real simple.
So I only came up here to say that when we was listening to Rose live last night, she did make those statements of kidnapping and taking her hostage. So that's why we was
Well, she was.
confused.
I think she was reading my comment because I said kidnapping last night.
Okay, so you the one who said it last night? I just
Yeah,
cause we was all
I said
confused.
kidnapping.
Okay, so it's $2 fault, y'all.
Yeah, it's always her
And
damn
then I
fault.
said, then I used the term taken. We got to find Liam Nelson to
She
come
did.
find you.
I was like, this damn $2,
Yeah.
bruh.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
I never.
Kelby.
Yeah, I always said that she didn't say that. That's my conclusion that she was
Okay,
kidnapped.
because I thought you just said it now. I didn't know you was in the comments starting this.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Proxy.
$2 gonna take it to hell.
she said that she drove in the other direction. She didn't take her back. So you kidnapped me.
Okay,
But
now
two
I
dollar.
have a
What if
clear understanding.
the
I'm
highway
gonna
is
go
set
back
up
in the
like, I don't
comments.
know, New Jersey or something, and it's
She
the
said
next
the
exit
girl
is that
said
far away?
no, no. She said the girl said no. I paid a lot of money for this trip, so you deliberately holding me hostage. That's
Oh well.
kidnapping.
She
She
wasn't saying
said
it like,
that.
no, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. I spent all this motherfucking money. You keep on with me. She ain't say that.
And
She
then
No,
was
she was
she
like,
said.
can we
she
talk
was
She
about
trying
said,
it?
to
"Can we
talk her
talk it out?
into still going. Yes.
I
Right,
spent a lot of money, but you doing that all while driving the opposite direction of my
right,
vehicle." And
Well,
then
right.
an hour,
leading with your
goes
pockets,
by,
whether you're
and
woman or
you
man,
still
leading with
driving.
your
Hold on.
pocket.
An hour goes by, and you still driving in the opposite direction. That's kidnapping.
It wasn't, she said it wasn't an hour.
Rose just came
Oh,
up here and
yes,
said
she
an
did. Yes, she
hour.
did.
Yeah,
Yep.
she
She
said an
said there was an
hour.
hour out.
Yeah.
She said it didn't take her an hour to address it, but it was an hour out that she kept telling her, okay, okay, yeah, because they
Right.
were
So can we just be clear? She was not kidnapped, so people don't run away with that. But she did express that she felt like she was being held against her will
Right.
because I'm
That which
asking
is the
you
same
to take
thing.
me back, and you keep going forward.
And that's the same thing as kidnapping.
But
If you being held,
see, but
if you
this is
being
this
held
is the
against
part
your
that I don't
will,
agree
it's
with.
the same
This is
thing.
where I don't agree. The statement being made held against my will, because when she stopped and talked to her friends and she didn't like what was said to her friends, she had every opportunity to not get back in the car and make a call and get an Uber or have her friends come or whatever the hell she wanted to do. So I just find that real shady to say it that way.
But that was the reason, Jason,
I don't think so.
that was the reason why she didn't want to go on the rest of the trip, because of what she had told her friends, what she overheard. So right then is when she probably
And
asked
she
her,
was out of,
"Can I go
she was able
home?"
to get out the car. She was able to get out the car at that point and not to continue any further.
Right, but she was thinking that her friend would take her
Right.
back to
That's
her
thinking
car.
my friend. That's just like if I'm
Nah,
telling
hell
Candy,
no.
yes,
Yes,
if me and Candy just got into it, and you know I'm not from your state, my car is at your house. Candy, listen, I'm feeling uncomfortable. I want you to go ahead and have a good time on your trip, but can you just take me back to my car? I'm feeling uncomfortable. I
Right.
would think that Candy, out of respect for our relationship, would take me back to the car. I don't expect her to say hell no. I think we could talk
exactly.
this out. I think we could talk this out. I spent a lot of money on this damn trip and drive an hour in the opposite direction. and you holding me hostage against my will.
No, 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 $2. She didn't drive an hour. It didn't take her an hour. They were an hour out already. They stopped, talked to the friends. When she got back in the
No,
car,
she said an hour went by before she turned around. She said it when she got on the panel. She said
I
she
didn't hear
told
her
her
say that.
several times. Yes,
Yeah.
she,
Mm-hmm.
she said an hour. They were an hour out.
Nah,
First
that's fucking
started.
crazy.
She said
That's
they first
crazy.
started. She was in the same city. She was close to her house when she first started asking her to take her back, and she
Right.
said no because I think we could talk this out. And they were an hour away before she turned around.
So they was in the same city when therapist got out the car and talked to her friends. And
Right.
at that very point,
I'm gonna hope my
get out the
friend will
car,
take me to the
make a
car. No, I'm not gonna
call,
get
and
out.
make your way home.
No, I'm not gonna do all of that. Why would I do all of that when I want my friend to take me back to my car?
Well, she had already dropped her location at that point.
No, she not at
So
that point. She didn't. At
Ex-
that point, she didn't. Nope. She didn't drop her location until therapist kept telling her, "No, I'm not taking you back." Then she dropped her location.
but they were an hour out. So somebody was gonna come and get her. So at that point, just I'm getting the fuck out. Pull this
Right,
bitch
but
over.
how she gonna get out? Right, you gotta crash
Well,
Girl,
the car.
I'm
listen.
gonna
I
keep
ain't
it a
gonna tell
buck.
you what I would have did because we both
But
would have been crashed into the wall. So I'm not gonna tell you what I would
Jason,
have did
but
because
Jason
I'm
is
throwed the
talking
fuck
about.
off.
Well, I'm gonna
Jason
be
is talking
honest.
about. Hold on, Jason is talking about when she was there with the friends. Why didn't she get out then? I said, why would she get out? I would have hoped my friend would take me back to the house, so I wouldn't have got out of the car because I'm
Exactly,
okay,
because
thinking
I'm
you gonna
thinking
take
so
about
me.
let's be
when I
clear.
was there in Georgia, right? I was with somebody that I trusted. Now, if something had transpired and we're driving, I don't know my way around there. I don't know anybody there, but I know you, and I'm going to have a conversation with you, and hopefully something would click that you will take me back to my location. I think that's just the natural order of things. We're
Right,
having a conversation. Clearly, you're not hearing me. You're trying to work things out so we can continue on with this trip. You realize that, hey, I messed up, or whatever the case might be. I'm still saying I want to go back. You're still trying to work things out. So I'm not going to just say drop me off on the side of nowhere and I don't know where the heck I'm at. Not me.
August Leo said this is a distraction. From what? What the fuck is this a distraction from? You got a conspiracy theories. What you think, August? What's it a distraction from? The real question is, did
I
they
done
rise?
already read some of the
Why
comments, and
wouldn't they
I
ride
know
together?
what the distraction is.
The real question is why they ride together, is what he said.
Yeah, why wouldn't they ride together? Why not? I mean, it depends on what end of Florida they were going to, right?
Shit, it makes
Because
no sense that everybody going to the same spot when they close together.
yeah, Rose is in Georgia and therapist is in Alabama, so they must have been going to a part of Florida that was closer to Alabama than Georgia. So Rose drove to therapist, and then they were going to ride together.
They were going to Destin, right?
I'm
Which
not
is
sure.
which would make sense to go to Alabama to go to Destin afterwards,
Yeah,
because
Victoria.
that's on the
You
Panhandle.
know,
Victoria says she want to
Mr.
hear from
Carter
Miss
has
Victoria.
all. Yeah, Mr. Carter has all the info. He knows everything.
Destin or Pensacola. Yeah, when we drove to Destin, we went straight through Georgia. I can't even remember how long it took us to get there. But lesson learned, you guys, drive your own shit, bring your own towels. Don't have friends that you can't that you have to walk on eggshells around. What else, guys? What else did we learn from this?
Wear your seatbelt.
Wear your seatbelt. If somebody tell you let me out, let their ass out, honey. Don't worry about how they gonna get to where
Don't
they
let your
gotta go.
friend pay for the entire trip. Don't
Yeah,
let your friend
okay.
pay for the entire trip because they're gonna feel some
Honey.
type of way if you get into it.
Yes. When you
Don't
wash
trust
your
$2
towels,
driving.
no official, madam. She spent the night. She spent the night, official.
yeah, she got there late. She got there late, so she took a shower in the morning.
See, so here's one of the things when it comes to letting a friend pay for an entire trip. I guarantee you that if it was your money out your pocket that you spent for this trip, you probably would have continued on this trip and just separated. It's because it wasn't any of your funds spent on the trip. It's all
Wait, what's
hell
the
no.
question?
Get me the hell out of
I'll agree
this.
with Jason. I gotta
Wait,
agree
what
with
did he
Jason
say?
right there.
What did he say? What did he say?
That she ain't spend no money, so it's take me home. That it was that easy for her to just be like, take me home because it
I
wasn't her
gotta
money.
agree with him.
Whew, that's a sticky one.
I don't know
Cause
though, cause let's think about this. Already going with a group of girls that she don't know. So now you gotta think about your safety, cause you already painted this bad picture to these girls about me. So if I go out of town with you and these girls, I could potentially get jumped. So I will forfeit some money. I will forfeit some money
I was going to say that too,
I,
because I'm saying,
I'm
like,
a,
if I'm in an
I'm gonna just
uncomfortable
say,
position,
because you
no
already
amount of
I'm gonna
money
got me
is
just say,
worth
looking
my
crazy.
I
You
got
already
my
got me
own
looking
bank
crazy.
account. I got my own bank account. I can rent my own car. So all I need to do is sit quiet in the passenger seat, get to the destination, check into my own room, call and get my own rental
Why would
car,
I
and do
do
my
that
own
though?
damn thing. And do my own damn thing separate from these people that I'm not wanting to be around.
I'd rather just go home. Like why am I even in the same city with them?
I'm just saying, if you already spent money on your own hotel, it's not just that easy that you just want to walk away from your money. So if there was an investment on her part into this trip, it wouldn't have just been, oh no, hell no, just turn this shit around and drop me back off at home. It would have been that she would have got to the destination
And
and
did
just
her
did
own
her
thing.
own separate thing.
Yeah, I see that.
But
I see what
why?
you're
Like
saying.
why?
Because bitch,
Why
I'm
can't
still
somebody
going. I
just
paid my money on this trip. I'm going. You gonna get me to where the fuck I gotta go. And when we get there, I'm not fucking with you. And I'll find my own way back home. And I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna make my own friends. I feel where Jason coming from. Especially if I invested money into it and I didn't want to lose my money. Now any other time I'll probably be like, you know what, I don't give a fuck. But it really honestly depends on where we going. Like if it was just a couple $100, I would eat that and be like, bitch, get me the fuck out of here.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, if we
And
was
if it was a couple $100 that you willing to throw away, you would have been like, I'ma just go ahead and call me an Uber or someone to come pick me up.
yeah.
Fuck that. Stop at
How do
this
we know
next
that
gas
city had
station and I'm
Uber,
getting out.
Jason?
Listen,
Jason,
Jason,
how do
you
you know
keep
that
saying
city had
that, but if
Uber?
the
Because
girl
that
ain't stopping the car, how she gonna get out? You keep saying at the
Oh,
next
you
gas
gonna
station.
stop this motherfucking car,
What
bitch,
if
or
she
both of
don't
us.
need no gas? The car
We
is
about to
already
be
stopped.
smashed. We about to be smashed into this wall.
You
You gonna stop this
already.
goddamn
Well,
car.
somebody
That's
has
what
to
I
go.
would have did.
Man, I travel with the woman
That's
all
what
the
I would
time.
have
Y'all
did.
have to go pee like so many
No,
times.
no,
It's
no.
Don't do
come
that.
on.
I
Don't do
drive
that.
from here to Florida. I only use the bathroom one time
Yeah,
because
you
I don't
plan for
drink.
that shit. You
Because
don't
I
be doing all that eating and
exactly,
drinking and shit.
all
I don't
all bladders aren't created equal, so it
exactly. So
wouldn't
we
have
can't
been
say.
it.
So we can't
So
say that
I'm
they
just
had to
saying.
be.
So I'm just saying it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been any kind of red flag or nothing if she would have said, "Can you pull over at the next gas station? I need to use the restroom." What she was gonna say? Nah, girl, just pee on yourself.
If she
Come
told her
on.
no, I'm not taking you back. Yeah, at this point, I ain't
But
putting nothing past her.
but
If
but
I already
but
asked you
let's
5 times and you told me no 5 times, why would I expect that you're gonna let me pee?
that it's a way to get out the car. Okay, we're gonna go. Fine, we're gonna go. And then, oh, you know what? I need some snacks and I need to
Well,
use
you
the
gonna hold
restroom.
it till we get
And
there
I'm
because
gonna get the hell
it's
out
only
the
a
car.
3 hour trip. It's only a 3 hour trip, so you gonna hold it. That would have been my response. You gonna hold it? It's only 3 hours. We just left the house. I ain't stopping this
three
car.
hours. It's 5 hours just to get to
Not from
Mobile.
where she may be in Alabama. We don't know where she at in Alabama.
Oh, hmm. Well, me being a truck driver, I can tell you that if it's Destin, it's sounds like somewhere around the south side of Montgomery. But you know, that's just me.
Yeah, I don't think she's far from there,
Hours to
Christian.
get
I don't
from
want to dox the girl, but she's not. I don't think that
I'm just saying,
she's that
telling
far from
somebody
there.
they can't
right. So
go
that
use
takes
the
me to
restroom is like, come on.
so that takes me to a point to Jason. Uber is not in every city, Jason, right? And on that
That's
highway,
cool.
on that highway, a ba- a gas station is not every exit, and I'm telling you right now, them exits are far apart.
So then maybe that's why she didn't turn right around to take her back because the exit wasn't
It
that
don't take an
close. See,
hour, Jason. They are not an
It
hour
could be.
apart. Them
No,
exits
they're
is
not.
not an
They're
hour
not.
apart.
There is one
but it
exit that is
depends on.
an hour away. There is one. I know for sure.
No, the fact that she straight up told her no, we can talk
Yeah,
this out. That's
that is a
deliberate,
problem.
right?
Yeah,
What are
that
y'all
is a
talking about?
problem.
Hold on 1 second. Can I address something in the comments real quick? That Dime, your name is being mentioned on Bigo. Let me tell you something, baby. I don't give a fuck what a bitch that answers the phone has to say about me when her ass, all she can do is body shame because that bitch definitely can't meet me at the bank, okay? So I don't give a fuck what a bitch did that went and got all her fucking body sucked out and that's why her neck is fat. So you tell her that she can take that shit and shove it up her motherfucking pussy hole and spin because I don't give a fuck about a trip, okay? The end. Next.
Oh.
All
So
she do
my
is
question,
is
I'll
loud
be
and
back.
body shaming. I don't give a
I'll be
fuck.
Well,
back, and I'll be back.
That's high speed.
I
no. Okay, the next question. Rose didn't know none of her friends, that therapist friends
No,
either. Oh no,
No.
I don't know if I would have went on that trip. No, no, I can't trust other girls. You
Yeah,
know,
she was
even
the
though
only
her,
one. She was the
yeah,
only
no,
one.
no.
And then you get out the car and you discussing me
she
or the
said they knew
situation.
her. Well, they knew of her because one of the girls called her name like she knew her, and she was like, "Why does girl know my name?"
But she said, but Rose said that they
she
were never,
watch
she
it
never
on
introduced
live.
them. She didn't
She
introduce
watched
them.
on live. That's why she knew her name
Oh,
because she been
Jason,
Right.
watching
no,
her on
that was
TikTok.
before.
So they knew
No,
her from
that was
TikTok,
before she went live.
No, I'm saying they knew Rose's name because they
from
probably
TikTok.
watched her on
Right.
TikTok.
No, she said that they used a name that Rose does not use online. They called her by like her common name and not by
They
her
called her by
TikTok
her
name.
government name. So that means the therapist told them her
Okay.
government
Okay.
name.
So wouldn't you be uncomfortable at that point knowing that she's sharing information about me to these people that I don't know?
So she said that was the third strike, and she was like, "Take me home." She wanted to go home after that.
Yeah, because things have happened before that. And now she like, okay, listen, I clearly can't deal with you. Like, we can't have a conversation about a towel. Now you going around telling your friends about me. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Now
Like,
your friends know something about me that they shouldn't know.
yep,
I
I'm
want to go home.
uncomfortable.
Which
No,
is
I
I'm
ain't
why
uncomfortable.
taking you
Rose
home.
said, which is why Rose said that it's nothing had nothing to do with the damn towel. It
Right.
was other
We been
things.
said that.
Right. I'm just trying to get Jason to understand because
But hold on, but Victoria's Secret
see,
says
he
that
always
Rose
against
has
it.
said
He
her
always
Nah, Rose has said her government name plenty of times online. So I don't know, and I'ma just say for me,
I've
like
never heard Rose say
you,
her government
Me
name
neither. I
you
don't
online.
even know her
if
government
you
name.
know
I don't
my
even,
name, if you know my name, I ain't gonna feel some type of way that you done told your friends that I'm meeting up with my name.
oh, Petty said she has. Oh, I haven't heard it.
but
I mean,
Mm.
Jason, if
it does like
everything,
that. That's like,
if
come
there are a
on.
Oh
multitude of
yeah,
things,
Trina. Yeah, Trina said her
See,
name. Yeah, I remember.
let's just go with this. See, because I think these TikTok names sometimes throw everybody for a loop. So if we're meeting outside the app, I'm gonna expect that you're gonna refer to me by my name because you know my name. Hell, I come into your room And you're calling me by my name because you already know that's my name. You don't refer to me as the name that I have on the screen. Why? Because you already know my name. It's already out there.
But that,
But I don't
we
know
can't say
you.
that
Call me
because
by my
somebody just
TikTok name. I don't know you.
right.
But
You know,
Jason, it
Thank
because
you for
wasn't
the
the name
goods.
though. It was the things that she had said that made Roseanne uncomfortable. It was the things that she had told, the story that she had
And
told to the friends why she felt uncomfortable and didn't want to go on a trip again. If me and you were to go on a trip and meet up with somebody else, and I tell them, hey, look, hey, this happened. I feel really bad. And they were like, oh, well, now I feel some type of way against that person as well. And then you get in the car, you know what I'm saying? And we all heading somewhere. Wouldn't you want to get out of the car if certain things were probably said in the car
those other
and
people
you
weren't in
feel
the car.
uncomfortable?
It was just her and Rose
I
in the
know,
car.
but they got in the car later. Then they wouldn't go pick them up.
No, they went to
No,
go meet them. They went to
no,
go
they
meet
were
them.
still in a separate
So the
car.
girls, yeah, they was in separate cars.
Oh, it was well. They, but again, if we are going somewhere and you're supposed to be with these people all weekend, and I tell them something, and now you felt some type of way about it, wouldn't you want to get the hell away? You wouldn't want to
If
go on
I
this trip because you feel uncomfortable, and that is what Rose is saying. She felt uncomfortable.
and
She didn't feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but as time passed, she felt uncomfortable because of the things that were said, and she didn't want to make nobody feel uncomfortable on that trip, so she decided she wanted to go home, and that's a
but
fair thing to do.
at that moment when therapist got out the car and said what she said to her friends and Rose heard them, at that point her mind was pretty much made up.
Yeah, that shit would have pissed me off.
She just didn't want to spend any money to get back to her car.
No, she
She
just
had
thought that her
zero
Wait, say
friend,
that
investment.
she
again. Say
just,
that again.
but
I ain't hear you.
Jason,
Say
she
that one more
She
just
did
thought
time.
that her friend was going, would have
nah.
enough respect to take her back
What
to
did
her car.
What did Jason just say? What did you
But
just say?
let me
I
ask y'all a
just
question.
said
What
that at
Hold
that
on, wait.
point when her friend when therapist got out the car and said what she
Mhm.
said to her friend and Rose heard her, her mind was already set at that point. Nah, this trip ain't happening. She wanted to go back to her car. Now, it would have been easy for her to get out the car and say, you know what, I'm not going. I'm calling a friend and wait at that spot for her friend to show up to pick her up. Or
But
call an
why am
Uber
I
or
doing all of that?
throw up a flare, anything. At that point,
Why?
she didn't want to have any, she didn't have any money invested in the trip and she wasn't going to invest any money to get out of the trip. Meaning she
So
wasn't going to do whatever
so it's not
No,
necessary
okay.
to get back to her
no,
own car.
But
no.
Jason, what
Even
you're
if
saying is
that's the
it's not
case,
okay to think that your friend will be able to would take you back
right?
home.
Even if I knew the trip was over,
I
I'm
don't
still
know
gonna
how
count on my
deep
friend
these
to take me back
friendships
home.
be. I don't know how deep these friendships be, and y'all call each other friends, but I'm sorry. You, I'm
I'm
just a
still
different
gonna
type of person when it comes to, and everyone's
see.
gonna have their
I'm
friendship
still gonna
word
expect my friend to
used
take me back
differently.
home.
But she had zero investment, so it was easy to say, "Take me back home." But all she had to do when she felt she wanted to go back home was get out the car. And that moment,
Location.
she
She got
had the opportunity to get out the car.
I
No,
would
because I'm
think that my
still
friend
gonna
would take me
expect.
back to my
Right, I'm
car.
gonna think that my friend is gonna take me back. They
Why?
sure
Why would
will,
you think this
because she
person?
brought me
Why would you
there.
think this person is going to
Because
take
she
you
brought
back?
me. Because she brought me there, and she's my friend. That's why.
And
Let
and
me ask
it's
y'all a
just this
question
so
though.
that they could have got all the way to Florida with no problems, and then had a problem in Florida, and then what? She was going to expect her to drive her back? Now I'm gonna leave your ass where you are.
Being that this is a new
Or would she
friendship,
have
right?
ridden back in the car with her?
Being that this is a new friendship, right? Wouldn't you actually want to drive your own car so you're not riding with somebody else? So like if you do decide to leave, you can just leave whenever you want.
I would, but we're different.
Well,
Everybody's
But
Right.
everybody's
I'm just saying,
Everybody
different.
right?
ain't the
I'm speaking for
same.
Everybody
myself
is
though.
I
everybody is
Everybody's
definitely
not
different.
would
the
have been in
same.
my own car.
Everybody's different. Everybody makes
Right.
their
Everybody's
decisions
different.
differently based on the relationship that you have prior to. And out of Rose's mouth, they've had a friendship longer than just 2 months. So yeah,
But they've
they've seen each
already
other.
had issues too.
They've been at each other's house. They shit. She was just at her house doing her makeup and shit. So they have a different type of bond, a different friendship. So I would think that I would do just like Roseanne and think that my friend would just take me back to my car.
Exactly.
And most friendship have issues,
The
though.
question
Most
that was
friendship have
asked,
issues.
the friendship had issues, and the question was asked that wasn't answered, leads me to believe that the reason why this trip was paid for was because therapist leads with her pockets, and she's already made it known that she's willing to pay for the woman to get what she wants.
What that got to do with her taking her home?
That ain't got
What
to
do
do
you
with her taking her
mean?
back home.
She spent her
That
money.
got
Drop
to
She
do with
treating
Jason.
it.
her.
Drop
Man,
Jason off the
look,
box.
look. Let me tell you, a man, and I'm just saying it from this perspective. A man spends his money to take you out somewhere on vacation, and then we driving and you saying tearing around, take me back, because you have zero invested, and then your friendship before going on this trip, there's been advances made. Believe me, there's way more to it. Way
Okay, well, I'm
more.
not the type of
It's
man
not
I'm
just
not the
that
type of
we're
man that's gonna do that
friends.
because I'm gonna take your punk ass back home. I don't care how much money I
Right.
spent.
You
Get the
you
Yeah.
fuck
making it
out. I
seem
want
like
you.
she
I want you
obligated
the
to
hell
still
out my
go
damn
just
car.
because the money was spent.
No, she's not obligated to still go, but you can't think that that person that spent out this money for this trip is just like, oh, well, fuck it. No, they're like, fuck
First
that.
off,
You're going
I
on the
wouldn't
trip.
want.
And if you
No,
don't
I
want to
wouldn't
go on
want
the
you to
trip, you
go.
get to where we're going to go, and then you find your way where you want to go. We're going to
No, if I
get to the destination, and you can
So you
go
would
on your
abandon that
own.
person?
if
That's even
So
worse.
so
I was therapist, I would not have even wanted her to go. Once she told me I don't want to go, take me back. I don't want you on that trip because you're gonna fuck up my trip with your stank ass attitude. So I'm gonna take you wherever the fuck you want to go because you're not gonna mess up my trip. I'm not about to drive you and beg you to stay and hold you hostage
And
when you
see,
don't want to be there
me,
because you're gonna mess up my
me, I
trip.
would have pulled over and said, get out. It's just that simple. I would have pulled over and been like, okay, get out, find your way back home.
Hey, $2. How much does it cost to drop somebody out the box? They asking in the comments.
It's free. I don't do that over here. Yeah, I
But it's
they wouldn't
free.
have. No, yeah, I'm not about to beg you to stay somewhere don't want to go. Like that's crazy that the therapist was gonna drag her there, knowing that she didn't want to be there. To me,
Right. And the respectful thing to do was the first time she asked, turn around and take her back. And we'll discuss it later. I'm just gonna keep going forward, make my trip. It's just like, look, I'm uncomfortable.